13,000. AG Almighty 8 gang, pull up and get your shit splat gang. Pull up, hop out and scramble your shit gang. On their computers. Baller alert. They on computers talking shit offline, they losing it. 10-year legacy on life support, now the Patreon. The mod's a bitch, I'm being goofy, it's just to send some bits. I ain't a snitch, but third out of third, he ain't never call a hit. Mimology, Mr. Hustler, Vanilla on speed dial. My niggas wild, can't forget Theo when he the golden child. Who else around? Kicking swaggers and DSP on some goofy shit. KG a bitch, trips to Japan, he get finesse by a chick. He a trick, I just made a brand new socket. What we do, huh? We just trolled a brand new op, bitch. AG Almighty 8 gang, what up? Get your shit scrambled, gang. You can't get played like Rambo, Howard or the pack, your girl a snack. She go get swipe right to see how you react. DSP is how you don't play, he failing games every day. Buying fast food with the tips is why he gaining weight. We troll a chill, the socks is real, man, it's been a drill. Subcount went up a few days ago, bro, you know that ain't real. The streams ain't chill, you yawn and complain about your bills. Cackle be going down every night, you need some gin for real.
I've been him, I will continue to be him.
What the fuck? How you go feel when them Twitch cops not on your side? That ass back. Kicking the furries, sweaties do sweet just like some McFlurries. Chat put on sub, only mold the mouse, don't have to worry. Do them dirty, X pull up with the shit, they get super nervous. What's the purpose? Praise be his name, almighty at your service. Pull up, they log in, what's up? No tips, no bits, they talk tough. Let me change up the style. Hey, here we go out. Hey, what? We hooligans, cooling and bullying and fuck next, we up now. Hey, game we go out. Hey, what? We hooligans, cooling and bullying and fuck next, we up now. Hey, shout out to Susan and big ups to Porsche for holding it down. Hey, niggas out here trolling.
I'm getting too much money.
What the fuck? To me, that sound like you a fucking fan. Hey, do them dirty. X pull up with the shit, they get super nervous. What's the purpose? Praise be his name, almighty at your service. Praise be.
I'm him. I've been him. I will continue to be him. I'm just gonna tell you, there's a little place for you, all right? It's a big white building. If you go inside, what they're gonna do for you, they're gonna put a nice jacket on you. And then get this, they're gonna put you in a nice comfy room where the walls have pillows all over them. So you can't hurt yourself. You can literally just bounce off the walls in comfort for the rest of your life.
276 on the Vest Street, yeah. Well, tell Jen in my next drink, yeah. Air raid, Laura, call me bestie, yeah. Jay, yeah, you broke, hit me next week, yeah. Pig fled drip, got the oops on my wrist. Get a couple pulls by the loops on my tips. Skin tight shirt, big whoops on my chest. Big out, baby cherry juice on my lips. DoorDash always coming through. Walking around my neighborhood, I'm trying to find my food. Street Fighter 6 always put me in a mood. Master Ranks about to send me back to Street Fighter 2. Got a third channel, about to get my money made. Never hesitated, turned down to 50K. Keem came through, had to send him on his way. Hair fading faster than the money in my bank. Got my ride going and they took the tie off it. Pulled up broad day and then they took it right off it. Called my dad crying and I told him I can stop it. Pulled up to the dealership with maxed out cars on me. 276 on the Vest Street, yeah. Well, tell Jen in my next drink, yeah. Air raid, Laura, call me bestie, yeah. Jay, yeah, you broke, hit me next week, yeah. Pig fled drip, got the oops on my wrist. Get a couple pulls by the loops on my tips. Skin tight shirt, big whoops on my chest. Big out, baby cherry juice on my lips.
Meerkat mob pulling up on the ops. Take a quick shot and I'm cooking up pork chops. Doing pretty fine if you ask me. Fat cat eating Big Macs in the backseat. Half a mil filled goes re for the tip. Get a goal hit in time for a sip. Booting up online, nothing is fine, cause he's getting bodied all the time. I'm gonna break his jams with a leg drop. Put him in a figure 4 leg lock. Time to go outside, Phil, cause you getting hit with the dark side drill.
276 on the Vest Street, yeah. Well, tell Jen in my next drink, yeah. Air raid, Laura, call me bestie, yeah. Jay, yeah, you broke, hit me next week, yeah. Pig fled drip, got the oops on my wrist. Get a couple pulls by the loops on my tips. Skin tight shirt, big whoops on my chest. Big out, baby cherry juice on my lips.
I'm him. I'm What was that noise?
Hey, big ups, guys. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Sorry. I'm here, and I'm here. Shout outs to Tevin, by the way.
Too much money.
Thank you, Shatterall, for becoming a member, dude. Thank you so much. And Mind of the North Star earlier. Thank you. Okay, so I'm starting a bit early. We're gonna be covering. We're gonna be watching the thing. You guys know the thing. This fucking thing right here. Whoops. There we go. Let me know if the audio's too loud. I was messing with audio settings. I think it's okay though. But anyways, so we're gonna be covering that. But there's a big thing that happened. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And yeah, we gotta see this, and I needed to make sure I had enough time to watch it and go through it. And of course, as always, big up Snortwave Records, Tevin, and of course, the legend, this new song from Dark Side Drill. Please go check it out. Give it a like. It's great. And okay, so that's that. I'll stop wasting your time. And yeah, how about we just get into it? And here we go.
So
hello, chat. Wait, I'll just say my hellos. Hello. Big ups, guys. Welcome. Blacky Bracky, Denim Chicken. And hello, everyone.
I think I've covered everything at this point. So you guys know the deal. I'm someone who makes a living out of stream contributions, not off of sponsorships, partnerships, and the like. I don't have any paid promotions, no product codes to enter in to get a discount and give me a kickback. It's all about me making content and you guys liking it so much that you support it. Please consider supporting the stream today. Ways that you can support: becoming a member, gifting memberships, super chats or super stickers, or tips.
You can become a member now.
I'd like to hit $50 of tips on this stream. That's always my goal when I do any kind of a stream on YouTube. And sometimes we hit it and sometimes we don't. It's great when we do. It helps a lot. It'd be great if we can get around maybe like anywhere from 8 to 10 members today. Would help boost the channel a bit. Okay. Speaking of that, I think it's time to now get to the subject at hand that everyone wants to know about. Right? Let's do it.
Let's go. That's what I want to know about.
Because finally, I have my definitive answer of what's been going on this last week and a half with these member bombs. All right. So let's review what I'm talking about, so you get the full story now in one section. I'm sure OP Boone will timestamp this video with AI, and this will be the start of the story of the member bomb nonsense that's been going on, because I finally got all the answers. Why do I have all the answers? Because people can't keep their mouths shut. Seriously, most of the time when these kind of things happen, if people just kept their mouths shut, no one would ever figure them out. But people can't help it. They just gotta brag. They gotta go, stroke their e-penis on forums somewhere. They big assy code coming out of their crotch and stuff. They can't resist. And so because of that, all this stuff finally comes to light. And now, the reason I'm telling this story is twofold. Number one, I do want you guys to know what's really going on. But number two, I feel like this is a cautionary tale for anyone right now who's making content on YouTube. It might actually affect other sites as well. But right now, I'm only aware of this being something going on YouTube. Okay? So allow me to explain.
I like how he never seems to know anything. Like, why does he never know anything? Apparently, he doesn't know about regional pricing. I mean, I'm spoiling what it's about. Argentina is now a certified detractor. Which is really funny, but I don't know. Whatever. Regional pricing is a
Last week, on the 7th of January, I received 200 gifted memberships from someone named Nikita. This is someone who I'd never spoken with before, had no idea who they were. No one had any idea who they were.
I hate when he brings that up, too. Because why do you need to know who they are? What does that even mean? You want them to tip you first so that you can see where they live or see where they're from? Isn't that a little weird? Why do you need to know who it is?
But it was 4 bombs of 50 memberships.
That's interesting. He accepted Emerald 7's money. He accepted, what's that dude's name? King Tutankhamun? He accepted that dude's money. Did he know who those people were? I mean, maybe eventually. But he loved those people until he didn't. Emerald 7 was really positive, though, because he never did anything bad, I guess.
Totaling 200 that day, and everyone was stoked because they got divvied out. People actually received them, and they were using their emotes.
Yeah, and also, Denim Chicken, great point. I mentioned this before, but whoever this person is, Nikita, whoever this is, like, he knows who it is. Whenever he says that, he knows exactly who it is.
And they had the tags and badges and everything, and everyone was super excited for this. Like, wow, this is neat.
Like my wife.
Obviously, I was happy. I love it when my community gets rewarded like that. You know.
Okay, Major X, because I know a little bit of spoilers about this, but it's not about the community at all. You guys will see. Some of you know, some of you don't. Let's see.
No, it's one thing if I get a contribution.
He accepted the memberships when he got them and didn't care who it was from. Now they're troll memberships, so it's horrible that he doesn't know who they were. Yeah, exactly.
Because that directly helps me in the business. But when the community also makes out, that's
why would. All right, let me hear that again.
Gets rewarded like that.
Rewarded.
You know? It's one thing if I get a contribution, because that directly helps me in the business. But when the community also makes out,
why do you want your community to make out?
That's really cool. And I knew with all these new playthroughs coming up that people were going to enjoy having access to the emotes and the badges and everything. You were going to have a great time with it, right? So it made me feel great. Oh, wow, a feeling of community and, you know, support and growth. The next day, January 8th, I receive another member bomb of 200 members.
He's being very loud. Yeah, I know. It's because he sways.
From the same person. Now,
I'll try to
I just
control
want you
his
to think
volume.
about this. My memberships in the United States cost $3.99 each. So this person buying 400 members in 2 days essentially just spent, think about how much money they just spent. You know what I'm saying? That's
no. Like, you don't want me to think about how much money they spent. That's the other thing. Where now it's okay for you to think about how much money someone spent on memberships. But if you tell this guy, Phil, you have 1,000 memberships, that's like fucking $2 million. He'll be like, what the fuck? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about? Okay? And I'm just gonna ban this fucking idiot, okay? He used to do that, actually, on Twitch. And then when Twitch, like, there was a hack or some bullshit, and they revealed how much streamers were making, and DSP was on the list, and he's like, yeah, my earnings have always been public. You could have done the math, and you could have seen this for yourself. But you don't want us to do the math. You get angry at people that do the math, dude.
So this person buying 400 members in 2 days.
All right.
Essentially just spent, think about how much money they just spent. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money. I mean, that's ridiculous amount of money that they just spent.
Ridiculous.
Right? And you got to wonder, is it really legit? Did
Is
they
it
just
legit?
spend over $1,000 to support this channel and the community? You always got to ask, because it's a difference between if it's someone you know, if it's someone who's a regular in the chat and they've been here for years and they're a long-standing fan and they say, I just want to help out everyone. Here we go. Then I would immediately trust it. But as you guys know,
Right.
I've been through the ringer over the years. I've seen so
Give me your docs, and then I'll trust your money. And also, like, why is the first thing he thinks of is, is this real? Like, what? If someone's donating to your community and you don't know who it is, why does it have to be $1,000? Like, again, people were telling him about the regional pricing when it happened. Like, when he was complaining about it, people were telling him about it. And he's like, no, that's not the way it works. Because I get the same amount of money anyways. But regional pricing is a thing, dude. So they're not necessarily spending like thousands of dollars, which we already know. I don't have to say this, so I don't even know why I'm bothering.
many different
But it's just interesting that he doesn't know that. Or he's pretending not to know that. I don't know what his like thought process is here. I have no idea.
ways of trolling, chargebacks, crimes committed against me in attempts to try to fuck with me and my business and my livelihood.
Oh yeah, Q-Lip, nice.
And so whenever I see something like this, right, I tend to be very skeptical. Now, I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah,
right?
bro, you're about... Get the... He's gonna force us to, though, right? Am I right? You get it?
But at the same time, you gotta wonder. So basically, after a couple of days, I started looking at my YouTube revenue, and no revenue seemed to be recorded
Hey,
for
Neil.
those 400 gifted memberships. To which I'm like, now I'm skeptical. I'm like, how could I have gotten 400 memberships but no real increase in income those 2 days? It doesn't seem to make sense, right?
It does. It
And
literally
some
makes
people
sense.
were starting to say things like, oh, well, maybe what it was was these people were from another country.
These
like
people.
Nikita, whoever Nikita is. Maybe Nikita is from another country, and in their country, memberships cost something different. So maybe you did get paid, but you got paid less than what you would have thought. So instead of making, you know, if it's a $4 membership, I would have made like $2.50 a membership, but maybe not. Maybe in their country it's way cheaper. So maybe you made like $1 a membership instead. Can you confirm that? And I looked. No, I didn't even get that. Like, I didn't get $400 for 400 memberships. Like, no, there's like nothing there.
Bro, why does he assume it's $1? Why did he assume it's $1? It's like 5 cents. The Argentinian fucking exchange, the regional pricing, it's 5 cents for a DSP membership. Why didn't you just look it up? He could have easily looked this up. Like, how much is $4.99 in Argentinian money or whatever? And, fuck. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, people pointed this out at the time, and he just chose not to believe it. Because he was upset YouTube was giving him multiple excuses for things it could be. For reasons why maybe he's not seeing the money show up. And he didn't want to believe any of it. They had said multiple things. Things like regional pricing. Maybe they're not claiming it. Maybe they have to log in. Maybe it's not active subscribers, whatever. They were giving him multiple things, and he didn't want to believe anything until they said the claim thing. And then he chose that one to believe because he can play a victim. He can say, oh, YouTube is not allocating my memberships properly. YouTube is fucking me over. That's why he wanted to believe that one. So it's interesting how he wants to always be the victim.
Right?
Can I play help?
Help!
There you go. There's a clean one.
So I'm like, definitely, that can't be it either. So what could it be, right? So a couple days pass. It hits January 10th. Okay? And on January 10th, I get gifted another 100 memberships. This time from someone whose name is Duty.
Duty?
Now, at this point, I'm skeptical. I'm like, since those first 400 memberships didn't seem to count for anything, could these be real? So I go and check this person's YouTube channel. All right? And their YouTube channel has existed since 2021, so it's not a new, like, dummy account. But they definitely changed the name. The name was something different previous. I couldn't tell what it was, but you could tell they had just changed the name to say Duty. Now, here's the thing.
How can you tell?
As you know, one of my detractors' names is Duty. Or Duty Streams or something.
Big ups, Duty Streams.
What a big-brained fucking person.
Wait, what?
Names is Duty. Or Duty Streams or something. I mean, what a big-brained fucking person to name themselves Duty.
Aw. Duty. Brand Duty.
I mean, you're a real fucking genius, right? You can name yourself anything on the planet, and you name yourself after fecal matter. That's pretty impressively smart.
Bro, you named yourself after, like, some Star Wars shit, and you don't even care about Star Wars. Dark Side Phil? And it has nothing to do with Star Wars. That's even funnier. You just have the name Dark Side. Okay?
Smart, isn't it? Anyway.
Like, why is your name any better? It's just fucking stupid internet names. Who gives a shit?
So, I'm thinking this person is probably trying to spoof my detractor. Maybe even give him like a razz, right?
A razz.
So I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know, this one even more than Nikita is probably questionable. Because now you can tell this is an account that just changed their name. They changed it purposefully to a detractor.
Yeah, also, fuck, I didn't even catch that. He was saying Duty. Wow, you named yourself Duty after fecal matter. It's like, bro, you literally make fucking scat jokes all the time. I don't know. We all know this. Who are you to talk? Who cares? Who gives a fuck?
But the thing was, the memberships went out, and people got them,
yeah,
and people had all the benefits.
Okay.
It wasn't like these memberships went out, people were like, oh, what happened? They're fake. I can't use the emotes. I can't use... No, they all worked.
Yeah, how would you send fake
so
memberships?
Within 3 days, well, 4 day, a 4 day span, I gotten 500 gifted memberships on this channel.
Right, that's great for the community, so keep that in mind. He said he wants the community to be rewarded. He loves his community. He loves his viewers. They're like his friends. He loves these people. At least that's what he says.
Right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So, as you know, the weekend happened and all of that. My day off happened last week and everything. And I come back to streams this week, and I basically told you guys at the beginning of the week, it's weird that it's not recording any income for those gifted memberships. And now there's 500 of them. And none of them are recorded as revenue. And I'm like...
And that's also a lie. That's just straight up a lie. Because it's not that they're not recorded as revenue. It's just not recorded as a lot of revenue. Like, why is he literally lying to you straight up, just saying they're not there? They are there. It's just not as much as you want. What the fuck, dude?
Something definitely gives here, right?
Oh, man.
In the meantime, someone else came on these streams.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't know. I've bought like Argentinian game codes for like the Xbox on eBay because you pay like $5 for like a $40 game. And then you just use a VPN and redeem it. I guess this guy doesn't know about any of that. I guess he's never done that before, and he doesn't know, or he's pretending not to know. I don't fucking know.
By the name of X Hooligan. And this person did a series of super chats as well as 50 gifted memberships. But this person started speaking in
Yes, I was going to bring that up. Chillbot, when he mentions it.
Spanish. And
Wait, what?
Hooligan. And this person did a series of super chats as well as 50 gifted memberships. But this person started speaking in Spanish. And then we were using Google Translate to try to figure out what they were saying. One of the things that they said, all right, was something like, oh, so I like your content, but I have to go poop. You mean like duty? You see what I mean?
Yo, the paranoia?
So basically, this guy is probably the same person. All right? But now they're pushing the envelope.
What if he was trying to make you laugh? Because you like scat jokes so much. Like, why does he always assume the worst out of everybody? What a paranoid motherfucker, man. He's so paranoid of everything. Now, I'm not saying he has no reason to be, but also, like, you're supposed to be a real legitimate YouTuber guy. A real streamer. And this is the way you think of people. I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Even further. Not only are they doing fake gifted memberships of some kind, but now they're actually trying to get attention on the streams as well by doing super chats and getting me to respond. Do you understand?
Wow.
So
you're telling me they're trying to super chat you so that you can read their messages? Whoa, that's a crazy concept. Like, dude, you literally sell shoutouts. That's what you sell. That's your gimmick, is that you incentivize people by just shouting them out and reading what they say. Maybe that's all he was doing. What the fuck? Now, we know that's not true. But I'm saying, like, thinking from a real viewer perspective.
At first, you know, I was responding positively to this stuff. But this person, after a couple days, kept doing these super chats in Spanish. And after a while, I started to see a pattern brewing. Okay.
Sure. Also, this is nice revisionist history. Like, all of a sudden, now that he thinks he knows, he figured out the case. He's like Sherlock Holmes. Now, he always knew. Now, he knew what the fuck was going on the whole time. Like, fuck, what? You really expect me to believe that? It's like The Interview, the side-scrollers. He knew the whole time it was gonna be a setup. That was one of his little, like, fucking things that he went on a rant about. How did you know the whole time? If you knew the whole time, then why did you even accept it? Why did you do this and create this whole problem for yourself?
And
just fucking refund it, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Basically, after seeing that pattern, I kind of started to figure out what might have been going on. Because there's something that happens here on YouTube.
I was only pretending to be regarded. Exactly.
That, to my knowledge, is an exploit. I don't know if it's actually like purposeful or legal. It seems to be an exploit.
What?
What is an exploit? An exploit means...
What is an exploit? Is he really? Yeah, bro. I love the exploit of paying in a different currency. I mean, I guess he's not wrong. But also, you're supposed to be a real streamer. This guy right here is supposed to be, like, genuine. He's supposed to be a real, honest guy. And look at how he treats people. I don't know. If you run your stream like this and then you're surprised that more people do this, like, there's something wrong with you, bro. You're on Chris Chan level. You're just telling people how to fuck with you. I don't know. It's really fucking stupid, man.
That someone has found a loophole in a system that should not exist and was not part of the original design of the system, yet they found a way to use it for personal gain or benefit.
Wow,
okay?
Thank you for telling me.
You might say, exploit, well, what...
Hey, Sigmoid, thank you for the 10 members. Dude, that's insane.
I'm him.
I'm him.
I've been him.
I will continue to be him.
Big ups, you get both of them. Thank you, Sigmoid.
What's the exploit? All right?
Enjoy, guys.
So here's what I'm talking...
Wait, what? Now, what might I say?
And you might say, exploit. Well, what's the exploit? All right.
What is an
so
exploit?
Here's what I'm to understand, and people can correct me on this because I only know of this from people telling me, and through my research, basically last night, where I found out through someone contacting me and telling me this always happens too. People contact me behind the scenes and they'll be like, Phil, just so you know, we found out what really is going on. For example, when I got kicked out of Twitch, the partner program 2.5 years ago. Now it's almost 3 years ago.
Yeah.
At first, I had no clue what happened, and Twitch wouldn't respond. And then someone behind the scenes contacted me and sent me all the information.
Interesting. I thought Twitch had a package.
And said, here's literally...
I thought Twitch told you about the package that they received, about the negative videos.
the anti-DSP campaign that was sent to Twitch to make you look awful. Obviously, it's completely false and out of context.
Right, they said that?
Like, it was like a compilation of
He told us that Twitch told him this.
my worst moments of like 15 years, right? And they sent it to Twitch and said, basically, Twitch had to basically get you out of the partner program, because if they didn't, and someone complained, then how would they pretend like they're woke?
Huh?
What? Huh?
Right?
I'm squinting right now. I'm so confused.
And they sent it to Twitch and said, basically, Twitch had to basically get you out of the partner program, because if they didn't, and someone complained, then how would they pretend like they're woke? Because of the stuff you've said over the years. Right?
Bro, he's trying to act like he's a martyr. Like he's down with the sickness. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? He's a martyr. Because if someone reports you, they have to ban you. What? What does that
Right?
fucking mean?
So I'm like, wow. So basically, I got punished for things I did like 10, 15 years ago because Twitch has gone fully woke.
I also want to point out, he literally complained about side scrollers like a week ago? Maybe a week ago. Maybe longer, maybe less. That side scrollers is becoming a political podcast, and they're becoming very political. Like, what the fuck are you doing right now? Aren't you doing what you complained that they're doing? I don't know. I don't watch them, but he said it. I'm going off this dude's word. You're trying to bring up some weird fucking politics shit into this. For what? Why? Just to cope with the fact that they took you out of the partner program, which I want to state, by the way, I think being kicked out of the partner program is worse than just being banned from the website. Because that means they like specifically hate you enough to like get you out of the partner program, but not enough to just ban you. I don't know. That feels worse to me. That feels like multiple people had to look at that and then choose to be like, yeah, this guy's not making money. We're not letting this guy make money. What? Like, I don't know. Is that worse?
Like they're woke because of the stuff you've said over the years.
They're woke.
Right? So I'm like, wow. So basically, I got punished for things I did like 10, 15 years ago because Twitch has gone fully woke, and they don't want anyone who's ever said risque commentary on their site, despite the fact I've been partnered with them for ages, and they never had an issue with it before, and I don't do it now. That's very interesting, okay?
Yeah, he is. American
I've been partnered
Rockstar.
with them for
Whoops. We're early. American Rockstar. We're early. I wanted to cover this because he's about to Thanos snap 500 members. Spoilers.
ages, and they never had an issue with it before, and I don't do it now. That's very interesting, okay?
Right. Very interesting. Right. Correct.
So anyway, that's just one example. So
Yeah, that's a slight retcon. Legit. He just kind of retconned that story a little bit. Because he said Twitch told him that before. That was the story. Twitch told him they had received a package of hateful videos. And now someone else told him that and is assuming that's why he got banned, and he just chose to believe them. Like, bro, how easy is it to just convince you? You just tell this guy what he wants to hear and he'll believe you. What the fuck, man?
someone sent me information and said, we have seen that there's this
Hey,
person
Botch, welcome.
who's bragging stupidly on various forums about doing this to you. All right? And what it is this exploit is that what they do is they use a VPN. If you don't know what that is, it means it's basically a way to make it look like you are in a certain region or country of the world, even though you're not. It's a way to get around if like an IP address is blocked in your country, you can use a VPN to still access the IP address. It protects your identity in a way. Okay?
Okay, remember this.
So
this is
basically,
important.
what people have found
This is going to be on the test, guys. Remember this.
is that there's particular countries where if you go to YouTube under that country, okay, that location, YouTube's pricing is completely wrong.
It's wrong. It's wrong. How the I'll let him cook. Go off, King. Let's see what the fuck you have to say here.
Not that the pricing is cheaper, it's that it's just fucking wrong. Okay? Now, I don't know specifically what countries it is. Apparently one of them is a Spanish-speaking country.
A Spanish-speaking
So if you log, so for example, right now, if you're in the United States,
yes, he's going to explain how you can fuck with him. He's going to teach the dents how to fuck with him.
and you want to become a member of DSP Gaming, it's $3.99. That's the pricing that I'm able to control, and that's it. I don't control international pricing. YouTube does. So apparently people found a way to use a VPN to pretend like they live in another country, and when they do that, it changes all the pricing of everything on YouTube. Completely wrong. It's not a correct rate. Like some people say, oh, it's exchange rates. No, it's not. It's an exploit. YouTube's pricing is fucked up.
No, dude. How does he still not know? People were actually telling him this. It's called regional pricing, correct? Because let's use Argentina. They can't... If video games cost the price of the US video game in Argentina, they wouldn't be able to afford video games. So they have to, like, scale the price to the country. Or, like, the dong. You guys know the dong? That's a funny currency. That, too. That would be... It's the same shit. They wouldn't be able to afford stuff. Like, that's just how it's regional pricing. And he knows about this. People told him. Why does he act this fucking stupid?
It's exchange rates. No, it's not.
Maybe he's not acting.
It's an exploit.
It's an
YouTube's
exploit.
Pricing is fucked up for certain countries. And
also, I would not even... I mean, like, it's pretty smart, honestly. If you're gonna want to spend money on shit, but you don't really want to waste a lot of your money, I don't think that's, like, a problem. If you can get away with doing that, then do it. Honestly. Allegedly. In Minecraft. I don't want to get in trouble. Can that get me in trouble? I don't know. But I don't think it's a big deal. Because also, I want to point out that DSP, to play Dark Souls 3 early, he played it on Xbox, and also switched his console to Japan. And he had to buy Japanese gift cards to buy the game in the Japan Xbox store. To play it early. Which is something he literally has done before. What's the difference? Is the difference that it's a video game? I don't know. The difference is that it's a bigger company. Like, what? Who gives a fuck? It's the same shit. You've done the same thing before.
it's not
So yeah, that's a very important thing that's going to be on the test. Because he conveniently doesn't mention that.
right. So basically what this person did is they used a VPN.
The difference is it's him. Yeah, he's really him.
I'm him. To log in as another country. And they went and bought hundreds of memberships.
Hey, Dead Bears, thank you for staying a member, dude. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Enjoy.
For like pennies.
Wait, say that again?
Is they used a VPN to log in as another country, and they went and bought hundreds of memberships for like pennies.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So think about this. They bought 50 memberships, and if they did that in the United States, that would be like $4 times 50. That's $200. They were able to get it for like 50 cents. Because it's fucked up. It's completely broken.
It's fucked up.
So they bought 200, then they used another account, they bought 100, and now this EX Hooligan did it and did 50. 550 memberships purchased via a VPN exploit that should not exist and has incorrect pricing.
Oh my god.
And they bought 550 memberships for like $2.
Okay.
So you might be like, so why didn't I see the revenue? Well, I did.
Okay.
I made $2
all right
on all those memberships. So how would I even have known that's what it was? There's no way you could record that and it would make any sense.
But you literally just told us, though. What? He just told us how much he made, and then he says he doesn't know how much he made. It's impossible to know because you can't record it. Then what's the number you just told us, dude? Do you listen to yourself?
How would you know?
How would you know? I don't know. You told me. What the fuck you mean, how would I know? You told me.
Right?
Right? Fucking Michael Jordan shrug right now.
So, to confirm this, there's been super chats that have been coming in from people, and they look huge. For example, someone will do a super chat, and it'll be red, and red means it's the highest tier of super chat.
No, he's going back to this?
Okay? You're like, whoa, it's a red super chat. that means it's very valuable.
What?
But when you actually currency convert it from whatever this Spanish currency is that the super chat is, and you convert it to US.
I also love how he's like pretending he doesn't know the currency. Bro, you don't like Argentina. Just say Argentina is banned. Like, why are you pretending you don't know what the currency is? I don't know. Fucking
USD, it's like
feigning ignorance for no reason. Like, he doesn't have to pretend he doesn't know.
$1.
It's like $1
or less.
Or less.
So yeah, it's basically YouTube is fucked up. They have this glitch or exploit.
It's a glitch
hole in the system.
Yeah, I love that glitch of regional pricing. God, I hate when that happens. Don't you guys hate the regional pricing glitch? That's a terrible glitch. It's really bad.
Where people are working around, where they live and buying things on YouTube insanely cheap. And apparently it's not just me. Apparently this has been going on for months. Like, people have been going to YouTube streamers and dropping hundreds of gifted memberships on their channels, and the people are like, oh my God, this is amazing. This could be like life-changing money for me. You just gave me $1,000, and then they make like 25 cents.
Okay, but like he just creates a scenario. People have been going to streamers and donating Argentinian peso to the streamer. How do you know that? What if there's a lot of Argentinian people? And they're just donating membership. Like, if I'm literally in Argentina, what the fuck do you want me to do? You see, if I was in Argentina and then I VPN switched to the US and then donated, he would be okay with that. That's something he would love. He would love if I did that. He would be all down with the VPNs if I did that. But no, because I'm doing it to get a deal, it's a terrible thing to do, apparently. And you go to other streamers and you do the same thing. What?
They're like, huh?
Huh?
I want you to think about how fucked up that is. Now, here's the thing. Me, it's not that huge of a deal.
Oh, it's not a big deal. The only thing is that he dedicates a whole segment multiple days over the course of a week to complain about it. And then complaining about it, he says it's not a big deal. Right. Right, dude.
Dependent on or expecting to get that kind of crazy income out of gifted memberships, right? But for someone else, imagine someone like they're a small-time streamer.
You tell us you're a small-time streamer, dude. Like, why does he do this? Now he's not a small-time streamer. Now he's okay and he's rich and he's fine. Bro, if you're so fine, why the fuck you crying so much, man?
And they're sitting here and they're live streaming, and someone comes on their stream and says, oh, I'm going to be like a, what do they call that? Like a philanthropist.
What?
I'm just dropping on random YouTube streams today and I'm helping people.
They are. There you go. Mask off. Mask off. Mask off. I thought it was for the community. I thought it was to benefit the community, bro. If somebody donated like 500 memberships, but it was in Argentinian money right now, it's like it doesn't really matter. You still got 500 members. That's really cool. That's like a positive for your community. Maybe if some of those will keep it. Maybe some of those will come back and watch you more. I don't know. It's just for the fucking community, bro.
Right? So here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really, thank you.
Donos outside of US/UK/EU/AU/Canar instant bans.
Yeah, we'll get to that. JG Winnell, thank you for the 2, dude. Thank you so much. You get a
Young out.
Young out.
Here we go. I'm just going to gift you. And they gift 500 memberships to their community. And they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is like life-changing money for me.
Oh my
and
God.
It doesn't count. They don't get it. They get a quarter, a nickel.
Okay.
Like,
Bro,
what the fuck?
I thought it's not
So,
about
now
the money.
here's the deal. All right?
All right.
Basically, you might say, well, how is this allowed? It's not.
It's not.
It doesn't matter how much YouTube pretends like it is. It's not, because it's an exploit. The
What?
difference would be if this was correct. If this was a proper like currency conversion, then it would be correct.
Bro, if it was a proper currency conversion, nobody would ever do it because it's a lot of money. It's too much money. That's why they do it, dude.
But it's not. It's not a proper currency conversion. It's an exploit.
All
So
right.
in reality,
Cool.
when people do this, they're breaking the law, and YouTube, every time that they enable this, also is kind of breaking their own terms of service, or not terms of service, excuse me, their own partnership contract. Okay? If
How?
this becomes a
Point to the line in the contract where it says
huge
that.
thing on YouTube, and this starts happening en masse to tons of YouTubers,
En
that's
masse.
a lawsuit against YouTube.
Okay, sue them.
And they're going to have a hard time defending themselves.
All right, sue them.
They are, because this
Sue
is
them
a
then,
problem.
bitch.
This is a giant hole where people can just lie and buy things on the cheap, and that affects people's businesses, right?
How?
Imagine if you
Oh
were
my
running a restaurant, and
Oh
someone
my
walked into your restaurant and says,
God,
well, I have
bro.
a coupon that says that I get everything on the menu for a nickel. Like, what the fuck is this? Hey, you got to honor the coupon. Tough shit.
This guy's such a fucking dumbass, bro.
Your mouth drooling fucking retard. I shouldn't have said that.
The difference with a fucking... I don't even have to explain this. I shouldn't even bother. But the difference with a fucking restaurant is that you're in a country and you accept the currency of whatever fucking country you're in. That's the downside to doing shit online, bro. You chose this lifestyle. You're doing shit online. People can watch you from anywhere. They don't have to give you US dollars. What the fuck? I thought this is obvious. Like, dude, you're accepting money from the entire world and you're crying that not everything is the US dollar. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Right? No, that's bullshit. I'm not going to give you everything for free. What are you, out of your fucking mind? But, you know, again, here's the problem with YouTube. Like I already told you
There you
earlier.
go.
Talking
Mask
to
off.
YouTube support,
Mask
you might
off.
as well talk to the painting behind me. Because I will get a better response from the painting than talking to YouTube support. And I have an example of this.
Okay.
About 2 years ago, I found that there was a huge bug on YouTube. I found it myself because I was clicking around and doing stuff, and you know, I was like, oh my god, this is a humongous liability for YouTube. If they don't fix this, this could break the site. So I contacted YouTube support and I gave them step-by-step instructions on how it works. Screen captures, everything. YouTube argued with me for 2 weeks that I was wrong. 2 weeks. And I kept telling them, no, I'm not. Here's the evidence. I don't want to hear you give me a form letter.
So you gotta love this guy. This fucking guy that tells you what he buys on his day off for dinner doesn't tell you about a life-saving YouTube thing. He's like the hero in the story. And you really expect us to believe you didn't tell anybody? You would have been bragging. You would have tweeted it. You would have wanted articles written about you. This fucking guy? This guy right here? Sure, dude. Yeah, great.
I don't want to hear this bullshit. This is a huge site exploit. You need to fix it. So after 2 weeks of me hammering them and saying it's real, give it to someone to review, YouTube support closed my conversation, and I didn't hear from them again. And within 1 month, it was fixed. They closed the problem. They repaired it behind the scenes. Okay? So it's not that YouTube doesn't fix these issues. It's that they drag their feet when they do, and they fight you because they actually think they're so smart that there's no way that they could possibly have an issue like this on the site. Like, no way, man. An exploit like that, there's no way that exists. We're smarter than that. We're all Ivy League trained. We're all professional brainiacs over here at Google. I mean, we fucking eat pomegrapples and slide down slides and do
Pomegrapples?
Pilates during one of our fucking classes during our workday. There's no possible way that we could have a problem with the site. You're out of your mind.
What the fuck is a pomegranate?
But then come to find out, every time
Oh, it's a smoothie.
people
Okay.
are right, and then they fix the problems behind the scenes, right? So this is definitely a problem right now. Now, here's the thing.
Big
now
problem.
I'm aware of it. And when I see people come in here, and I see these super chats and things coming out, I'm just going to ban these people on site and not even respond.
Argentina, you're banned. Get fucked. Wait, I have a clip. Why did I say it?
Get fucked.
You're banned. Bro literally is fucking banning countries. He did it. The mad fucking lad is doing it. Isaac Heimler himself is coming out to ban, eradicated, destroyed. He's not LTG, by the way, but he is literally fucking Thanos snapping half of his members. Eradicating countries, bro.
So if you notice, you know, a super chat comes in and it's, you know, a foreign currency and it's someone saying something stupid, I'm just going to ban and just move on with my day.
Yo, he sees a foreign currency, he fucking homelanders your ass with his laser eyes. Get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck you think you are, Argentina? Who the fuck you think you are? Get out of here.
So if you notice, you know, a super chat comes in
Build the super chat wall.
and it's, you know, a foreign currency and it's someone saying something stupid, I'm just going to ban and just move on with my day and ignore them. All right? Now,
Damn.
I can't stop people from using a site exploit. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't make YouTube fix the fucking problem. All right? You would think
It's not a
that
problem.
now that I've talked about this publicly, that it would become knowledge that people would want to fix.
Can somebody ask him? Don't give him money. But does somebody ever ask him, Phil, if I am in Argentina, do you want me to use a VPN to go to the United States? Because what if I did that? Is that what I have to do now? Is that against some sort of terms of service? To tell people I'm not going to accept your money if you're in a certain country? Implying they have to use a VPN. Like, come on. What? Is that okay? Can I do that?
But again, no one listens to Dark Side Phil.
Right.
To me, I'm no one, right? I'm nobody. I'm some idiot.
Truest
There's no
statement.
possible way that I could know anything about this or know anything important.
Truest statement
so
he's ever
obviously, you know, me saying this, I might as well be telling this story to this painting. Because the rest of the internet treats me like a dumb meme rather than a human who knows shit.
What?
Because I've been around the block for 15 fucking years. I know what I'm
Right.
talking about. I might as well tell Mega Man about it. Maybe Mega Man will throw the Shadow Blade at YouTube and fix the problem, right?
Bro, this dude's really trying to pull out this fucking, oh, I know everything, and he doesn't know about regional pricing. This guy right here, he thinks it's a glitch. He's calling it a glitch and a bug and an exploit. Because it's regional pricing. Okay.
But you would definitely hope that someone would listen and try to fix this problem, okay? So if more fake stuff comes in, there's nothing I can do about it.
Fake stuff?
All right? But I can wholeheartedly
Yo, Norwegian krone, get the fuck out of here. Argentinian peso, you guys got fake money. Kekistan, fake money. Fuck out of here with your fake money, bitch.
tell you, after investigating the situation,
Investigating.
having basically looked at forum posts and all the evidence, I have 550 fake memberships on the channel right now.
I just want to point out, I don't know if anyone was actually bragging. I don't know what he's referring to. But I will say there's a lot of people who were speculating that that's what was happening, just like I did. People were speculating that it was probably like a cheap currency, like Argentina. And that's how the person donated a bunch of money, and he's complaining he doesn't have the money, because that made the most sense. So I don't even know what the fuck he's referring to. Is he just talking about people speculating? I don't know.
They're not real. No one
But
paid
alright.
for them. You know, it's good that you guys have the benefits from them. That's amazing. But the problem is the whole point of this leaderboard down here is to show how I'm doing support-wise on a stream.
What?
Correct? And when you see 1,147 memberships,
Yo.
what's the first thing that comes to mind? Wow, that's a lot of members. Phil's doing really good for himself.
Yo. Literally, 2 minutes ago, literally, not even exaggerating, he said, it's a good thing this happened to me, because could you imagine a smaller streamer? Like, I'm well off, but a smaller streamer would like think, oh wow, it's like $1,000, life-changing money. Bro, I thought you were okay. I thought you were fine. What do you mean?
Thank you.
I thought you were fine, dude.
Really,
You're a
thank
big streamer, right?
Just no, superhero, out here.
Hey, we out here. Thank you, Determined, for the 2, dude. Thank you. You get this?
I'm him. I've been him. I will continue to be him.
That's not true.
It's not
That's
true.
a misconception.
It's a misconception that he literally just told us. He told us he was okay. But you see, saying I'm okay is just a misconception. In case you didn't know, it's just a misconception that I'm okay. But imagine if it happened to a smaller streamer. See, because I'm okay. But it's a misconception.
Based on 550 memberships, I'm not going to get paid for. Okay? So
You are getting paid. Again, he tried to sneak it in there. He's trying to retcon what he literally said before. You are being paid. It's just in funny money. But you're being paid.
based on 550 memberships, I'm not going to get paid for.
Right.
Okay? So that's not right. Because
Right.
now what will happen is people will come by and look at that and say, wow, Phil's doing well off for himself. He's got tons of support. He doesn't need help today.
Yo.
I'll come back in a couple weeks maybe when things are slower and I'll help him then. And that's bullshit. I make my living on that. This is my main income down here. You understand? There's no behind the scenes agreements that I have with companies to pay me to shield their products. This is what I make my living on, and that can hurt me concretely. All right? So, enough is enough.
Guys, I'm still poor, I promise. I need... Also, like, if people come by later to give you money, won't you get their money anyways? I don't get it. Like, how is the greed massively strong in this, at this fucking power level? Over 9,000. What the fuck? He's saying if people come by and see I have members, they won't give me money. They're gonna come by later and give me money. So you're gonna get their money anyways. According to your own logic. Unless you're lying to me, Phil. Are you lying to me? Are you afraid people won't tip you if you have a lot of members? I don't know, dude.
Right now, I'm fixing the fucking members total.
I'm fixing
to
it.
be appropriate to what I
Thanos.
really have.
Homelander.
I have 550 fake memberships.
Fake.
So if you subtract 600, or excuse me, 500,
shit.
you're at 647. And if you subtract the other 50, right, you're at 597.
Bro.
In reality, I currently have 597 members. That's the accurate number. And so what I would like to do today is get 610. Okay?
There's the scam. There's the scam. He didn't make $0 on it. You made some money. You made at the exchange rate of what they paid for it. And then he just Thanos snaps them away. Somehow. He just can do that. It's okay all of a sudden. I thought it was for the community, bro. What the fuck? Do it for the culture, man.
It's only fair that I properly adjust it
Yeah.
so people actually know what I have.
It's only fair that I make you guys think I'm poorer than I am. Yeah, that seems fair to me, dude.
Because that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair to you or me to have people think that this community is doing so much better than it is because someone used a fucking exploit on YouTube that they need to fix on their end and I have no control over. All right? So there you go.
Man.
Now, it is what it is. Now, listen. That's still a great amount of members. I'm not disappointed about that. And typically around this time of year, that's about the amount of members that I would actually have regardless. But the problem now is this month my income is way down because there's no ad revenue to go around on YouTube at all. Like literally nothing. So ad revenue that I had over the last few months in the fall, I don't have. If you would like to support the streams, by all means.
He's gonna beg? Let me just delete like 600 memberships and then I'm gonna beg for more. What? Is he for real? Is this dude real, man? How is he real?
Please do. And by the way, now that we've confirmed what was really going on, gifted memberships do help this channel. We know that now. As long as they're legit and people aren't abusing the fucking system and using an illegal exploit, all right, I will get credit for memberships and gifted memberships. So if you wanted to gift memberships to the community, yes, thank you. That would help a lot. All right. Saying super chat.
But what if I'm in Argentina? What if I'm from a different country? You just straight up told me you're not going to acknowledge it. It's banned on site, bro. You said you're going to dismiss it and ignore the pop-up.
Never had a problem with. Tips, never had a problem with. By all means, if you want to contribute via those means, please do. All right. But I am now going to leave this adjusted for the month. 550 members really don't exist. I'm not going to count them for the channel and make it look like I'm doing way better.
Also, 550 members really don't exist? They do, though. What do you mean they don't exist? What? They don't fucking exist. They're worthless. Those people are literally worthless. Mask off completely. He doesn't give a shit about his community. If he doesn't get paid, he'll just delete the memberships. Bro, there you go. Full mask off
than I am, because that's bullshit. Okay?
He just said he never had a problem with tips. What about chargebacks? Wow, I didn't even catch that.
Okay. Excuse me.
Okay. Sway.
All right. So, that's the deal. I know that sounds crazy, but does it sound as crazy as the fact that there was a Comcast employee that for years was actually messing with my internet from internally in Comcast?
For years? For years? Also, what the fuck? What? He's trying to justify his behavior by bringing up someone else's actions. Justify your actions by bringing up unrelated actions. What the fuck? Just wants you to feel bad for him. Yeah, I know what I did is fucking scam you, but, you know, someone was messing with me. What? Okay.
Was actually messing with my internet from internally in Comcast.
All right.
But that really happened. Does it sound as crazy as the fact that not once but twice I had people catfishing my entire community, pretending to be a fan so they could get in as a moderator, only to then after the fact try to leak information about my mods and also mess with my chats? That really happened too. Does it sound as crazy as the fact that someone actually pretended to be an escort that I supposedly was paying to fly over from Europe repeatedly?
I mean, you did kind of do that. You literally did kind of do that, except it wasn't from Europe. She was from Michigan, and now she lives with you. You still flew her out there and had whatever the fuck you guys had together. You still did that secretly while begging for money. Why are you pretending this didn't happen? And also detractors, quote unquote, Kiwi Farms are the people who helped disprove that. They looked into it for you, but he never brings that up too. Conveniently, he never brings up the fact that detractors were the one to help him out there.
Because I didn't have...
And also, what the fuck does this have to do with you just deleting members and saying they don't exist? They're worthless human beings. LTG style fucking rant. Straight up. What does any of this have to do? Am I supposed to feel bad for you? Am I gonna tip you now because you say all of this? Am I supposed to, does this make it okay? Does this justify your actions? Whatever makes you sleep at night, man. God.
The ability to have a real relationship, and I was blowing all my money on it. And then they were trying to catfish so that they could actually blackmail me later. Well, that really happened too.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying? Like, all that stuff actually really happened.
Okay.
So as crazy as this story sounds, it's not as crazy as the other shit that's already really happened.
There's nothing really crazy about
believe
it.
Okay?
Believe it,
so, I mean,
yes. Indoctrinate the cult some more.
People are wild and insane with the way that they act, and it's just out of control. All right? It's absolutely out of control.
It's out of control.
Right, oh, by the way, while we have a couple moderators on the stream, FYI, moderators who are here, because I didn't have a chance to message everyone yet, this Sunday night, I'm planning on doing my first ever stream over on DSP Throwback.
What? Okay.
If you're a moderator and you can make it, please let me know, because what I need to do is set that channel up for the stream, and I haven't yet. So I need to get people moderated over there, like upgraded to moderators. If you're interested in helping,
why would I want to help?
Me.
What if I was one of those people who got a membership from the 550 that he just Thanos snapped? You called me worthless, bro.
Because what I need to do is get you over there set up as moderators. So like Ponage, I saw you. I'll probably talk to like Slayer later tonight. And I talked to some of my other moderators as well. I think actually Madara might help out.
Okay.
So I want to get all the moderators over there so that we can get it set up so we can have a good stream on Sunday night. Okay. So if you're interested, shoot me an email.
Yeah, shoot me an email.
Some help.
Not from Argentina though. If you're from Argentina, I'm gonna fucking send it to Ban World.
So I'm gonna do streams on the Throwback channel. It's not a big deal, but I definitely need some help with that, so that way it's not just me trying to moderate when I'm doing stuff myself. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So there you go.
So there you go.
So King Be Cruel says, is it ironic your old Final Fantasy 13 channel is hijacked by someone who streams Spanish soccer on it? You know, I'll be honest with you guys, I have absolutely nothing against Spanish-speaking people.
What? Okay, hold on. I gotta hear this again. Real quick. Gotta hear this again.
King Be Cruel says, is it ironic your old Final Fantasy 13 channel is hijacked by someone who streams Spanish soccer on it? You know, I'll be honest with you guys, I have absolutely nothing against Spanish-speaking people.
I gotta press X to that on that one. He doesn't like the Latinas anymore because they rejected him, dude.
I've known tons of Spanish-speaking people of various different ethnicities.
Wait, what?
Against Spanish-speaking people. I've known tons of Spanish-speaking people of various different ethnicities.
Yes, those Latinas in high school.
Over the course of my life, who are very nice people. I don't think this is the case. That has anything to do with that. I just think it's a bunch of bad apples. Let's put it that way. It's a bunch of bad apples. And they try to spoil the bunch, but they're not going to spoil it for me.
Why would he even describe it that way? What a weird way to talk about that. It's just a bunch of bad apples. These Spanish people are just a bunch of bad Spanish people. What? Why would you say that?
Spanish countries are nice people in general. Okay.
Okay.
But there's bad people everywhere, right? Exactly.
Yeah, I'm looking at one right now. He's on the screen talking crap about me. All right. Again, too, it's like, how does he know, by the way? How would he even know if he received a membership tomorrow or today even? Let's just say today, because we're going to check out the family night stream. How would he even know if he got a membership from Argentina, but the dude used a VPN to go to the US? What if that happened? Because I'm sure that's probably happened. I wouldn't be surprised if he's telling people behind the scenes. This is the same guy that wanted to secretly receive a PC for free and not tell anybody. And also get a dude to buy statues from him and not tell anybody. Was telling the guy not to tell anybody about it. Or some bullshit, man. This is the same guy. You cannot believe anything this guy does. Who knows what the hell he's telling these people behind the scenes? Behind the scenes. Insane, man. This is wild. I want to see this part again where he deletes the members. It's really funny. It's like the Vest Streak when he deleted all the Vest Streak people. Here, he does it here.
So that's not right. Because now what will happen is people will come by and look at that and say, wow, Phil's doing well off for himself. He's got tons of support. He doesn't need help today. I'll come back in a couple weeks maybe when things are slower and I'll help him then. And that's bullshit. I make my living on that. This is my main income down here. You understand? There's no behind the scenes agreements that I have with companies to pay me to shield their products.
Hey, he told us the other day that he'll shout out any tips that he receives behind the scenes off his streams, unless they tell him not to. He literally said that, which means who knows how many tips this guy gets without even saying who, where, when, or where, or who he got them from. I don't know. How many tips is he getting behind the scenes?
This
Lots
is
of
what
money.
I make my living on, and that can hurt me concretely. All right? So, enough is enough.
All right.
Right now, I'm fixing the fucking members total to be
Mario and Sonic,
appropriate to what I really have. I have 550 fake memberships. So if you subtract 600,
They're
or excuse me,
fake.
500, you're at 647. And if you subtract the other 50, right, you're at 597. In reality, I currently have 597 members.
I bet.
That's the accurate number. And so what I would like to do today is get 610. Okay? It's only fair that I properly adjust it so people actually know what I have. Because that's bullshit.
Like, he says I have to properly adjust it so people actually know what I have. How would he even know if the 597 is also legit too? Why does he choose only that 600 or 550? What if there's others? Like, dude, and also you're literally adjusting it so people don't actually know how much you have. How are you adjusting it so people know how much you have?
You know what I'm saying?
All right. No, I don't.
That's not fair to you or me.
I
to have
really
people
don't.
think that this community is doing so much better than it is because someone used a fucking exploit on YouTube that they need to fix on their end and I have no control over. All right?
Okay.
So there you go.
Great.
Now it is what it is. Now listen, that's still a great amount of members. I'm not disappointed about that. And typically around this time of year, that's about the amount of members that I would actually have regardless.
And then he brags. He brags too. He's like, now this is the amount of members. I would have this anyways. You guys would give me the money for this. What the fuck?
But the problem now is this month my income is way down because there's no ad revenue to go around on YouTube at all. Like literally nothing. So ad revenue that I had over the last few months in the fall, I don't have. If you would like to support the streams, by all means, please do.
Damn.
And by the way, now that we've confirmed what was really going on, gifted memberships do help this channel. We know that now. As long as they're legit and people aren't abusing the fucking system and using an illegal exploit, All right.
Illegal.
I will get credit
Illegal
for memberships
exploit.
and gifted
Uh-oh,
memberships.
he's
So
late.
if you wanted to gift memberships to the community, yes, thank you.
He's
That
late.
would help a lot. All right. Sending super chats,
Man,
never had a problem with.
Of course this fucking dude is late, man. Of course. What's wrong? What's wrong? Is Kat, like, busy? Is she playing Starfield? Is she having second thoughts? What's going on? Man.
Never had a problem with. By all means, if you want to contribute via those means, please do. All right. But I am now going to leave this adjusted for the month.
Yeah, bet on no snorts. I'll take that bet, dude. No snorts whatsoever.
550 members really don't exist. I'm not going to count them for the channel and make it
Face
look like
paint.
I'm
She's got to put on her makeup.
doing way better than I am, because that's
Put on her moo-moo.
bullshit. Okay?
Take a sip.
Okay. Excuse me. All right. So, that's the deal. I know that sounds crazy, but does it sound as crazy as the fact that there was a Comcast
Yeah, okay, fuck. I don't want to hear this shit again. I don't want to hear this bullshit manipulator tactic. Abusive fucking boyfriend ass attitude. Okay, big ups. I'm checking Raw Phil. He's not here. He's just late. Thank you, Phil. Thank you for disappointing all of the people that are waiting for you to show up. It's not nice, dude. Let's go check out the last one, because why not? We'll go check out the last DSP and Kat stream and look for some funny moments in said stream. Let's look at part 2. No, part 1. Part 1. We'll do this.
from Gabriel. Which game are you looking forward to most this year? We already answered this again, right? It would be Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Some people are coming in late, and they didn't realize that we answered these earlier. So yes, it was Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth.
You
Don't
better
worry, this
show up
happens to
on
me every
time,
single
huh?
day, too. I have to answer the same question 4 times because people come in late. And let's see here.
Here, I'll leave his stream open here.
A dollar tip from Michigan Champ saying, when can we expect another stream like this? Hope this becomes a regular thing. We don't know. Like I said, we're not promising everything. I'm the kind of guy, I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. If the stream goes well tonight and we have a good time and we feel like, hey, we want to do one next week or in 2 weeks, we'll consider it.
Oh,
like I said, the next
there you go.
thing we're seriously considering as something that we want to kind of set in stone is when Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth comes out, doing that simulated island, build your own island mode together. That could be pretty neat. But we're not going to go crazy here and promise anything. Got a dollar tip from someone saying, happy to see you treat Jasper like a real family member. I treat my cats Calypso and Nebula as my family also.
Okay.
As well you should. Because
Come
pets
on.
are part of a family. Whether people... The problem is a lot of people don't treat them like that. Instead, they just treat them like a belonging, and that's not what they are. They are a living creature and a part of your family just like anybody else, and you should treat them appropriate. Right? $1.30 tip. Wow, they're still piling in.
There's
all right.
I had to do it to them snipes.
Speaking of piling in,
Is Phil serious? What if one of those 550 that just got blipped paid for their membership is USD? This is galaxy levels of regardedness.
yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Thank you, Gengar Green, for the 5. It's insane. Banning countries from giving you money. Well, I guess not banning, because he can't just ban them, but he's not even going to acknowledge them. Like, what? That's insane. He's literally
This is
Thanos.
drama, and we're not going to talk about drama, so good luck trying to get that answered.
Good luck. Good luck
And
with the
$1.30
drama.
tip. Oh my god, it's the running joke from CM Fool. I know who you are, CM Fool. He says, Kat, please convince DSP to finish the story of the Quiet Man side B. Of course he brings up that like 4 years later. He still
right.
brings it up. I still remember the night when I was trying to beat that Quiet Man game and you were at work. And I was trying to finish it, and I had to go to the bathroom so bad, but
Your
I said, no, I'm going to
face.
finish it. And it took like 2 hours to finish it. And I ran to the bathroom. I was like, this is the most ridiculous thing ever. It was so long. He's still bringing that freaking thing up.
I think I said this last time, but how the fuck does he remember that? But he can't remember One-Armed Joe or One-Armed Steve or whatever. In one of his back in the day segments, he said he met like a one-armed fellow. And there was like this crazy story. And you ask him specific shit. He was asked like years later, hey Phil, do you remember One-Armed Steve? Or whatever the fuck his name was. And he's like, no, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So how do you remember like whatever? It's almost like it's made up or something.
Let's see here.
Cool.
Rox did a super chat, says, what is your favorite anime? Do you even have a favorite anime? Do you watch anime?
No.
Yeah, will they switch seats? I don't know.
Nope.
You would think, right?
There you go.
Oh, is he back? Oh, never mind.
The answer is no, nope, and no. So, triple no. Okay. It's funny because CM Fool, we know who you are. Like, I can recognize when you're bringing that up every time. We know it's you. Okay. Let's see here. Do you have any favorite Christmas movies? A little late for that question, but do you have any favorite Christmas movies?
How is that?
Probably the first one.
All right.
Oh, you're hitting him to me. No,
No, his claws hurt sometimes.
yeah, I know. Oh, I know.
So-
I know from when he goes onto my lap, his claws hurt.
Yeah, Home Alone 1 is definitely like...
I'm going to point out a little nitpick there. DSP said, oh, I know his claws hurt when he goes on my lap. But the next day after this, he was saying, oh, Jasper was so excited, and I'm used to him crawling on me, and he doesn't really scratch me when he's on me. But Kat, he kept scratching Kat because he was excited. Why do you lie? Why do you lie so much?
This movie.
Home Alone.
Ah.
Probably the first one.
Oh, you're hitting him to me. No,
No, his claws hurt sometimes.
yeah, I know. Oh, I know.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
Except I don't really, because apparently I
I
lied.
know from when he goes onto my lap. His
When
claws
did you
hurt.
lie? When's the lie? I don't know.
Yeah, Home Alone 1 is definitely like my favorite one, or one of my favorites that I can remember.
Now, wait a minute.
What?
What about the movie that we watch together every year?
We didn't watch Polar
We didn't
Express
watch it this year. No, we didn't.
No, I like... Okay, the movie's funny to me because it's weird.
It
It
is
is
weird.
It's not... I mean, it's not a bad movie, but it's like... I like watching it because I like to laugh at it. Sort of. Like, it's funny with the elves, the parachuting elves.
Yes.
And the,
You like Steven Tyler, Elf,
Yeah.
playing music
Yeah.
for all of them. Very appropriate, right?
Okay.
Right.
What a unique
Will
stream.
there ever
man.
be a couples react stream? I don't know.
Uh-oh.
I don't even know something that we would want to both react to together. I'm not sure. Honestly, that was the last thought of our heads, right? We're thinking hangout sessions, maybe some gameplay. We didn't even talk about reacting to something together. You know.
I love how he's like, what would we react to? I don't know. Just bring her on your stupid subscription, your member reaction things, where people just suggest videos.
I don't know. We have to think about it.
We have to think. We need something specific.
yeah, it would depend on what it is.
Yeah, if we have any interest in anything together, I guess, right?
Like, why would they both have to have an interest in it? I don't know. That's really weird to me. Like, can't they just watch what random people send them? These random videos. Why can't they just do that?
Kat, do you ever watch Phil's streams?
He's so
it
smug the
depends
whole
if
stream,
I like
yeah.
the game. If I like the game or I'm interested in it, I will watch. But if not, then no.
There you go. So sometimes you are.
When's the kiss part? I want to hear him, like, freak out about kissing his wife again. I'm going to look
watching,
for it.
sometimes you're not.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll catch part of a stream, I know, because
Yeah.
you'll say you watch part of it. And for example, you know, on the React show, sometimes I'll say, what did you think of the show? And she'll be like, oh, I watched the first half. There were some good videos. I got bored and I stopped watching.
Yeah.
Right? So. All right. Derek, thank you. He says, I hope you both have a good, great 2024. Enjoy the game releases this year. Thank you.
I had to do it to them snipe.
Hey, big ups.
Hey babe, you
Determined.
ready for Snort Family stream? Lol. Blue heart, purple heart, green
Aw.
heart. Also love you. Also my B for throwing an odd to my wife in a tip at branded. I saw her in chat. Smiley face.
Hey, determined. It's all good, bro. It's all good. Thank you for the 5, man. He's still late, by the way.
Be right here.
Oh.
I know not everyone could be here tonight for the stream, and that's perfectly fine.
Look at this fake voice.
Okay. How's everyone tonight? What's going on?
Hold up. Let me get his chat on screen.
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody?
Here we go.
So, FYI,
Thank
I
you,
still
Raw
have the
Phil.
same stool.
Thank you, Raw Phil. Oh, there
We
we
don't
go.
have a new one, but tomorrow when we go out, we're going to go to a store or two and see if we can find a better stool, because this one is terrible.
All right.
It's not even the right height. It's not comfortable in any way. We rotated sides this week. I'll be on the right side and Kat will be on the left. That way
There you
I can
go.
easily,
They switched seats.
reach the laptop. The problem last time was we didn't test it, so I couldn't really reach, and it was kind of rough to reach out and grab everything and update the leaderboard and everything, so it should be easier this time around.
Gotta boost his audio so
You know, it's
much.
a work
man.
in progress. We're going to be working on this. Ultimately, what we need to do is get this comfy for when we're going to play games together. When we're going to play Like a Dragon, we need to have this nice and comfy, right? So, we'll see how it goes. Try to get a little bit better every time. What's up, Avarice? Good evening, Nightman. What's up, Keanu? Caligula. What's up?
What's up? Look at his voice. He's so fake. What a fake asshole, man. Look at how he
Jade,
talks.
how are you feeling? Are you feeling better? You're here tonight, but I want to make sure you're feeling all right. You haven't been feeling too well recently.
He's so fake.
I hope you're feeling much better tonight.
Mike Clum in the room.
Roman Victor, what's up? Last Frontier, what's up? What's up to everyone joining right now?
Wow, look
We'll
how
wait
positive
a
he
little bit
is
longer before we begin. We'll wait
when
for
his
everyone to
wife is
show
in the
up.
room.
What's up, No Sleep Real Vibes?
Interesting. Interesting.
As you guys can see, no goals when I do these streams. Only iced coffee. What's going on? When I do these streams, I don't want to have any goals associated. Listen, if you guys want to contribute, thanks.
Oh my god.
And, you know, much appreciated. But these are supposed to be like chill hangout sessions, right?
He's so
They're
fake.
Not about being some kind of a fundraising event or profitable stream or anything like that. All right.
It's almost like he's trying to hide the fact that he
What's up,
begs in
Turtle
front of his
Sniffer?
wife. Isn't that interesting?
It's weird. Probably smell.
I think that's all that is. He doesn't want to beg in
Mark
front of
Protects
her
high
because it's
feeling
embarrassing, and he knows it's embarrassing. I really think that's all it is.
We're gonna have the same rules as last week, and what that means is
Yeah, he
essentially,
snorted. He snorted,
you
man.
know, it's about us hanging out with you. So, you know, don't ask about things like the documentary.
What?
Don't ask silly questions. No, Kat is not pregnant. That was really stupid.
Bruh.
You know, stuff like that. Don't try to get too personal. You know, if there's any questions that we feel
She's
like too
just
personal,
fat.
we're just
She's
not
not
gonna answer
pregnant.
them, or we're going to skip them. If you spam the chat with the same question 12 times and I happen to not answer it, there's probably a good reason. You should probably stop
He
spamming
said
the
it
chat.
again.
You know, it's common sense stuff, but a lot of people don't have common sense.
Okay, about this doc thing, I think he doesn't want Kat to reveal something that he doesn't want revealed. That's all that seems like to me. He doesn't want her talking about the
What's
documentary.
up, Felix DeMade? Good evening, cool spot. How are
That's
you
all
guys?
that is, man. I'm willing to bet my life on that. He seems very controlling over what she says, talking over her. And I think the documentary, she might say something that he doesn't want her to say. So, yeah, where's the camera? I don't know. What's he doing?
So, we're gearing up. We're going to start in just a few minutes. We probably won't wait too much longer. We'll wait just another couple minutes.
He's got to set up the
Get it
lens.
past 7.
He's got to
and then
back
maybe
the
we'll begin.
camera
We'll
up.
go for 2 hours or so tonight. Or
I'm
depending,
sorry.
you know how it goes. If
I don't like making
if it
fun of
slows
her.
down
I'm
early,
sorry.
we can end early. If it goes late because people have questions, we'll go. You know, we'll see how we feel. That's the cool thing. No pressure. This is not a gameplay stream where I guaranteed you guys 2 hours of gameplay.
No
It's,
pressure.
kind of just a hangout session and casually see how it goes.
Implying
all right?
there's pressure to give him
Sarah,
money.
good evening. Hyped
In
to
a
see
normal
Kat again. I'm
stream.
glad to
Okay,
hear that.
whatever. I'll stop talking.
I'm glad to hear you're feeling better, Jade. That's excellent. We're finally not freezing. Finally, it's gotten warmer.
Oh my god.
Here, and everything is starting to melt outside, which is great. All the ice and everything is starting to calm down.
Yeah, $50 for the camera. What's he waiting for? For real.
Yeah, Donnie, I love Firehouse subs. I don't know when we're gonna have a chance to get another one. We never seem to have a chance. It's never in our schedule of what we're doing.
All right.
Like
Zit.
tomorrow we gotta order food before we go out because we have a day full of appointments. So we actually have to try to our meal out will actually be like ordering like a breakfast because we eat and then we go out for the whole day. So
What? All right.
I don't think I want a Firehouse sub for breakfast. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
He's only going to
Probably
eat once. He's going to order out
Would be
once
very
tomorrow.
appropriate.
Yeah. I believe you, dude. I totally believe you.
No socks on. It's too hot. It's too hot in here for socks. We have the window all the way open and the fan is on, and we're trying to stay cool. It feels like it's actually going to be pretty hot tonight in here. We'll see.
All of us are excited for this stream. I'm in Chicago. It's been like -5. Wouldn't it be quicker
Oh,
to
yeah?
whip up toast and
This geek says in
eggs?
Chicago it's been like -5 degrees Fahrenheit the last 3 days. That sounds terrible.
Uh-oh, we got only iced coffee.
Danny, it probably makes sense if I read the messages since I'm so used to doing it. I can read them incredibly fast off the screen or whatever, you know.
Bruh, implying
As
she can't
opposed to
read?
If Kat were to read messages, she'd probably have to get used to doing it quickly.
What?
Which is not easy. Especially with sometimes when it gets into high gear and the questions are flying by and having to read from the email and then up here from the leaderboard and back and forth. So it makes more sense for me to be reading.
Is he saying she can't read fast, bro? What the? How does he say
Think of it
this?
this way? I am the pilot. of the ship, right? I'm the one. I'm at the helm.
What? Did he really?
Okay.
Oh
Almost
my
ready to start,
God.
guys.
So great start. She's
You
not
guys feeling
pregnant
good?
and
You
she
guys
can't
feeling ready
fucking
To
read.
begin.
Yeah, that's sick, dude. You love
Wow,
your
we're
wife,
400
huh?
People again. Wow. I mean, last week I don't even know how many we had. We weren't
Nice.
paying any attention.
View
but
audit.
that stream had tremendous views. I was like, holy
View
crap. I know we're
audit.
not going to get that every single week.
Oh
you know?
my! Let me get his views up, by the way.
Okay.
How do I go about doing that?
Only iced coffee. I have no idea what you're talking about, honestly. But if you wanted to shoot an email, you can. I don't even know what you're addressing. Good evening, Derek. Well, Mark, you live in... It's very hot. Yeah, well, Mark, you live in Australia. You're in the opposite
The
end of the
opposite.
earth, so you got the opposite of what we have, right? And then in our summer, you're kind of, you know, chilly or mid-range temps, right?
Hold on,
All right,
hold on.
see, good evening.
I'm doing something. This.
Oh my goodness, excuse me. Whew.
Oh, he's being
Oh my
all
God,
sorts of
excuse me,
gross.
I'm so sorry. We had a meatloaf dinner, and I'm exploding on the stream before we even begin. I'm exploding. Turtle
All right,
Sniffer, you've jumped the gun. It's not time for questions. We have
All
not
right.
begun that session yet. You've asked too early, and now you have violated the rules, and you are not allowed to ask a question. Everyone else gets one before you.
What did he
Because
say?
You asked too early. I'm sorry.
I wasn't looking.
That's the rules.
All right, I put his views up on the stream. You can see it now.
Oh my God, this stool is really bad. It is wobbling really bad. I wonder if it's going to make it all night. Holy crap, I might be kneeling by the end of the night at this rate.
Is he gonna complain about this stool all night like he did
Okay.
last time?
All right, are we good to start? Is everyone feeling good to start? And begin with our hangout session here?
I don't know, bro. You're the one running the
I think
stream.
we're okay to start. Like I said, it's 7 o'clock. It's good. We're easy to tell the time that we started and everything, too.
Oh my God, please go.
Okay, I think we'll begin. So everyone, let's switch over here. Hold on. Ready?
All right, you
It's
guys
going to
ready?
look different, so prepare yourselves. As you can see, I'm on this side now. And for some reason, inexplicably, I'm on the same stool as last week, but I'm like twice the height. I don't understand it. I swear to God, this is the same stool I sat on last Wednesday night, but don't I look much taller? So I need a new stool. Like, I look way too tall on this stool right now.
The Dora
So
stream.
good evening, everyone. You ready? Let's get started here. Let me start recording. We'll do our little intro.
Man.
We already have a shout out to do, and we'll jump from there and go from there. Okay? Okay, here we go. Alrighty, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to our second ever family night here on DSP Gaming. I, of course, am here with my lovely wife, Kat.
Lovely?
And our pet Jasper
Lovely.
Kitty is on the floor in a bread position. He looks like a
Wearing
loaf
something
of
similar
bread
to last time.
on the floor relaxing. And we did this in a surprise stream last week, right? It shocked all of you. You were all like, oh my God, Kat is on the stream for the first time for 5.5 years. And it went really well.
No, bald spot's still
We
there.
had a lot of fun doing it. And I actually asked Kat this week, I said, do you want to come back and do another stream? It's up to you. It's an open door for you. And she thought about it for a few days. And after a few days, she says, yeah, I'll come back. Let's do it on Wednesday
Why
night.
can't
Let's
she
relax
say
and end your
this?
streaming week with just a chill kind of hangout stream. And that's exactly what we're going to do tonight. But let's just lay down the ground rules before we start. All right? Number one, these are questions that are supposed to be like a casual hangout session. This is not super ultra personal. Please don't
look at her
asking
eyeing the
crazy
chat right
personal
now.
questions. We have the ability to skip or not answer any questions that you toss our way. All right? This is not an interrogation or anything like that. Number two, this is not the place to be asking about, what about this documentary? What games are you going to be playing this year and stuff like that? You know, those questions are things for another day. This is for us to kind of hang out and answer questions, particularly if you have a lot of questions for Kat. Obviously, that would be tonight would be the night for that because she's here. You don't have to be asking me questions specifically and stuff like that. As you can see, we switched sides from last week. I was over there, but because of that, I couldn't really reach anything.
Bro,
Now
are
I'm
you
easily
fucking
able
kidding me?
To man this, I can update the leaderboard.
Is this
on
a
the
baby
fly.
stream?
I can read emails. I can read the chat. I can read everything quickly and easily. It's just weird because I look like I'm off to the side now.
Now
right?
I am
It's a
on
little
the
odd.
side.
But like I said, what we need to do is we need to perfect this. I'm on a stool that's terrible, a terrible flimsy plastic stool, and we need to get something better, especially because as we told you last week, our plans are actually to do a co-op playthrough of the island mode, simulation mode, whatever it's called.
I already hate
Dragon
this.
Infinite Wealth, and I got to have a better seating situation.
She hasn't
than this
said
in order to do
anything.
it. So we're gonna look tomorrow when we're out and see if we can find a stool.
Let
or
her
an
talk.
ottoman or
This is
something
her
quick
stream,
that we
bro.
can grab and have for the setup, because this
right.
does not feel comfy and it's kind of weird and off to the side. Okay. All right. So let's start. We already have a few shout outs to do. The way it's going to go is we're going to do shout outs, then we're going to read questions from the chat. In addition to that, we have a thread of questions that people posted up early in case they couldn't be here tonight. So I might go to that as well. If we run out of questions or things to do in the chat, we have a separate thread that we can reference. Okay.
Right. I forgot to check it out.
All right. So we're actually going to start off tonight with a tip here. It looks like there's a $10 tip.
Great. The Read Tips stream. It is not a scam.
Sir Ed Sheeran the Pure.
What?
And he asks, will we ever go on a couples game show? I don't even know what couples game shows even exist anymore. Are there even any? Like, when I was growing up, you know, there were a few different game shows that I would watch. But even then, like, I mean, we're talking about outdated ones.
Is
like,
she gonna talk?
Current ones. Yeah, I used to watch, like, what was it, like the $25,000 pyramid and stuff like that.
Bro, what is this rules and regulations just stream?
Yeah, well, there you go. Determine you got your wish,
I'm not
dude.
even aware.
Be careful
of
what
any
you wish
game
for,
shows
honestly.
that are couple shows. Are you aware of any
you.
current TV shows or whatever? Right? No. So I guess the answer would be no, unless you guys have suggestions. I mean, no. Obviously, we're not going to put our names out there or anything like that. It's kind of a silly question. Thank you for
It's
the
a
first
silly
contribution of the
question. I
night.
thought that's what you
Only
wanted,
Iced Coffee.
bro.
Thank you for re-upping your membership for 32 months. He said, not much to say other than I respect Kat a lot. There you go. You get some respect for coming back and being on the streams after so long. So thank you, Only Iced Coffee, for all that support.
Why is
Shadow
she not
Dancer
saying anything?
with the first super chat of the
Nice
night.
bald spot, by
Says,
the way.
hey guys, good to see Kat again. Thank you, Shadow Dancer, for that. And then Cloudy did a $1 super chat there. Thank you to Cloudy. Appreciate that very much. And I actually have the keyboard right in front of me, so I could type it right away. And I'm not juggling things here, which is good. So it should go much smoother this week. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
That's it for contributions
Really,
so
thank
far.
you.
If any more come in,
She's
we're going to
so
shout them out. But in the
mad,
meantime, if you want to tag me in the chat at
That's
DSP
Sigmoid.
Gaming to ask us questions.
Wait, that was it?
The one topic we'll
Damn.
talk about tonight at some point is that we played the Tekken 8 demo last week.
The grift
right? And you
didn't
really liked
work.
it. So I'm sure
They
people
got
might
no
ask about
money.
that. But outside of that, let's see what else you guys want to talk about. So here you go. Derek is asking, I've lived in Seattle about 10 years. You've now lived in Seattle about 6 years?
Yeah.
It was early 2018, yes. So what is it that we like about living in Seattle? I'll let you answer first, and then I'll answer anything personally. But what do you like about living here?
Talk,
in
lady.
general?
Come on.
I mean, we don't get crazy snowstorms or freezing temperatures like on the East Coast.
Right.
But
Terrible weather. Extreme weather.
yeah,
Right.
I'd say that's a positive.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
That's it?
That's all you like?
Food, I guess.
Oh,
Well, what kind of
yeah.
food that's out here that you like?
Well, there's a lot of Asian.
Food. Grangar Green with the
Art
5.
is
Thank
only
you.
there to be eye candy. Too bad it's the old, stale butterscotch candy in your grandma's purse.
Yeah, thank you, Gengar Green. Exactly. She likes food, by the way.
Like sushi places.
Like sushi.
And, I don't know. I mean, the thing is like there's ups and downs to living anywhere.
That's right.
So
Well, he's just asking, what do you like about being
yeah,
here,
the food,
right?
the food, and the weather is nicer.
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously negatives too, but
Yeah.
you know.
No, for me, it's been a couple quick things.
Oh,
Number
my
one,
Lord.
everything here is easily within a drivable distance, and you don't have to drive long distance to really do anything.
Yeah, that too.
Anything we need, a grocery store is around the corner, a pet store, an electric store.
He loves the food.
Electronic store, grocery store. Yeah, anything you can think of that you need. And we haven't driven on the highway since you moved here. Not once, right? We haven't had to.
I don't think so.
Because everything is so close. I mean, the furthest we drove, I think, was to a doctor appointment that was like an hour away. And that's like the furthest out we've gone.
So how the fuck does this dude spend so much time on his days off outside when everything is so close, and he complains that he has to go here and he has to go there and he has to do all these things? Like, bro, what?
You don't have to. When I lived in Connecticut,
All right.
you'd have to drive halfway across the state to get
Cool.
to half the stuff. It was frustrating. The other thing that I like about being out here is there's less people here than
What?
there were when I lived in Connecticut. It was very population dense.
What?
So anytime that I went out to do anything in Connecticut, you're sitting there in bumper-to-bumper traffic trying to drive around this already tiny state, and it was just a nightmare getting around. Here, you can get from point A to point B without too much traffic as long as it's not like rush hour. So those would be my two positives. And of course, Connecticut had a state income tax, and here there is no state income tax. There is a business tax that I pay because I operate a business here, but it's very different. But then again, our sales taxes here are higher, so it's kind of a trade-off. But I think I'd rather spend more on taxes because I choose to spend my money rather than just take it right out of my paycheck, which is what they were doing in Connecticut. So that's one of my major differences. So
that's a retcon.
Okay. We have a second tip coming in tonight, a $20 tip.
He moved to Washington State because he wanted no income tax. Now he's coping with the fact that he has a business tax. What a fucking retcon that is.
Ponage 101, he says, hello to Phil, Kat, and Jasper. Great to see you all back again, and great to see you back, Kat. Awesome. Thank you very much, Ponage. That is the second tip of the night. Let's get you up on the leaderboard. Jasper is in here. He was actually jumping on the chair earlier, but he just decided to lay on the floor. He's on the floor right now. If he jumps up on the chair again, which he might, he doesn't particularly stay in one place for too long. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you very much, Ponage. All right. Let's see here. So it looks like we got a couple super chats, but give me a second to get back over there. Because for some reason, the leaderboard takes forever to update these days. So we have Demon in the corner did a super chat. He says, Kat, don't be tense. Relax. It's going to be a nice, relaxing stream tonight. He said. So there you go. And Mr. Game Master with a super chat tonight. Thank you, Game Master, for the super chat as well. Let's get you up on the leaderboard.
Demon in the corner, shout outs, man. She gave a little half-hearted laugh. Does she know what that means? She laughed like she knew what that meant. I don't know, dude. Looks like he has a hairnet on.
Let's see here.
Look at this. He has a hairnet on.
Okay, this is a question for you. Now, I don't know if you've ever done this before. Curly Fox says, I don't know if you said you never gamed much in the past. Did you ever play Pokemon? And what would your starter Pokemon pick be? Did you ever play Pokemon before? And did you have a starter Pokemon in any?
How does he not know?
No, I don't remember. If I did, it was so long ago. I haven't played Pokemon recently.
Yeah.
So.
Do you have any Pokemon that you like particularly? I mean, you probably watched me play it a few times, right?
Snorlax.
No. No. Okay. Be honest. If you don't really care about Pokemon.
Damn, why'd you wheel her out? Okay. She's so uninteresting.
All right.
Come
Midwest
on.
Man says, how do you like your coffee? How do you drink your coffee when you have a coffee?
Lots of sugar?
Usually like flavored creamer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Like what flavor?
Well, right now I tried that peppermint mocha flavor. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Or hazelnut.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Me, I just drink it black because I used to drink coffee when I had an office job, and I would load it up. I would put creamer, I would put sugar, I would put everything, and it was so many calories that I mean, you guys remember the old videos of me, how fat I was and everything.
Yo!
But when I drink coffee now, I just drink a black cup of coffee because all I want is the energy boost from it. That's it. That's the only
Why
reason
would he say
I'm
that?
not drinking it for anything else. So zoop, down the hatch, and done. So there you go. Cloudy with another super chat here. Thank you, Cloudy, for the super chat.
No, dude.
Spidey, that would never work. He says, why don't we get a third stool and put it between us for Jasper? Jasper is not the kind of cat that just sits in one spot. In fact, as we just said that, he stood up, scratched, repositioned, and moved to a different spot on the floor. He is not a cat that, unless he's dead asleep, he's never, just sitting in the same spot. Just be honest. Okay?
I can't get over that. He said that. Your wife is right next to you, man. I don't like this relationship.
Okay, so.
I'm gonna hate this again. I hate this relationship, man.
Do you have any, Kat, do you have any particular chocolates that you like? Do you have like a favorite brand of chocolate or type of chocolate? Right?
Oh, man. They're just asking her about food.
I guess the Hershey's with the almonds.
Hershey's, the milk or dark chocolate? What do you like?
I mean,
better?
I prefer dark chocolate because it's not as sweet, and I don't like overly sweet things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat a lot of sugar, but when I do, I prefer to have dark chocolate because it's not as sweet.
Okay, dark chocolate or something with almonds in it.
Are you
okay? You guys know the answer for me. I just love all chocolate. I've already answered that question a million times. I actually just love any kind of chocolate. I'm a chocoholic, and I'm addicted to it, and that's my candy. Like, I prefer to eat anything with chocolate, and I really don't eat candy without it. So, Bloom Kid did a super chat. He said, so for video games, do you prefer a sci-fi setting, a fantasy setting, or a modern setting when you're playing an RPG? And do you have a favorite? So sci-fi, fantasy, or modern? What would be your preference?
Fantasy.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
Now, when you say that, you mean like medieval?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my lord.
Is there a particular reason why? Do you just like the knight aesthetic?
Oh
more,
my
or
lord.
Magic and stuff like
Yeah.
that over us?
I just want to say, this fucking guy right here, sitting right on the camera right now, said that she asked to come on, and she has barely said a word. She looks so uncomfortable. She looks like she doesn't want to be here.
It's more fun. Like, for instance, like,
Or she just looks bored, I guess.
I like Elder...
Like, bitch, you asked to be here, didn't you? According to this guy.
I mean, I like Fallout a lot, but if I had to choose, I would choose Elder Scrolls over Fallout.
Come on, lady.
Or, like, I like the magic. I like the different races. You
Huh?
know, I like...
Tyrone?
Just that kind of thing. The
What?
aesthetic is better.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Cool. Dentronics re-upped their membership for 2 months. And Dentronics, this is a question for Jasper Kitty. Now, Jasper is falling asleep. His eyes are drooping. So we'll have to answer it for his behalf, I guess. His question is, what is your favorite litter style, scented or non? And we can answer this, because we've actually tried various different litters over the years with him.
Bro.
And the one he likes the best...
We're getting litter
actually
discussion.
What is it? Is it like... rose and what is the scent? It's something with hemp in it, isn't it, or something like that?
No, it's like... I don't even remember. It's like Clean Paws or something, or... I don't know.
No, well, it's Clean Paws, but what was the scent? Remember, it had a particular scent to it?
Rose scent? I don't know.
I think it had hemp in it. It had,
Yeah,
I
maybe.
swear it had hemp or something in it.
Yeah.
And it's weird because we've tried all these different ones, right?
Yeah.
And then that
Oh, my
particular
Lord.
one seems to, like, calm him down when he uses it for whatever reason. When
Thank
you know, it seems to be, and plus it makes the
Really,
house smell
thank you.
really.
Friendly reminder, we have 2+ hours of this left.
Thank you, YouTube commenter, for the 2. Yep. You're in for the
Yeah.
long haul,
Compared to
guys.
some of the other scents, they
We're
smell
getting
more
litter
like,
discussion.
like strong.
From a lady that looks like she
deodorizer
doesn't want to
odor.
be
That
here.
one smells more like a nice scent for the house in general, I think. But,
Okay. Well, I like the Gain scent. They have a Gain scent one, too.
well, you prefer the Gain scent, right?
Yeah.
They have a one that smells kind of like the Gain detergent, right?
Yeah.
And so that one is one that we've gotten it over the years too. Oddly enough,
How about you
when
let
we
her
go to
talk,
the pet
bro?
store, they don't usually consistently have the same one. Like when we like one, we'll buy it for like 6 months, and then they just won't have it anymore. So then we have to buy a
Yeah.
different one. We have to keep swapping. So we don't have like one consistent, litter that we've had for like years, because we have to every year change it depending on what they have at the store for some odd reason.
What?
I don't know what's up with that.
Okay.
Okay. Looks like we got a tip that came in here. Let's give that a look.
I don't get why
We
she's
got a
here.
$5 tip.
She's not
from
saying anything.
Andre, and he says, Phil encounters humorous moments all the time during gameplay, whether it be part of a story or a game bug. Do you encounter such moments yourself when you game? Is it something common to you to run into game bugs?
Oh, all the time. They're just not as memorable because I'm playing it by myself. So,
Right.
You're playing it on a stream with a bunch of people to laugh about it.
Uh-oh.
Right.
I laugh about it, but it's like I don't really remember it in my head because.
Well, the
What?
game that you have probably complained the
Let her
most about
talk,
recently
bro.
with game bugs would be Starfield, right?
Oh,
And-
that's the most recent one.
Yeah, and what were some of the things you were encountering?
Is that her
in
hinting
was
she wants to
driving you?
stream?
Well, basically the game was freezing on me every 40 minutes or so, like 30 to 40 minutes. The game would freeze up,
Right.
or it would just plain crash, and then. Like I said, you have to constantly save in that game, because then sometimes if you don't save, it'll just crash and it'll just lose progress.
Right.
Bad frame rate. I mean, I've
And
lost.
that's common on consoles. The frame rate
Yeah.
was terrible on consoles, right?
Yeah, it was just terrible.
Okay.
Dude, they got no chemistry.
This is up to you if you want to answer this or not. Dan
Uh-oh.
Dan did a super chat saying,
Uh-oh.
"What is your favorite quality about DSP?" First of all, you can call me Phil. My
Yeah.
name is Phil, not DSP. Yes,
Yeah.
it's DSP on my gaming stream.
Talk
but this
over
is
her some more.
A real stream of the two of us just kind of hanging out. You can call me Phil.
You can answer it if you want,
Do
honey.
you have any favorite qualities about me that you like? That
You
you'd
go
like to
stroke 'em.
share? If not, you don't have to. I tell you, this is no pressure here or anything. Okay.
Oh God. Oh God. Please.
No.
Funny?
Funny?
Yeah.
Okay. She thinks I'm funny. That's good.
Yo,
That's good,
this
right?
is it.
Okay. Levi did a super
cringe.
chat. Says, "Hey Phil, I've been a big fan all the way since your original Dead Space 1 playthrough. I've now
They're acting like they just met. This is like a reality show on the spectrum dating, bro. What the fuck is
Do
happening?
it to them snipe.
How does he not know what she likes about him?
She used to stream
Graduated-
and now is zonked and can barely talk. Pure zombie gaze and responses. 100% guaranteed Sanabari kitten.
She's on that Zaza, bro. Declan does. Thank you for the 5, man. Thank you so
College.
much. I'm glad you're here to watch this game show on the Spectrum.
Oh, my man. Let's have a
Dating.
great 2024. Well,
They
thank
just
you so
met.
much to Levi. Very, very much. for the super
Dude, that
chat.
was so cringe, man.
And I'm glad that I've entertained you for so long. I mean, you're talking a good 15 plus years.
I don't
right?
like this
That was
relationship, man.
2008. The original.
This power dynamic, this weird, like, they don't talk. There's no chemistry. What does he tell her behind the
Phase
scenes,
one
man?
playthrough
This
was
is
a brand new
ridiculous.
game. So that's amazing, and thank you for watching for so long. Okay.
It's so
let's continue.
awkward.
Now, I know you guys are asking questions, but they've all scrolled off the screen, so if you tag me again. No, you may not call me Philip. That is not allowed. It's against the rules. Let's see here. A question for us both. I started playing the Yakuza series with Zero.
Oh,
Who do you
boy.
like more, Kiryu or Goro? Goro Majima. So, which character do you like better?
Kiryu.
Why do you like Kiryu?
Kiryu.
He just has a better backstory, or more interesting backstory, I think.
Okay. For me, I mean, it's Kiryu for me, and the reason is he's always been the protagonist. Goro's been a semi-protagonist for several games, but he's kind of like the wild card character, like they say. What do they call him? The Mad Dog or whatever?
Yeah,
and he's,
nobody
like, nuts,
asked
and he
you,
just goes
Phil.
crazy in
Nobody
combat.
asked
I
you.
get the appeal of that, almost like a psychopath, but at the same time, I prefer to have a more stable main character, and Kiryu's been through so much and had ups and downs over the years
I like
with all his storylines,
Ichiban,
so I'd
dude.
like him better.
Ichiban is good.
Let's see
I like
here.
him.
Cloudy did a super chat. Says, are there any childhood games? Hold on.
What?
Any childhood games you'd like to get a genuine good remaster or a remake? For me, it would have been Crash Bandicoot, and that was fulfilled. Are there any games that you played when you were younger that you'd like to see come back and maybe be redone for a modern audience?
Oh, boy. Sleepy. That's a good point.
Did they ever do Donkey Kong Country? I don't think so.
They did a modern one over a decade ago. It was Donkey Kong Country Returns.
That was a new
and
game,
then they
no?
did Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Those are both new games,
But the
though,
last
aren't they?
one was like 10 years ago on the Wii U. So it's been ages since there's been one.
Yeah.
So you would like to see another Donkey Kong Country game for like the Switch?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, for me, when I think back to the games from my
They didn't-
youth, most of them still exist. Mario still exists. Final
my
Fantasy
God.
still exists. Street Fighter still exists in a modern capacity. So quite frankly, most of the games that you would think, oh, would it bring it back? They don't have to bring it back. Like, a lot of these are still long running. I'm just trying to think, like, what are some of my favorite games? I like to
You know what this feels like? It feels like he's trying to insert himself in a discussion that people are trying to ask questions in about Kat. Like, their questions are directed at Kat, and he just feels the need to answer.
the Mother series continue, because Earthbound is an amazing game,
I don't know.
and then Mother 3 was never
DSP,
been
we hear you
localized
talk all
in
the time.
US,
Like, we don't need
so
to
they
hear
kept
you. We're
making
here
them
for
that
her,
amazing,
apparently.
making
She's
them
the selling point. Like, why are you even talking right now?
But yeah, outside of that, maybe the Suikoden series, but again, they're remaking one.
Let
and
her
two, maybe
talk.
as well.
This
Maybe
is
they'll
her
make a new
stream,
one. I think
right?
they made 4 or 5 of them until they gave up, right?
Look at her. She's
So-
bored.
So there you go.
She got
Okay,
bored listening to that one.
Wow, on the tip side of things, a bunch of tips have rolled in.
Nice.
So if
Brag.
you guys could bear with me while I get through these one by one, and then we'll get back to the
Got to
comment
brag in
questions
front of the
here.
wifey, am I right?
We have a $5 tip from Super Snow Carl Turbo HD Remix, who says, "Don't mind me. I'm going to try to fall asleep tonight with your voices in the background. I have sinus pressure above my eye. I'm going to medicate and then join with Jasper and crash as well." Wow. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's gone completely, Jasper's gone completely stretched out and flat on the floor.
All right,
as
dude.
if he's like a deflated tire or balloon. So, there you go. Jasper's relaxing. I hope you feel better there. Super Snow Carl Turbo HD Remix. Thank you for the tip.
She
All
wanted
right.
to be here, by the way. She asked to be
Continuing
here.
on here.
Like, why
It looks
can't
like
she?
there's a
Why can't you read one and then she read one?
$4.11 tip.
What are you doing, man?
Okay, so this person asked, for both of us, I guess.
This
What
person.
non-gaming, non-food stuff do you guys like to do? For example,
Here we go. Good question.
My wife and I do all kinds of stuff. Notably, they apparently have a farm that they run, which is
that's
pretty
cool.
crazy.
Good
So
question.
do you want to take that? Like, what kind of stuff do we do outside of just gaming, right?
Well, we have our day off,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, we like to watch shows together.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
And it's not consistent. Like, we don't watch narrative-based shows. Usually, we're watching like a reality show
Or gameplay.
That's right. See, that's what I was just gonna say. It's not always just a show on like a TV station. We're watching, as I've told you guys over the years. Now we've begun to watch other YouTubers and Let's Players, and it's varied. And we're not going to name names because we know idiots would go out there and try to harass these people just because I said a name on a stream. But it could be any game. Like recently we watched someone play Detroit Become Human, and then we went and while we're watching someone play Red Dead 2, because I started playing Red Dead 1, and then we started playing Red Dead 2, and all kinds of stuff going on.
Yo.
So, yeah. And,
all kinds of stuff going on.
Relaxing music, like for the last half hour before like we go to sleep, we turn on some like some kind of relaxing music. Like during Christmas, it was like Christmas themed. Now we're listening to jazz music and stuff like that, and that's been different over the years. Stuff that we've changed.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, continuing on.
That makes me cringe. Ugh.
There's a $3 tip here.
I hate this. I'm feeling like I have got ants on me.
Would you guys consider watching Terrifier 1 and 2? Are you into over-the-top gory horror movies? Are you into over-the-top gory horror movies?
I'm not. No.
Can someone ask about romance in games?
Movies, right? You don't watch them at all.
I like psychological horror.
Guys, don't give them money, but can someone ask about romance in games? I'm very curious to see like just their facial reaction.
This poop is effing garbage. Smiley face.
Hey, Scrappy, thanks. Thank you, dude. Thank you. That's yeah, I agree.
Gore. Gore is the opposite of what you like when it comes to movies.
Not like,
right?
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So, no. For me, here's the thing. Do I like gory movies? Not particularly. I don't look for gore in a movie.
Right.
If it's part of a movie that's entertaining, then yeah. If it adds to the horror, like for me, when I think gore, I think like the 80s slasher films, right? You know, you think like Friday the 13th or, Nightmare on Elm Street or Halloween and stuff like that. But no, I don't actively. I haven't seen Terrifier 1 and 2. I have no.
He couldn't like tell her before the stream, like, hey, maybe elaborate on the questions a little bit because you only talk for like a minute and then I talk for like 5.
A $5 tip.
You couldn't tell her that?
From August. Did you ever work at a gas station? No, I haven't. Yeah, did you ever work at a gas station? No. So we have no experience working at any kind of a gas station or anything like that.
Okay. Is that a fishing question? What the fuck was that?
$5 tip. I assume probably August asked. Maybe August works at a gas station or has in the past, perhaps.
You asked? Okay, thank you, Sigmund.
Reason why. All right. Swinging back over to the YouTube side of things.
Nice. Read the more tips and super chats.
Excuse me. Sarah did a super chat and asked, this is for Kat, does Phil rage in real life like he rages when he's playing video games?
Uh-oh.
No.
Really?
You sure?
I'm not exactly the same in real life as I act on stream.
You sure?
You mean that possibly I may just be hamming it up for the camera every once in a while to be entertaining for an audience? Is that what you're getting at here?
Yes.
Yes. As I've told you guys, I'm not the same person. Outside of this office, I'm not exactly the same person that you see on camera. When you're on camera and you're raging at a fighting game or a freaking first-person shooter, that's one thing. But when I step out of this office, I don't take that with me, right? I don't. And I don't get easily pissed off and over-the-top angry outside of this house doing stuff like I do playing a game. It's a little different.
Man,
okay?
I'm sitting here shaking my head. I hate this relationship. It's so fucking weird. I just don't believe him. I don't know. I don't want to get into it.
Cole,
I really don't.
I appreciate the super chat. However, we're not going to answer the question. He said, "What are your favorite places to eat out?"
It's like asking a woman who's being abused, like, "Did your husband abuse you?" Like, what's she gonna say? What's she gonna say? Is he angry all the time? No, he's not angry. What?
I'm not going to answer that because we can't.
Maybe I'm looking into it too much. I don't
fucking know.
know.
People who stalk and do stupid shit. But I can say that we've had so many different kinds of food that we've had eaten out, right? You know, particularly around here, the Asian food is quite good.
Yeah.
Ramen places, sushi places. There's a place
nearby
that has giant bowls of pho, however you pronounce it, Vietnamese soup.
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of great Asian food around here. Particularly, that's something that we do eat. But we're not going to sit here and name names because then people are going to be stupid about it. Okay?
Why not? You do that on the day off segment. What? What's the difference? All right. Sweet.
Just dumb questions here. I'm just going to start banning people. All right.
Okay.
Let's see here. All right. I guess we can talk a little bit about the Tekken 8 demo. We got a couple people who've asked about it tonight.
People is literally Derek. I saw it. It was one person. It was Derek. He's not even a person. So 0 people.
Last week when we had our day off together, we were just kind of, after having run all the errands and everything, we just sat down and Kat was looking for something to play because right now there's no major releases out. And the next game she's really highly interested in is Like a Dragon Infinite Well. And she's looking for something to play and she sees, demos, right? And she's going through all the demos on Xbox and she finds Tekken 8 and says, what the hell? I'll just download it. So what did you think about the demo? Like when you played it, what were your impressions and what did you like and what caught your interest? Because I was surprised that you liked it as much as you did.
Do it to them, snipe.
Well,
we'll see after
Coming
this.
from relationship standpoint, he isn't setting her up properly to talk in full. Awareness is lacking. He is trapping her to answer a certain way.
Exactly. That's why he like convinces himself that she wanted to come on. He's very
Phil
overpowering.
definitely doesn't keep his Glock at Vatican.
No, he doesn't keep that glicky on him, bro. Thank you, Z Russian 007 for the 199 and Determined for the 5. Yeah, he's very overpowering. It seems like he kind of smothers you until you agree with him, because we see how he is on stream. That's how he acts on stream, talking in circles to confuse you until you just agree with him. Imagine that in real life. Imagine that in real life, and on top of that, this dude's paying all the bills. This dude owns the house you live in. This dude buys all your food and groceries. I really hate this. I'm just sitting here shaking my head, man. I really don't like this.
I didn't know what to expect. I mean,
I don't know.
I'm not a huge fighting game.
Like, maybe it's not that deep, but it's weird vibes. I don't like the vibes, and I don't like what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying?
Person, but I was like, I'm gonna give it a try because it's something different. You know,
Icky vibes.
And I thought it was. I mean, I was surprised as I was playing it. I was having a lot of fun, and it felt really.
Seems
smooth.
right that you got banned.
Like,
okay.
You know, the graphics were good. The character. There's only 4 characters in the demo, so I mean, there's not. Like, you have a lot of options to try different characters, but the ones that they did have,
look at this clown.
they were really fun to play with. And again, I'm kind of new to Tekken, so I don't remember the names specifically of the characters.
Well,
but
she started off with Kazuya.
What?
And then after having played...
Yo! This fucking guy is sitting there pretending he's listening. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Again, I'm new.
And then he interrupts her. This is what I'm talking about, man. He does not give a fuck.
I'm kind of new to Tekken.
He smothers her, man.
So I don't remember the names specifically of the characters.
Well,
but
she started off with Kazuya.
Yeah.
And then after having played a lot of the arcade mode with Kazuya, she started the story mode, and the story mode makes you play as Jin. So then she played with Jin for the story mode that was available. So it was Kazuya in the arcade mode, and then Jin in the story mode.
Nice.
So.
Yeah.
I like Jin.
And by the way, we should bring out that this is on the Xbox Series S. This is not the X. She plays on the S. And it ran beautifully. Like, it was smooth 60 frames per second the whole time. So you played the 2 modes that were available.
Big ups, Ginny.
Out of the 2 modes, the story mode and the arcade mode, which did you like better?
Well, I mean, the thing is the story mode is only like 1 short chapter, and most of it is an intro to the game. It's not actual gameplay. It's like 1 fight or something like that. So,
by the way, can you guys hear us fine? Because I forgot to ask them.
Yo,
That's totally my
interrupts
fault.
her
Are we good?
again.
Are we in a good position? Do either of us need to get closer?
She's
whatever?
in the middle of a thought, and he's like, "Do you guys hear us?"
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just.
Oh yeah, you did it before too, you asshole. What the fuck?
Are we good? You guys can hear us good?
Oh my god.
Sound is good. Okay. All right, I'm sorry, continue. So you're saying the story is only 1 fight, right?
Yeah, so I mean, it's not like, and it's between the 2, the father and the son.
Right.
So that was fun, but it's like, I played more of the other mode because there was more available for the, what was it, the arcade mode?
Yeah, I think that's what they're calling it. It's like arcade simulation mode, as if you're really a player going to an arcade to play the local competition.
Yeah, so obviously I feel like that one was longer. Like, there's more content in that one to play than there is the story mode. It's obviously they're not going to show you, you know, for the demo.
They're not going to spoil the whole story in the demo. Exactly.
So, I mean, yeah, I would say I liked them both, but because I didn't really get a lot, like, I didn't get to play a lot of the story because there's no story to play. So I will say, like, I like them equally both.
So you think, I mean, honest question, do you think you're going to get it? Do you think you're interested in getting it and playing it?
Why?
From what you saw?
Yeah.
Because by the way, we should bring this up. The game has 32 characters. That's an insane amount of characters for the launch of any game.
All right.
So you think, even if there's only 1 or 2 characters you like, you're probably going to end up finding another one eventually that may even plays differently that you like. You're going to have replayability, and that arcade mode lets you switch characters. So you're not stuck playing the same character the whole time. You can learn different characters and swap between them in that mode.
Yeah, Rockman, this is live.
Excuse me. Okay, so there you go.
We're 3 minutes behind.
Thank you to Ryan. Ryan re-upped his membership for 8 months. He says, you bring entertainment to us, Phil. All right, well, I'm glad that you enjoy the entertainment, Ryan. Thanks for 8 months of support. Okay, well, I mean, that's kind of a personal question, Demon in the Corner, but in general, if you wanted to answer it, I mean, you have a friend or 2 out here who's like people from your jobs.
I'm not going to talk about that because there's too many weirdos.
A friend or 2 out here who's like people from your jobs.
I'm not going to talk about that because there's too many weirdos.
Exactly, that's the problem. As much as I'd like to say, sure, we have some friends and acquaintances out here and we hang out with them and we do this and that, like there's personal stories we could tell, but we're not, because then that involves them, and we have so many stalkers on the internet who are just nuts, they'd probably try to track these fucking people down and be malicious to them.
Right.
So we're not going to do that. Okay?
Man.
Oh, let's see here.
Bruh.
So FizzGeek, thanks for the super chat, but I think we've already kind of answered the question. He basically says, I've been following you since you started. You don't let the drama get to you, and you both are awesome. What hobbies do you have? And we already answered that.
I can't stop shaking my head. Like, look at how he's brainwashed her, man.
Roll, if you wanted to answer it. I mean, you have a friend or two out here who's like people from your jobs.
You have friends, right, honey? You have friends, right? It's not just me and you, right? You have friends.
I'm not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
Because there's too many weirdos.
Right, you're right. You don't want to talk about that. I know.
Exactly.
Exactly. What the fuck is this relationship, man? Whoops, I went so far back.
Stalkers on the internet who are just nuts. They'd probably try to track these fucking people down.
Man, I can't just say, yes, I have friends and we go to the mall.
What hobbies do you have? I think we already answered that, right? Like, we like to watch other YouTubers
man.
do some playthroughs.
Yeah.
We're we're gamers.
I hate this.
We watch some shows together, and that's for what allows with the time that we have together. You know what I mean? Like, I'm working a ton, and because of that, because I'm in here 6 days a week, full time, we don't have a lot of time to do a big, tons of other activities or whatever. Like that to change in the world.
And then he overpowers yet another question about hobbies. About hobbies. It's like he doesn't want her to answer what her hobbies are. Man.
By the way, here comes Jasper Kitty. Now, Jasper,
all right.
No clawing tonight, buddy.
I'll be honest.
Does anyone have a question for Jasper Kitty while he's here? Hurry up, ask Jasper a question.
Yeah, you're so funny. Dude.
Yeah, don't let him call me.
Hey, now what are you doing with that foot? What are you doing with that foot? Release my arm. How dare you?
All right,
Try
bro.
to hit me with his foot.
You're so funny.
Okay. All right. Okay. Ponage 101. I'm trying to get caught up. I'm sorry. I missed a bunch of questions because it was flying by there and I was dealing with Jasper. I know Kat cooks a lot of cuisine. What would you say is your favorite kind of cuisine that you cook? Japanese, American, Greek, anything else? What is your favorite style of cuisine that you've made overall, do you think?
Food.
Because you made a lot. You made Italian. You made Mexican.
Yeah, you cook me a lot of food, bitch.
A ton of American. You've definitely made some Japanese stuff,
yeah,
right?
You've done me a ton of food.
You know, cultural cuisines.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to make and to eat would be the Japanese curry. That would be my favorite thing.
There you go. And so that has pork, carrots, potatoes, and a curry powder.
Why can't she answer?
Curry sauce, and that's eaten over white rice. And it's absolutely delicious. And in fact, we're making that this week. We're going to have it as our dinner one day this week.
Cool.
So that'll be pretty cool. Let's see here. Does Jasper have any controversial opinions on politics? Yes. However, he's saving them. He is going to launch his own political channel after this coming election, so stay tuned for that on YouTube, of course, right? Last Frontier asked, does Kat prefer Companions or Thieves Guild? Mine is the Companions because I like the Werewolf Quest. What's your favorite guild in Skyrim?
Ooh, excuse me. The Thieves Guild is a great quest. I mean, I did like the Companions, but I like the Thieves Guild. I like the story and the characters of the Thieves Guild.
Okay, she didn't fence it at least.
Skyrim, right? That's what we're specific. That's the one you've played the most of too. You did try other Elder Scrolls games, but you never really got into them, right? Which I know you tried Oblivion when I started playing it, but you didn't really like it that much, right?
It's so old.
Too outdated for you. Okay.
What a cool
let's see
gamer,
here.
dude.
I guess let's jump back. We have a tip here. I don't want to miss it because it came in a few minutes ago. A $2 tip from Slie. Do you guys like Jägermeister? Have you had Jägermeister?
No.
You never had it?
No.
Jägermeister's weird because it doesn't taste like other liquor, right? Like, it has this odd flavor to it. It's like, you'll swallow it once and be like, oh, it's kind of sweet. And you'll swallow it again and you'll be like, why does it taste like cough syrup? It's just weird. And I don't actively drink it. I didn't even know about it until, like, maybe in my mid-20s when I had roommates and they, like, drank different liquors and they introduced me to it and I did a few shots of it and I was like, nah, it's not good or bad. It just kind of exists.
Joe Blow, check my Discord.
So,
I'll post it
there.
there.
Not a big Jaeger fan.
Jaeger. Aaron
all right,
Jaeger.
Fizzgig did another super chat and asks, if you could travel anywhere, where would you want to go? Here you go.
Japan.
Free
They
to
asked this
travel
last
anywhere.
time.
Where
This
would
is
you
the
like to
same
visit?
question.
Japan.
I've told them that you said that many times.
Yes,
you said it last
now,
week.
where in Japan and why particularly?
Tokyo? I don't know, anywhere in Japan.
Why particularly, though? Is it what makes you want to go to Japan over other places? Like me, honestly, my number one list would be Europe, like somewhere in Europe, you know, because that's where my heritage comes from.
Yeah.
But, you know, I agree with you. I think going to Japan would be fun.
I mean, I said last time, I was
My
like, well,
heritage.
because of playing the Yakuza games.
Right.
And being immersed in that universe, you know.
And then you played Persona as well.
Yeah, that too.
And that also kind of immerses you in
Persona,
that,
Chaos Realm,
stuff, right? Of that
0-1.
Okay, there you go. So for me, I've always said this, like, Japan, awesome. Yeah, absolutely, I would do that.
Okay.
But I would one day like to do a tour of Europe, maybe. Like, they have that train that goes between all the major countries.
Right.
And to be able to take, like, a week and take, like, 2 days in one country, 2 days in the next, 2 days in the
man.
next, and spend, like, within a week, you get to see, like, 4 different countries and do fun cuisine and everything. I
Cuisine,
think that would be pretty neat.
food. Everything has to do with food with these people.
Okay. Let's see here. We've got...
What's up with
Some
that?
stupid idiot.
Yeah, just a moron. No worries.
What?
Got a
was
$7 tip
was that
here.
you, Sigmoid?
Again from August. Since I'm here, I might as well share. I like watching you, Phil, but I haven't recently. I do find Baldur's Gate 3 and Sea of Stars boring. So, big ups and to the mods for helping put in work tonight. And
Big
for Kat,
ups.
And your makeup is on point tonight.
Thank you.
There
Hold on,
go.
I wanna get a
Put in work
screenshot of
tonight
that.
And for Kat, and your makeup
I want a screenshot of that. Thank you.
is on point tonight.
Thank you.
There you go. All right, thank you, August, for a $7 tip. And thanks for the nice words and compliments, right? Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Like, right now, personally, I understand. I'm juggling 2 RPGs. I'm trying to play Resident Evil along with it, but there's not much you can really do. You know, we got other games. We got Tekken 8. That's going to be huge and different, right? But then I'm also going to be playing Like a Dragon, so it's another RPG. So I hear you. This is like the year of RPGs. It's insane, the amount of RPGs that are coming out within like a 4-month period. I
Right.
don't know why.
Can
these
we
game
get
devs
her
think
to
that's
talk?
A good idea. I personally think it's a terrible idea. It's too many RPGs at once. Like, you have to pick and choose. Like let's be honest, right? If this were a different year, first of all, we both love Like a Dragon, so we would play that regardless, right? But Persona 3,
Would you?
the remake, is on Game Pass, and it comes out the week after freaking Like a Dragon.
Oh.
Now, if you weren't playing Like a Dragon, you probably would have checked that
Why do
out,
they-
right? Because it's free. It's on Game Pass.
They both lean away when they're talking to each other. What the fuck?
You played Persona 4, you loved it. But this, how are you supposed to play 2?
I
How
don't
do you
know.
play 2
Any body language experts in my chat right now? Like, you can fucking have a field day with this.
RPGs at once? Like,
It's so weird.
yeah, it's insane. Like, it's too much time consuming. I don't know what they're thinking. Releasing those games so close together, it doesn't make any sense.
You
Okay,
loved Yakuza, correct?
Continuing on, we got a $2 tip here. From Marcus, he says, Kat, did you ever own an N64 growing up? What was your favorite game for the Nintendo 64 if you played one?
I did.
Does he not know?
I know Mario 64. I played a lot of that.
Yeah, 'cause that's the one that everyone, it came
Yeah.
with it. So, I
How
mean, I
does
think
he
everyone
not
played the crap out of
know,
that,
man?
right?
That's my
Did you
biggest
have any
thing.
other games for it, or just that? Is that the only one you remember?
Hey, we get another face.
I mean, it was forever ago.
Let's
so
go.
I remember. I
It's
mean,
the
I
O
know there were other
face,
games, but
the
it was so
incident.
long ago.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. A big $50 tip came in from Lisa Lou. I
Whoa.
love your outfit tonight, Kat.
Big ups
Here you go.
OIC.
Complimenting you on your
Thanks,
wardrobe
Ryan.
tonight. Thank you, Lisa Lou, for a $50 tip. Biggest contribution of the night there.
I wonder who that is.
Well, Lord Prince Albert, once again, he's asking a question. It's up. You don't have to answer questions like this. He says, does Phil have any interesting quirks
You don't have
that we
to
don't know
answer
of?
this.
Does he put his socks on first
You don't have to answer this.
before he puts on his pants or underwear?
What?
I know.
Man.
Is there any weird quirks that I have that people should know about?
It's kind of. I don't know how to answer these questions.
You see
I
that?
know.
You see
Well,
that?
here's the thing. All right.
This is so fucking weird. That is so weird. Because, like, if I did this with my girlfriend, right? Like, I love having discussions with her because we go back and forth. There's a discussion happening, and if somebody asked her that, I'm sure she can come up with something. Because it's like, you're together for how long? You guys know shit about each other. You guys have these things, right? And it's like, this is not part of the script. He doesn't allow her to answer this kind of thing, so she doesn't want to answer it. It's so fucking awkward, man.
Kat and I, there's certain kinds of couples, right? And
Right.
certain couples are very kind of back and forth, razzing each other and stuff like that. Quite honestly, we're just not like that.
It's not
all right? We're just
razzing,
not.
bro.
We don't go back and forth making fun of each other, razzing each other.
It's not razzing to point out a quirk that somebody has, like, oh, he snores when he sleeps or something. What the fuck? You could just say that, even if it's fake.
We just kind of like
come on.
relaxing, enjoying things together at the same time.
Right.
You know, I help her with a game if she's playing it or whatever.
Yo,
watch play. We're
father-daughter relationship. He turned Cat into Panda. What the fuck?
other. We just kind of like relaxing, enjoying things together at the same time. You know, I help her with a game if she's playing it or whatever.
I help her with her homework when she comes home from school. You know that kind of stuff. You know,
watch a play. We're not constant a couple that goes back and forth in that kind of a relationship. Some people are, and that's fine if you are.
Yeah, it's fine.
We're just not. So when you ask a question like that,
sure,
you understand we just don't have an answer. Like, no, there's nothing particularly about her that bothers me that I want to tell you guys, and now we can laugh and make fun of each other, and then she'll make fun of me. It's not like that.
Yeah, go to the extreme.
So,
go to the extreme.
Appreciate the super chat, but there's not going to be answers to those kind of questions, honestly. All right?
Right, yeah, he spoke for her again, by the way. He overpowered her.
When Kat stops showing up, you know he won't own it.
He won't own it? Yeah, determined for the 2. He's going to say it's Troll's fault, and they couldn't help themselves. It's Tevin's fault. I wonder how it's going to be Tevin's fault this time.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I guess this is an interesting question from Naja. Do you ever play Zelda games, and what's your favorite one if you've played them? Did you ever play a Zelda game before? I think you had mentioned you did, right?
I played Ocarina of
What?
Time.
That was N64.
Yeah, see, honey, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
see?
yeah.
So I guess that would be an N64 game.
Yeah.
Is that the only one you've ever played?
I think so. I mean, no, I think I played the... Yeah, I think so. I'm not really big into Nintendo or Zelda anymore.
Right.
I'm
I
just
mean,
not.
you don't own the console of Nintendo in
No,
ages,
I mean,
right?
when I grew up, I played those, but I just don't play them anymore.
Right.
You know.
I don't really like Zelda anymore.
Well, I see Haseo. He wants us to ask Jasper if he's going to meow again on stream, but Jasper has
I'm not really big.
left the room. He's out there in the hall. If he comes back in, we'll grab him and ask him, Haseo, or if you see him, remind us. I would assume the answer is yes. The question is when. He is such... I mean, you can tell them. How often does Jasper talk?
Listen closely. Listen closely. This is so fucking weird. Very strange behavior.
When? He is such... I mean, you can tell them.
You can tell them. You can tell them. Honey, you can speak up now.
I would assume the answer is...
Oh, fuck.
Well,
my bad.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not really big in...
He's out there in the hall. How often does Jasper talk?
My bad. Why is it so blurry
lot.
now?
Right?
Jeez Louise.
Tons. All over the house. And for some reason, when he comes in here, he like zips the lip. He clams up.
My bad.
I don't know if he's camera
I
shy or
accidentally
whatever.
went back.
I don't think he understands what a camera is. Maybe it's the lighting. But he almost never talks.
I don't
when he's
think
in
he
here. But when we're
understands
out of
what
here
a
walking around the
camera
house, he'll walk
is.
right up to us. Meow, meow, meow. No matter what we're doing. He'll walk up and say meow, meow, meow. Out of
Nice.
nowhere.
New sound
you
clip.
know?
New sound clip alert.
Okay.
Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow.
Let's see here. We got another tip to shout out, so I guess we'll do that, and then we'll go back to the general
bro.
Q&A here.
Honey, you can answer this. You can talk.
So this is Darkside Chris.
You can talk, and then she doesn't talk. He doesn't even let her speak. Honey, you can talk. Doesn't say a word.
He says, I'm still alive. Yes, Darkside Chris is from Hawaii, actually. I remember. He says, first of all, $15 tip. Thank you for that. Do I have thoughts on Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero? No, I don't. I have no thoughts on any Dragon Ball game at this point. I'll be honest with you, Chris. I'm kind of burnt out on Dragon Ball. I don't really care about it.
What?
Dragon Ball is pretty played out for me now that I'm in my 40s.
What?
I don't think about it anymore. I have no desire to watch it again.
Why is this guy getting a toxic response?
5 zillion games of Dragon Ball. Even as a YouTuber, I've probably played like 5 Dragon Ball games over the years, and I just don't really see the appeal of playing the millionth one. That's the same plot, the same characters. You know what I mean? And then people say, well, why don't you get into Dragon Ball Super? Well, again, I'm not really into it. It's been so long. I don't really care about that.
You know, this...
What?
Oh, I know. What? Baby, don't worry about that. Anyway.
Huh?
What? Was she saying to ban somebody?
This...
Oh, I know. What? Baby, don't worry about that. And what are you gonna do? It's just a troll. Don't pay attention to him. All right, we'll take care of him. He's a moron.
Yo. That was so fucking weird.
You know, this...
Oh, I know. What? Baby, don't worry about that. And what are you gonna do? It's just a troll. Don't pay attention to him. All right, we'll take care of him. He's a moron. I don't have to be bothered by that guy.
No, I'm bothered by him. Just...
Yeah, we'll get him.
Yeah.
We'll get him when we see him.
What?
But yeah, no. I really don't give a crap about Dragon Ball. I'll be honest, Darkside Chris. It's not that I don't. I hate it or
fuck is
anything.
happening,
I just have no
bro?
interest in it anymore. You know, we've covered it so extensively over the years. You know what I mean?
This is insane.
All right.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
Let's
This
see
is not
here. Let's
real.
start answering more general questions now. Let's see here.
She leaned in. She wanted to lean in manual ban.
Okay. Well, okay. We got Dan did a super chat, but I already answered.
Honey, why are you even... honey, don't worry about that.
This earlier today. He says, how old is Jasper? We don't know the answer to that because we rescued Jasper from a shelter, and the shelter we rescued him from didn't have paperwork that had any background history on him. Like, we don't even know where he's from. We wish we did. You know, his previous owners front declawed.
I mean, the vet
only,
should be able to tell you, like, he's between 2 and 3. I don't know.
We don't agree with declawing of any kind. And the reason he was at that shelter, we were told by the worker at the shelter that he'd been there for a while because people didn't want the idea of a front declawed cat. They wanted a cat that was indoor and outdoor. Mm-hmm. And he can't be outdoor ever. He has no claws to defend himself. So because of that, he was kind of, you know, stuck there for a while. Now, when we rescued him, and this was, you know, 5-6 years ago, they said he could have been 2, 2.5, he could be 3, they didn't know, right? So if you do math, you figure he could be probably age range anywhere between like 8 to maybe like 10. Like, we don't know. We have no idea realistically because we don't have the data. I wish we did. Because it sucks not knowing how old your pet is, when their birthday is, and stuff like that.
I think they said he was 3 when we got him.
I think they had said they thought he was probably, or that was their middle guess was 3.
Yeah.
So again, he's probably like 8
Nice.
or
He just tried to lie to us, and then she corrected it.
9, maybe 10. Again, dependent on the range.
All right,
so.
sick. Kat doesn't agree with me.
And by Doug the way, also did a super chat tonight and says, "Hello, Filling Cat. What's going on, Doug? How's it going?"
What's up, Doug?
Thank you for the super chat. Okay.
And by the way, Kat doesn't agree.
Let's see here. Big Mac did a super chat. What are our favorite games of all time? Do you have overall favorite games that you think of all time that you like to go back?
What
and
do they
play
talk
that you think
about?
Do we want to answer the questions again? Because we all answered last week.
Here's the thing. These people are gonna. They do this to me every day.
What the fuck? These people.
What do you mean by that?
What the fuck do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
What does that mean? These people.
All answered last week.
Here's the thing. These people are gonna. They do this to me every day.
These fucking idiots do this to me every day.
Yeah. They ask me the same questions. Well, it's not always the same people on the stream. It's up to you. If you don't want to answer again, you don't have to.
No, I don't mind answering. I'm
Yo.
just like, I don't want to bore people with the same, you know, questions. Or, I mean, answers.
You could have answered by now, lady.
Right. So
you could have answered by now.
What was your answer from last week?
Favorite game?
He doesn't know.
Overall favorite game.
He doesn't even remember.
You think of some of the best of all time. By the way, be careful because you did kick the camera down. I want to make sure it doesn't wiggle. There we go.
I liked Alan Wake 2.
Well, that was of last year, right?
Oh, you mean like ever?
Yeah, like what are your favorite games you've ever played of all time?
How does he not know?
I mean Skyrim, but I mean there's only so many times you can play that game without getting bored. As much as it's a great game, I guess
You must be playing console Skyrim.
Like Fallout 3 is a good one to go back to. And there's just so many.
You like the open world RPGs a lot.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you like.
Yeah,
when you
I
get
do.
immersed in the world.
Because those ones you can go back and replay.
Right.
You know, there's other ones that are just
right.
You play them once and that's it.
For me, I don't have.
They didn't ask you,
favorites.
bro.
I have favorites by genre. So if you ask me what's my favorite fighting game, I'll say Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. If you ask me what's my favorite platformer, I'll say Super Mario World. But I don't have an overall game that's the absolute best. It's kind of like everything in my life. I don't play favorites like that because I like variety.
Yeah, I don't like my wife. She's not my favorite. You know what I mean?
Variety. I
don't play favorites, honey. I don't really love you that much.
I like to just play the same game all the time. Eat the same food all the time.
I don't like to see the same lady all the time.
Do the same activity all the time. It gets boring, right?
Okay.
I like mixing it up and alternating between, and that way I don't get bored. So.
Yeah.
Shut up, man.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
By the way, Jasper Kitty. Did you guys hear it? He was very low.
I heard it.
Jasper Kitty. Jasper Kitty.
No, he's got to be up here to hear it.
Did you guys hear? He did meow. He did meow, but he was on the floor, so you probably didn't hear it.
He went meow.
Jasper Kitty.
Oh my god.
Jasper. He won't do it now. No. He did meow. So we tried, Hiseo. We tried. And he did do it, but it was too low to the ground. You probably didn't hear it at all.
Okay.
All right. We got a $5 tip. From an anonymous tipper. No message attached to it. Just an anonymous $5 tip. All right. Thank you for the anonymous $5 tip. I appreciate that very much. And now I guess we'll go back to chat.
Kat, will you tell us your side of the Burger King disaster? We need your side of the story. The worst sandwich ever. That's a pretty decent question. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see if he exaggerated. Let's see if he talks over her, or if he just skips this question.
Chat has to talk about. Remember, if we do slow down on chat questions, we also have people who posted the questions in the thread, but I don't know if we'll get to that tonight or not. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I know Kiwi Havoc. I reacted to that.
This is a silly question. It's totally up to you. People, here's the thing.
There you go.
You might not understand.
There you go, honey. You don't have to answer this. You won't understand
we'll
this.
See what happens.
This fucking guy.
This is a silly question. It's totally up to you. People, here's the thing. You might not understand this because you're not on stream every day like me. People focus on a little.
This kind of language. This kind of language. And I don't think I'm looking into this too deeply. This fucking language right here, I really don't like. I'm not even fucking around. No memes, no jokes. This right here.
Here's the thing. You might not understand this because you're not on stream every day like me.
You might not understand this because you're not on stream all the time like me. Like me. You see what I go through? Bitch? I really don't like this.
People focus on a little thing that I tell a story about and they obsess about it forever, okay? The Burger King chicken sandwich story, right? You remember how bad the chicken...
Bro, you obsessed over that. For how long? Like a full year later, you were still complaining about it. This lady is now on stream, and we get to hear her side, and now you're interrupting the whole thing to overpower and overtake the whole situation, while also saying weird-ass shit, like, you're not on stream like me. You wouldn't understand.
Sandwich was,
Get
right?
the fuck out of here.
Little thing that I tell a story about, and they obsess about it forever, okay? The Burger King chicken sandwich story, right? You remember how bad the chicken sandwich was, right? So now Balloon Kid does a super chat. It says, do you want to tell the story from your perspective? Is there a big perspective difference between your side and my side of this story? Right? You know, do you even care about that to address it?
She laughed.
I don't.
Okay. There's your answer, Balloon Kid.
This is disgusting. No memes. Like, this is disgusting behavior. The way he talks to her about it and then says, are you even interested in telling your side? Of course she's gonna say no. Look at how you fucking talked about it. You toxified it, bro.
Balloon Kid does a super chat. It says, do you want to tell the story from
That's
your
disgusting. I hate this shit.
Is there a big perspective difference between your side and my side of this story? Right? You know, do you even care about that to address it?
I don't.
There you go. He got the answer he wanted. All of that was just to get the answer that he wanted and make it seem like she gave the answer. That's her opinion. She doesn't want to talk about it. She said she doesn't want to talk about it, bitch. So don't ask the question. Man. This...
Okay, there's your answer, Bloom Kit. She doesn't care about the chicken sandwich. No one should.
Shake my head the whole stream,
We've all moved past the chicken sandwich. Maybe you haven't.
Disgusting.
And maybe other people haven't, but I don't think anyone really cares about it, okay? Thanks. Okay, continuing on. Let's see here. Do we have any funny memories of Jasper that we remember? I mean, my general answer to that is no, and the reason being, we have funny things with him all day, every day, right? Yeah. Like, he's an active cat. He's always up with us doing, he's a very social cat. He's always involved with everything we're doing. So it's not like, oh, there's a memory of this funny thing to happen. No, every day there's so much going on. I don't have, again, I'm not someone who has these absolute memories or anything, right? Do you have any particular things?
Gin brain?
Funny things he's done over the years or anything?
Like, one thing? Not really.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Any patterns or things that he does that you find funny?
Well, he could... I don't know. I can't think of anything.
All right, it's fine.
Like,
if it's no big deal, if you don't want to...
She wanted to be here, by the way.
Answer the question.
I'm going to keep saying that.
It's nothing special. Right. Okay.
Nothing to say, but she wanted to be here. She doesn't remember anything.
What?
She doesn't know anything.
I don't know what that means.
I don't even know either, so I'm just going to get rid of it. I don't know what it means, so goodbye. Okay. Let's see here.
Oh, nice use of Disney/Fox IP for your $5 donations. I'm not sure what that means. But that's what he got rid of.
Do you have any ghost stories? Look at this. Do you have any ghost stories or stories of the supernatural or anything like that? Have you ever had like a
Look at her neck. Where?
All the time. Yeah.
No. So I guess the answer is no. No.
Oh my! Oh
so ever had, like,
my God! I just got it. I just got that one. I just fucking got it, bro.
Natural or anything like that. Have you ghost stories? Do you have any ghost stories? Look at this. Do you have any ghost stories or stories of the supernatural or anything like that? Have you ever had like a supernatural experience?
All the time.
Yo.
No. So I guess the answer is no. No.
This to me proves they don't talk. They don't know shit about each other at all. Because why the fuck would he ever ask that if he knows what happened? I'm not even gonna repeat it, man. Holy fuck.
Did you ever play Morrowind before?
This sucks.
No, Morrowind is before.
That's even before Oblivion.
That's even older.
Yo.
Even older.
Yeah.
I tried. I played it for like.
That's insane.
What
I'm
was
not
it,
even
like-
gonna
like
explain
like a
that, bro.
month?
I'm
Yeah.
not.
And I
If
played
you
it,
know,
like, 2
you
streams
know
a week
with
or
that
something
one.
like that.
I'm
Even
not
then,
touching
I got
that.
bored of it and I couldn't.
That's
play it,
terrible.
You know what I mean? I couldn't stand it.
It's so different from the modern ones, the modern Elder Scrolls
Yeah.
games.
Holy fuck, dude.
Good evening, Drew Corporation. How you doing tonight? Welcome to the stream. Okay. Well, I mean, here's a question for you if you'd like to answer. How was it working retail during COVID? What was that like?
Oh, Jesus.
Right?
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is like,
Yeah. Elaborate. Come on.
it just exposes you to how stupid people are
Mhm.
and how gross people are, you
Yep.
know? Like, and how unprepared people are to deal with, like, a virus. Like
Like
we've
you,
never had a
right?
virus before.
Mm-hmm.
Before COVID. Like, COVID is the first virus to break out in America. And somehow it's this new thing. And everyone freaked out.
Bro?
Yep.
And,
Is she for real?
you know, went and bought all the toilet paper and
Is she for real now? Like, actually?
just acting like the world was going to end or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Just a freaking disaster.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
No particular stories or anything that come to mind that you
no,
want to
I
tell?
mean, there's tons of stories, but, you know, I mean, there's so many of them that it would take forever to tell them all. There's just
All right.
people being stupid and gross and, you
Oh
know,
my
thinking that,
God.
I'm not gonna get all political, but, you
Okay,
know,
fine.
just
How is it
just
political? You bitch. What? Anyways,
Saying.
You don't
we're
have
moving
to.
on.
You don't have to.
Get the fuck
No
out of here.
pressure. Okay.
But
All right. We'll continue.
Does he let her outside? Like, does he let her outside?
I got a
Okay.
$3 tip here
Whatever, dude.
from Super Still Carl Turbo HD Remix. Curious why trolls will tip you guys but think that you're somehow going to read it. They could have just bought a Subway sandwich with it instead. They could have done anything with it, you know? They think that we were dumb or something. Like, why on earth would we waste time?
Yeah,
reading
why
that
on earth would I
nonsense?
ask
We're not
about the ghost fucking any ghost experiences to my wife, bro?
nope.
Yeah, we're not dumb. I'm not dumb, bro.
It happens every day. I ignore it every day. This is no different than every day. So, thanks for nothing, stupid. You know. All right.
Yo.
Dan the Man has done a $6.66 tip, which is a unique animation of me with my butt on fire. I'll be coming on screen any moment here. Here we go. Did you ever see that one?
Yeah.
So thank you, Dan the Man, for that tip. I appreciate that. All right.
He was like, yeah,
And
shut
we're
up,
gonna jump
Phil.
back to the chat in a second. Just let me update the leaderboard.
That makes me cringe. Bleh.
Okay. Let's see here. FizzGig did a super chat asking, do we follow UFO stuff? I don't. I don't follow UFO news. No, I do not.
All right.
I don't really care. My opinion is, if there is other life out there, great. And if there's not, oh well, I'm not really too concerned with it. My daily life does not really concern me with the existence of aliens, you know? I don't think it's really going to affect me either way, so I don't really care. But a lot of people are just, like, into it, you know, and following this news. Do you follow any UFO news?
No.
They did it again. He did something very similar. He toxifies the subject, makes it sound stupid.
Life does not
Like, what the fuck you think she's gonna say?
news. Do you follow any UFO
It's like if she's trapped, she can't say yes. So even if she did, she can't say it because you make it look stupid. Right in front of her, right next to her.
news?
Do you follow UFO?
And then like he says it in the shitty panda voice, the baby voice.
No.
No.
I didn't think so, no.
I didn't think so. Yeah, you got the answer you wanted,
Oh.
bro. She agrees with me. By the way, Kat agrees
And
with
by
me.
the way, Kat agrees with
Big shocker, bro. I
We're a little
wonder why
busy.
she agrees with you.
with
Yeah.
real life to worry about UFO stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see
We're
here.
busy with real life.
Okay. Nosy Real Lives asked, were you ever into the God of War games? Are you not into Greek or Norse mythology?
The more I watch these two together, like the more I think this dude is like actually like I don't know, bro. He's a hateful slur, all right. He's something. And I feel bad for her. Not gonna lie. I know she chose to be here. But I think she's stuck, bro. I'm
well,
not even
I know you particularly.
I ain't memeing. I ain't even memeing.
Right? Did you? So you played the last two God of Wars, right? You didn't? Did you ever play any of the ones before that?
I don't
didn't
know,
play
man.
the older ones.
Right.
I don't
you
like
only play
this.
God of War 2018 and onward, right?
I really don't like this.
And obviously, you like those games, right?
Yeah.
You love them, actually. You told me some of your favorite games of those years.
They're very
but
good.
particularly, are you into Greek and Norse mythology at all? Like, outside of that? Or
not
is it just
really.
what's involved with the games?
I mean, I think at the time when God of War came out, wasn't Assassin's Creed Valhalla out too? Or was it, like, close to that? Because
I don't remember the years, but I mean, they're all
Yeah,
close.
'cause
They definitely were close, yeah.
yeah, I feel like there's just, there were so many games of Norse mythology at once, where it was, like, too much Norse mythology. And then God of War Ragnarok came out, which was an excellent game, but then that was also Norse mythology. So.
Really, thank you.
Has
Hey,
anyone
Francisco.
read Oz and his partner agreement? Does it mention anything about discriminating contributions based on country of
Yeah,
origin?
I asked that earlier. I don't know. I mean, there has to be, right? How can you just say I'm not going to accept your money if it's from a certain country? I'm going to ignore it and pretend it didn't come in. Also, Francisco, whoa, dude, he sent me like $1,000. Look, it's like orange, dude. Thank you for the Argentinian 200. What is that, like $5,000? Whoa.
I mean, it's
Thank you, Francisco.
good. I like it, but I'm not in love with it.
Right.
But I think it's interesting. I do like the different, like, learning about the different gods and stuff.
Dance.
Okay,
So-
cool. Let's see here. Someone, and I apologize, the name scrolled off the screen. Did you ever play any kind of a musical instrument at all in your life? At any time?
How does he not
no,
know?
Not fully. I tried to learn, but I never really had time or.
Man, you know what? I shouldn't even be surprised. After that ghost question, man, like, they don't talk. It's not even a meme anymore. It's not even like first date vibes, haha, funny. It's like actually they don't talk. They don't know anything about each other. Like, actually. And it's disgusting. That ghost question really fucking threw me off. And I hate this. I hate this. I hate this even more.
Really, like, fully learn any instruments. So.
Did you want to learn a particular instrument? Like for me growing up, I actually always wanted to
Disgusting,
learn the
man.
guitar, and I never got to learn the guitar. It was just something I kind of wanted to do. And
Nobody
I never
asked
got
you,
around to it.
Phil.
I mean, I would say for me, it's probably the violin.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Classical.
Yeah.
Classical music. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
God damn.
All right. Swinging back over to tips again, and then we're actually going to end up splitting the part in just a minute. An hour has already passed, if you
Great.
can believe it.
Cool.
We got a $2 tip here. Oh yeah. So someone tipped $2. I remember a long time ago you said you were watching the incredible Dr. Pol together.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched My Cat from Hell or any other Animal Planet show, for example, The Crocodile Hunter or Dog Whisperer?
I don't know if you have. I have.
I have not.
Hey,
No,
how you
the stuff I
going,
ever saw
Steve
on the internet
Irwin?
was what we watched together. That was
That's it. Oh, I've seen a ton of them. My Cat from Hell is the Jackson
I used to
Galaxy.
love
Oh,
Crocodile
I didn't
Hunter.
even know that was his
So
show.
yeah,
He was like my hero, bro.
he goes
Steve
to people's
Irwin.
houses and like there are people there. They'll have a problem with their cat or something, and usually they're like really mean cats.
Rest in
He
peace,
has
brother.
to like get them.
He
to,
tries
like,
to calm them down.
Yeah. And
By
then,
the way, don't mind me. My eye's burning right now. That's what I'm doing. It's freaking eye just started watering.
so yeah, he kind of just like, and he gives them like a homework assignment to do so they can like.
Try to get the cat to be more personable
Cat-splaining
or
the
more
show.
social and not be such an angry cat all the time.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so I like that one the best. Like besides the Dr.
Yeah.
Pol one.
I mean, we watched a ton of Dr. Pol for a while to the point where we got like burned out and we
I used to watch The Most Extreme. What's that?
haven't watched it
MXC?
in years now.
MXC? If you mean MXC, yeah, I loved MXC.
You
Didn't
know?
we finish it? I thought we got close to finishing it.
I want to say you're probably right, but I think that we only got up to the point that was around COVID,
Yeah.
and then we haven't watched it since COVID. In which case, I don't know what the seasons would be like during COVID. You know what I mean? Like, I'm
Right.
sure he still worked, but how did it change everything during that time period?
Yeah.
I don't think we got. I think we got up to that, like to 2019-ish, and then we stopped watching. So, okay, we got a $2 tip here.
Uh-oh. It's the dude again.
Oh, by the way,
It's the dude. Tom Francisco, Philip y Catherine. Le mando un mucho amor. Le mando un mucho amor a los dos desde el
I had to do it to them.
hemisferio sur. What? Yo, he's fucking. This is like Google Translate.
Show, they'd score 0 points since you can't coach your partner
Oh, yeah.
for their answers. RIP new member bombs 2023 to 2023.
Yeah, bro, they didn't survive the blip. The blip killed them. Rollback snort code. Thank you for the 5. We've got Tom Francisco in the chat. Puedo preguntar cuáles son tus bebidas alcohol favorita? I don't know. This shit's like some Google
get rid of this
Translate.
troll right now.
It's a troll! Wait a minute! Wait, it's just a troll! He's doing it! He's not memeing.
Okay.
He just bans it.
We got a $2 tip here. Oh, by the way, let's get rid of this troll right now.
Jeez.
Because I'm not stupid. That's something that I talked about earlier today. Someone finding an exploit on YouTube. So, and here's a troll, and we're going to ignore this troll here too. A couple trolls have come in now, all collectively together.
Right, I've noticed that.
So we're going to get rid of them and just ignore them. $10 tip from August. Have either of you had small animals as pets before? I have had guinea pigs, rabbits, rats. Most notably, I even owned a hedgehog who I now have tattooed on my arm. And thank you, Phil, for endorsing a local supermarket sandwich versus a Subway sandwich. I don't remember doing that. Did I do that? Did I say that a local supermarket sandwich would be better than Subway? I mean, I've eaten at local supermarket sandwiches before, and I think they're good. But I don't know anything about endorsing one versus the other.
Oh, no, Rebsy, I haven't seen that, Rebsy.
So, before we were together, did you own any other small pets before in your lifetime? Excuse me.
They asked this last time.
I've had dogs, but not small pets.
Like no 5 years ago.
I had a hamster when I was really young.
Okay.
And then I had fish.
Oh.
I also had fish, and then I've had a couple of dogs.
Okay.
Those are the ones I've had.
Okay. Me, I mean, you guys know the answer for me. When I was growing up, I had a pet rabbit. I had 2 pet rabbits. Sadly, one passed away within 2 years of owning her. The other rabbit lived like 13 years. Crazy long for a Netherlands dwarf. I owned hamsters when I was younger. And then I owned hamsters when I first moved in here. I had hamsters for like 2.5 years.
Oh my god. In the chat, Cat, stand up. Let's see that melon shape.
Oh, that's my history of, excuse me, of pets or small pets, so. Okay.
Bro.
We already answered that last week, Andy. So what was the first game we ever played? My answer was Pong, and your answer, what was the first game you ever played? I forgot the answer already.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Why did someone steal your grocery cart?
Yeah. Super Mario World, I think.
Super Mario World, that was your answer, yep.
Yeah.
What kind of dogs did you own when you had dogs when you were younger? Do you remember?
I was like 5.
Oh, wow.
So I don't remember.
You don't remember the breeds? Were they big dogs, small dogs?
Oh, they were like medium dogs.
Okay.
So they weren't huge, but they weren't like
oh my god, bro.
Little.
Yeah.
So
Rich, I mean, your answer is as good as mine. Why did someone steal my grocery cart? Because they're an idiot. Because I told you, the only thing I can think is that it was an easy steal because maybe it was full of groceries and it was right near the door, so they thought, oh, I can walk out the door and not have to put effort into stealing, right? I did have my shopping bags in the cart at the same time, so maybe they thought that's an added value to it.
What?
Or it could very be simply what the checkout person guessed that day was, this person's just addicted to stealing. They just steal whenever they can. So it was there, it presented the opportunity. What the hell? Easy, get away with it, done, right? It could have simply been that. You know, you never know, right?
Paranoid grandpa.
All right, you know what? I think this is a good time. We're going to split the part and probably just take a quick break. Actually, I have to pee. So we're going to take a quick break, and what I'll probably do here is mute the mic and just put up the screen for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes for us to just take a quick break. I'm actually almost out of water, too. I want to refill. But we're going to come back and do one more hour, okay, everyone? So thanks. Just hold your questions for now. We'll be right back. Give us like...
Wait, he actually... Okay, he actually just goes away. Hey, we might be live. Oh, not quite.
Everyone, we got about 1 more hour.
All right.
Welcome back, everyone. Or I'll start recording again.
Snort.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. Family night here on DSP Gaming. It's actually, I forgot to say this in part 1. It's January 17, 2024. I should have dated it, and I didn't. We're back. We took a little break, stretched our legs, used the restroom, refreshed our drinks, and now we're back for another hour.
Yeah, also, like, why wouldn't... I mean, realistically, he probably shouldn't, but if this is supposed to be, like, a real fun thing, how come he just didn't let her stay and talk to chat? I don't know. That could have been a good opportunity for her to get more comfortable with you not breathing down her neck. You could have just let her talk and talk to chat.
Again, whatever you guys want to talk about. Right now, no contributions to shout out. We caught up. So if you want to tag us in the chat, great. If anything comes in, great. If we do run out of things to talk about, we do have some questions that were saved up in a thread, and we can access that as well.
He's a minor, dude.
Cap Kirby says, what are our favorite animes? We answered that last week, too. Like, basically, we don't have favorite animes. We don't watch anime that often. When I was growing up, it was always Dragon Ball was the big one, Dragon Ball Z, but we don't actively watch anime, right? You know, you don't have a particular favorite, right? Okay. Did you ever play any Dead Rising game? I think you did, right? Which one did you play?
I played 3 and 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you think about them?
They were all right.
Yeah.
They're mess around games.
Right.
You know.
They're not meant to be too serious. Just kill a bunch of zombies.
Yeah.
Right? So you're not crazy for it. You're not. I mean,
4 was like too easy.
Yes.
It had like no challenge to it. It was just, it was like, what is this game?
I agree. What's hilarious about that is that
shocker.
series started off as a very difficult series. Dead Rising 1 and 2 are very tough games. And then
relax.
3 kind of went middle of the road.
Relax, it's not that bad.
And then 4 completely went in the opposite direction and went way too easy, in my opinion. I agree.
Really fun.
Okay. Spidey, we've answered this question a million times. No, we don't go on walks. We don't go on hikes. We don't have time. Our day off consists of 80% running errands, and by the time you're done running errands all day, all you want to do is go home and relax, right? Like tomorrow, no exaggeration, we're going to be going grocery shopping. We got to go drive.
Again? Dude, he literally explained that everything is close by. Everything, everywhere he needs to go is close by. Look at how he's going to describe it now. It's like washing of the dishes with the spaghetti. You gotta boil the pasta, put the water in the thing, boil the pasta, boil the water.
Relax, right? Like tomorrow, no exaggeration. We're gonna be going grocery shopping. We gotta go drive somewhere for an appointment. We got a bunch of things we need to catch up. We need to stock up on the house, right? That we're out of. But
grocery shopping again.
by the time we're done with all of that,
so he has to go grocery shopping, then go drive somewhere, then go grocery shopping again. Okay, make that make sense, bro. What the fuck? It's like 2 hours.
Lost it already. We don't want to go on a hike. You know, so no, we don't do that kind of stuff.
Right.
Pizza Box Gaming. Good evening. Thank you for the super chat. He said, I'm happy to be here tonight. I had a rough league game tonight. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you will recover. Hopefully it's not irreparable damage if it was rough. And thank you for the super chat. Pizza Box Gaming. Appreciate that. Let's see here.
Can she talk?
Sarah says, what don't you like about my job? That's an interesting question, I feel. What particularly do you dislike about what I do for a living?
The trolls?
I would just say it's time consuming. There's nothing I really dislike about it. I think it's good. Everything else is good about it, but it's time consuming.
So let me get this straight. You don't think that you would like me to be in here for 6 days a week full time, and we only get 1 day a week to do stuff?
Coaching her. He's coaching her through the answer. He didn't get the answer he wanted, so he has to coach her to like give more.
About
you know
my
what I'm saying?
job. That's an interesting question, I feel.
Great.
What particularly
One more time.
do you dislike about what I do for a living?
I mean, I would just say it's time consuming. There's nothing I really dislike about it. I think it's good. Everything else is good about it, but it's time consuming.
So let me get this straight. You don't think that you would like me to be in here for 6 days a week full time, and we only get 1 day a week to do stuff?
Obviously not, but...
Right, exactly. You know, I agree with you. I don't want to be in here 6 days a week. Just that's how much I have to work to make ends meet, pay the bills, and do everything. You know, what are you gonna do?
Damn.
Do you at all like Grand Theft Auto or Saints Row? Do you like those franchises at all?
Saints Row is kind of... I don't really like Saints Row. GTA's alright. It depends which one. Like, I think San Andreas is the better one. Is one of my favorite ones. But
nail bite.
I don't really like... I played Saints Row. I played one of the Saints Row. I thought it was stupid. So... I don't remember which one it was. It was one of. It was like
that's the point,
Get
honey.
Out of Hell or whatever.
Oh,
honey, that's
DLC
the point
for the last one. So
yeah,
that was the expansion for 4. Yeah.
So whatever. Oh, okay. I played 4, and then that one I didn't like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. San Andreas is your favorite GTA. Let's see here. Keanu says, "Do you have a favorite mini game over the Yakuza series? Like what?
I didn't even catch that.
Favorite little
Chris.
things to do.
Wait, what?
Game over the Yakuza series. Like what are your favorite little things to do?
Oh, in Yakuza. Okay.
Karaoke.
Really?
Yeah.
The karaoke. Cool. All right, there you go.
Cool.
Man, me, I don't even know.
They didn't
There's
ask
been
you.
so many different ones over
They
there.
didn't ask you.
Bowling too.
There's
fun.
That's true. Which one had bowling?
Kamurocho.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because the
Kamurocho.
recent ones didn't have it. But there's the batting cages.
Yeah.
There's the golf that's been in it.
Yeah.
There's
Golf.
the little mini car racing. And then sometimes they have like the commerce mini games and things that you have to do. You know what I'm thinking of?
more
The new one, the
Yeah.
the rice cookies or whatever, the business you had to
Yeah.
run. I was thinking about that one too. So okay. Now this is interesting. Joe Mama says, "Do you like The Last of Us?" Now you can answer this from different perspectives, right? What do you think of The Last of Us?
Well, first of all, are we talking about the game or the show?
Let's talk about the game. I think is what we're talking about here.
Well, I mean, the first one, yes. I liked the first one a lot, just like most people. The first one was memorable,
like
it was
most
a good
people.
experience. The second one was a disaster. I hated it. If you want to talk about the second one, but the first one, I liked it.
Okay, I'm looking into this too much. This one I think I'm looking into too much. But look at her eyes. She says a sentence and looks at him She like looks at him instantly to see if he agrees with her.
Disaster. I hated
She's like looking for approval. I hated it. Boom. Boom. Look at him right away. I think I'm reading into that, but I just noticed it.
If you want to talk about the second one, but the first one I liked it. I did not like the second one, but I liked the first one.
Is there something you particularly liked about the first one that was different in the second one, and that's why you don't like it?
Oh, why do I like the first one better?
Yeah.
Well, the story's better. There's no pointless, immature stuff in there, like the second one had. More meaningful characters, more meaningful conversations with characters.
I said I was looking into it too much, you know?
Just the entirety of the game was better, you know?
For me, I think it's the tone is so different. The first game,
yeah.
even though the first game is dark because people die in it, right? And there's really this feeling of dread and the world's ending. There's this overall feeling of hope, love, right? How Joel's becomes a loving father figure to Ellie during the game.
I gotta be honest, I don't really care.
And then you play the second game, and it's like all of that's just thrown away.
Yeah.
Let's just destroy everything that you liked about the vibe of the first game in order to push a narrative. And it just didn't feel good. I want to play a game and feel good, right? I don't want to play. I already feel misery. You already have enough real life miseries going on in your own life that when you play a game, you want to separate your.
Look at her face.
You already have enough real life miseries going on in your own life that when you play a game, you want to separate yourself from that. Why do you want to play a game to feel miserable? Right? You feel miserable when you play Last of Us 2.
You're just going through the whole town murdering people and torturing people, like, you know. And then the other half is picking up pictures of penises that you remember. It's
the
like
cartoon penises.
Yeah. It's
What?
like, how are you supposed to take a game like that seriously?
What?
You know,
What the hell is she even talking
part
about?
of that is part of the game is that stupid comical crap,
Right.
and then the other part is just slitting people's throats open, like. It's terrible.
Yeah, you don't kill people in the
characters are
first game.
terrible. Like, Abby is not a likable character. Ellie is just a psychopath now.
She's changed completely from
You
her
know.
character in the first game. That's right.
Joel's dead.
That's the point.
I mean, what is there to like about the game? It's just not well
The
written.
graphics. The graphics were
I
good.
guess. I mean, the graphics,
Yeah.
but I mean, that's about it, in my opinion.
This is
So-
where people have this big divide about Last of Us is I don't think even if you're talking objectively, right? You can't argue that The Last of Us, even as a series, has bad graphics. You can't argue that. The graphics are great, no matter what version you're playing. The gameplay elements, they're really good. The sneaking and each one, the second one actually had new gameplay elements from
I
the
don't like
first
the gameplay,
that
but
innovated
alright.
and made it feel good. The location, right? The first one and second one have distinct different locations that feel organic and interesting. But really what it comes down to is the narrative. It's a
Organic.
narrative-based game. And if you don't like the narrative, you're not going to like the game. We liked the narrative of the first one. We don't like the narrative of the second. We're not going to like the second one. And there's nothing that's going to change that. You know, even over time, your feeling of the narrative isn't going to change. It's the same story. They didn't rewrite the story, right? So there you go.
Right. I'm the biggest Last of Us 2 hater, but his reasons and her reasons apparently for not liking it are really dumb.
Okay.
I just got to say that.
Let's see here. Korg says, do you remember the first game you ever got a platinum trophy for, if you ever even got one? Did you ever platinum a game
No,
on
I don't
PlayStation?
think so.
No?
Because even now, I don't care about that stuff.
You don't actively go for it.
No.
Right? If you get a trophy, it's fine, but you don't like, oh, I was aiming for it or
Right.
whatever. So you've never actually platinumed a game.
Right.
There you go. Have you ever watched shows like Survivor, Big Brother, or The Challenge? So those kind of reality
Hasn't closed her mouth yet.
shows.
No, not really. I'm not a big reality TV show for the most part.
When we watch reality shows, we're talking about, like, first, we used to watch Forged in Fire, which is a competition show where they make swords and stuff like that.
I do like
which is
that
kind
one.
of nice.
I do
we
like
watched
that one.
food competition shows, like some of the Gordon Ramsay stuff we've watched over the years and stuff like that.
I should say those are the ones that I like.
Right. Moses here?
But we don't go crazy. I'm not even exaggerating. I know some people might say I'm a liar. Even though I'm in my 40s, I've never seen a single episode of Survivor or Big Brother. Not one. And I have no plans to ever watch Survivor or Big Brother. I don't care about the show.
It's not. I've seen one or two episodes like forever ago.
Yeah.
But not again. I'm not into it.
Yeah.
So
I've never seen one at all. So
Okay. You want a medal? Like, I haven't seen one either, bro. I don't. Who cares? Nobody asked.
Would we ever? I mean, someone asked this last week too. Someone said, would we ever do like a react show together? And the thing is, again, we don't want to shoot anything down.
Someone said that.
Our goal is simple. Number one, to get Kat feeling at home and comfortable on streams again, right? Because she never really did. You were here only a few streams in 2018, and that was it. and then it's been so long.
And then Tevin.
And to actually get into stuff together we want to do. I can tell you
Yeah.
right now what we really want to do is Like a Dragon. We think that that would be a really great idea to play that virtual island game. Anything that comes after that is maybe, but we're not going to sit here and address every single possibility of what may happen. We don't know yet. We're not thinking about it.
Hey,
right?
Prophet.
We're not talking
Welcome,
about
Prophet.
What's a react show we can do, and what are we playing?
Thanks for being here.
When
She
we're out
looks
of this
hungry?
office,
When doesn't she, dude?
literally, we're done talking about it, right?
Get
we
it?
don't even
Yeah.
speak about it. You know, I asked you casually this week, did you want to come in here again? We're not we don't have a big business plan on our wall in our kitchen.
Dude, that's a little retcon there, too. Look at how he does this. Look at this, like, look how unhinged he looks. What's going on? How did he go to this level?
Anything that comes after that is maybe, but we're not going to sit here and address every single possibility of what may happen. We don't know yet. We're not thinking about it, right? We're not talking about what's a react show we can do, and what are we playing? When we're out of this office, literally, we're done talking about it, right?
It seems like you're done talking in general. You guys don't talk, it seems like.
We don't even speak about it. You know, I asked you casually this week, did you want to come in
We don't even speak. You could have ended the sentence
here
there.
again? We're not.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I
about
talked
it,
over
right?
it.
We don't even speak about it. You know, I asked you casually this week, did you want to come in here again?
I asked you casually this week, but he told us a few days ago that he's been asking her during the week. He was asking her every day. You didn't really ask her once casually. You've been asking her every day until she wore down and she agreed. So did she really choose to come on? I don't know. This is disgusting. I don't like this relationship.
We're not we don't have a big business plan on our wall in our kitchen of content we're going to be doing this year, anything like that. It's not that serious, okay?
How is it not that serious?
Oh, let's see here. See, here's the thing. So Nosely Bro Vibe says, did you either of us ever watch Full House, Friends, or Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Did you ever watch those shows?
Why is that funny?
Yeah, all of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
Me too. I mean, that was common stuff back then. That was like TGIF, right? It was called. It was just the sitcoms that were on every Friday night, and you would watch whatever was on. Honestly, I didn't even like half of them. I just watched them because they were on. I watched them with my parents, right? Like, it was like a family night thing. You would just watch because it was on. So yeah, we both seen those. Do I have a favorite? I think that my favorite of all those was like the first one that started it, which no one remembers. It was called Perfect Strangers. Do you ever see Perfect Strangers?
No.
So it was this ultra like nerdy white guy.
What?
But his cousin, who's a sheep farmer from a foreign country, moves in with him. So it's kind of like an odd couple situation. And it's just the weirdest thing, but it's funny. And I just remember that was the first one that started it all. And then after that, all the other shows like Full House, Step by Step, Family Matters, all those shows started also moving into that block on Friday nights. So
cool. No discussion, no conversation. All right.
You know, I think. Oh, by the way, I missed this one. Jones to Bones, thank you. 28 months as a member. Thank you, Jones to Bones. Just hope family night is great. Nice to meet Kat tonight. First time Jones to Bones has been on, so good to have you here. Thank you, Jones. Okay, you never saw Stranger.
Cyrax the Rapper. I have more free time and can catch React streams again. Gonna re-up my Ultra. Question for Kat. Is she a fan of King Cobra? Thank God bless you both.
Things on Netflix. Did you? You never saw it?
Sweet.
I did, and I thought the first couple of seasons were good. I've only seen the first 3 seasons. Yeah, the last season I saw was the one where they worked at the mall. And then I think there was another season after
Prophet,
that, but we
that's
don't
been
have
the
Netflix,
whole stream.
right?
Yeah, we got rid of Netflix.
We got rid of it, and we weren't actively watching it enough to keep it. So maybe one day I would get caught up with it, but I'm not really that interested in it anymore. So, okay.
Who pays for that?
Oh my God, Cyrax the Rapper, your obsession with that guy King Cobra. I don't know what your obsession is with that guy. I really don't.
It's an obsession.
But I think I can assure you that Kat does not watch King Cobra JFS. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure she's never watched his content or his snail burritos or anything like that. It's disgusting. Thanks for the super chat, though.
Just spoke over. Didn't even let her answer. Why is that so ridiculous? Why can't she answer that?
Okay,
whatever.
I don't know what's up with that guy always asking about that particular person.
She just shakes her head. She acts like he does. She's pignotized.
I think what we're going to do...
What?
Since we did have people who did ask questions in that thread, I think it's only fair that we check out that thread and see if people had some interesting questions to go over tonight. And then we'll jump back over here to you guys live in the chat. But there were some people who I knew couldn't be here tonight, and they had a few questions to ask, so we can just jump through a few of these. Okay. Ponage says, hey, Phil, Kat, and Jasper, I hope you're doing well.
Oh, Prophet, you might be right. I think you are about that.
Well, I have a question for Kat. Did you ever hear of the Shantae series, and did you ever play any of the games? If you haven't, it's a good game that I would suggest. to try. It's called Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, one of my favorite games in the series. Have a good night. Did you ever see or play a Shantae game?
I've heard of it, but it's not up my alley.
No.
For type...
You're not into, like, 2D platformers and stuff like that? Because that's exactly what it is. If I remember, I think it started, I want to say, in the 2000s, but they were always handhelds, right? Like, they were always handheld games. And I wasn't into handhelds that heavily either, so I never played it, and you had never played it. Okay. Let's see here. Duke, thanks for this question. But again, questions like, what are the top 3 things you like about each other? What's a weird quirk that's over this about one? We're not that kind of couple. We're gonna...
Bruh.
What are 3 things you like about each other? We're not that kind of couple. We're not that kind of couple. We don't like things about each other.
Duke, thanks for this question. But again, questions like, what are the top 3 things you like about each other? What's a weird quirk that's over this about one? We're not that kind of couple. We're going to sit here and list stuff about each other and razz each other all night. All right, so I appreciate the question.
Saying stuff you like about someone else that you're dating or married to is somehow razzing each other.
But we're not going to go into that.
All right.
Dartfree, we already answered that. We're Kat's top games and disappointing games of last year. Her most disappointing game was Starfield, and your top game was Alan Wake 2, right? So there you go. Monty Mole, I'm just going to ignore that question. Again, it's another similar style question.
Similar style question.
Oh, here you go. Question for all 3. First of all, Jasper Kitty.
Man.
What's wrong? He's squinting. Was he cleaning?
Yeah.
He's cleaning, so he's squinting. He must be itchy. Does Jasper want a Stray 2? What do you think? Does Jasper want Stray 2?
He does.
He does?
Yes.
Have you talked to him about this?
Yes.
Okay, and he said yes, he wants Stray 2.
Yes.
Remember, he was in here for a lot of that playthrough. He was in the room. I took pictures and everything. So for Phil, I don't know who that is. With the huge success of Street Fighter 6, how can other fighting franchises improve without copying the Street Fighter 6 formula? Provide enough content for a variety audience. Not everyone wants to be a competitive player. So if you put enough content in the game that a casual player likes the game, but also a competitive player would like the game, you've succeeded.
Man.
And you have to have a good roster at launch, not 5 characters, but like...
All right, I gotta be... I don't care.
And you have to have good online play, which Street Fighter 6 had. That's my answer.
All right. What about Kat?
So let's see.
Why doesn't she get to answer things on her stream? This is for her.
This is supposed to be for you, but I don't know how you're going to answer this one. Kat, why don't AAA development companies see what...
I keep noticing these little things, and I really don't like it. Listen to what he says here.
I don't know how you're going to answer this one.
It's supposed to be for you. I don't know how you're going to answer this one. What a very nice fucking opinion you have of your wife, dude. What is wrong with you? Like, actually straight up. Why are you married to this person?
Kat, why don't AAA development companies see what
dude.
indie and AA devs are going to do to succeed and try their own hand?
Like, does he think his wife is actually stupid? Like, sure, we can meme on her and say that, but this guy is supposed to be the one to have her back. This is your husband. This is your rock, your foundation. You're supposed to be together. Look at what he thinks of her, man.
And what does that even mean? I don't even understand the question. Do you?
Maybe they meant it for you.
No, it specifically says, Kat, why don't AAA companies see what indie AA devs are doing to succeed and try their own hand?
It's not that difficult of a question.
No answer, because I don't know what they're talking about.
No.
Right.
Okay.
Cool.
We
Nice.
already answered the question about hobbies. Let's see here.
What hobbies? Yeah, they don't have any. That's what he said.
Do you have any favorite movies or genres of movies over the years that you enjoy watching? Like, do you have a favorite movie or types of movies that you enjoy?
Oh my god.
I'm trying to think.
This pose, man.
I mean, obviously, like I said, I like the fantasy style, like Lord of the Rings movies.
Right. You had said that last week, that Lord of the
Yes.
Rings is one of your favorite things of all time when it comes to cinema, basically.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, movies nowadays aren't very good, so
Okay.
I can't think of any, like, modern ones, but those are the ones that I like.
Okay. We are. Geez, people just keep asking the same questions about hobbies and stuff. It's the same question over and over, so I'm just skipping it.
Bro, it's a thread that you...
Oh,
Whatever.
okay.
Whatever.
So, Slayer, I think the answer here is you haven't seen it, but he says, I want to ask Kat, did you ever see any of the private reacts that I did for him? And do you have any thoughts about Singapore? Did you ever hear me talk about Singapore or anything like that? You've never watched any of the reacts that I did for Slayer, right? None of them, because
Why
he
would
posts them up on
she-
his channel publicly after the fact.
Why would
but
she
you've never seen
know?
them, right? I guess what he's asking is like, did you ever see Singaporean food? Did you have any opinions? I've told you about some of the food that I saw in his videos, and it sounds interesting, right?
It
like,
does.
Really, thank you.
DSP doesn't rock his way.
You're right, Francisco. I'm sorry, dude. Thanks for the $1,000, man.
Like some of the street
Thank you, Francisco.
foods that I've seen, the Indian street food or the
Well,
big value. Remember, they're the home of the cheapest Michelin star dish of food you can get in the whole world.
That's
it's
what
the
I was
chicken
gonna
rice.
say. Yeah, you can get a good amount of food for cheap.
You don't
Food.
have to spend
Yeah.
$100 on a dinner. You can spend like $10 and get a giant.
should
amount
you
of
even be
gourmet
buying it,
food
though?
Yeah.
That's actually authentic and local, which is really neat.
Right.
Alright.
That's some of the React videos, excuse me, that I've done for Slayer recently was food videos. So, okay.
Always food. It's always food.
So,
Always.
all right. OP Boone asks, was there a game or genre of game that you previously you didn't think you were going to like, but I maybe convinced you to like or to try, maybe by watching me play it or something like that?
Walk?
thinking.
No. Food? Yes.
Because I know there was one, but I can't think about what.
Oh, you can't remember what it was?
Yeah.
Man, she can't remember anything, bro.
Shoot.
Did you give her a pill?
Well,
And leave her
what
there?
I can think of is that I did a lot of those style of game where it's, I call them choose your own adventure, but what it really is a narrative based game where you make decisions,
Yeah.
and based on your decision, there's different outcomes, right? So you've played a lot of the Life is Strange games.
Well, I played
Right.
whatever
the latest one.
Yeah.
That's the one you played, and you ended
Yeah.
up really liking it, even though you didn't think you were going to like it. You enjoyed it.
Why is
Right.
he speaking for her? This is so
I thought
fucking
you would like it
weird.
and you enjoyed it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you had played a few others too, right? What was it? The weird one with the decision, the heist was going on, remember? And people get shot and everything. I
Right.
can't remember the name of it anymore.
Oh, that stupid.
Yeah, she's zonked, bro.
Yeah,
She's
I
on
can't
the
remember the name of it. It
Xannies.
was.
I can't remember the name of it either. Yeah.
It's the family that gets.
They get wrapped up in a heist at like a gas
Hostage.
station or something.
Yeah.
They get taken hostage. You played that. And you also played Tell Me Why, I think, right? That game about the kids that went to the hometown.
I
and-
hated that one.
You hated that one.
Yeah, that one.
So basically, she played a whole bunch of those kind of choose your own adventure games. Seeing me play them, some she liked, some she didn't. But I think her favorite was the recent Life is Strange True Colors. That's what it's
gonna
called. Life is
plum.
Strange True Colors. There you go. So another one for you,
Why did I ever say that?
Jasper. Jasper, do not step on her.
All
You're
right.
gonna hurt her because she's not. You know, you don't want to claw her.
There you go.
Okay.
Dude.
So basically, OP Boone says, I know that you used to have past experience with Overwatch.
Uh-huh.
And now you seems like you play other games like Skyrim or Far Cry.
What was your rank,
Yakuza,
lady?
Assassin's Creed.
Strange
Do you
lady, what was your
ever
rank?
get an itch to go back and play a multiplayer game again like that? Have you ever really thought, oh, I
No.
want to go back and play it?
I mean, there's nothing. First of all, Overwatch definitely not, because it's just boring now. And Overwatch 2 is Overwatch 1. Like, it's not even different. So
Yeah.
there's no interest. Like, it's you play that game so much, and it's just boring, especially when they didn't do anything to really improve it.
Right.
You know, it's just the same game. So, and of course, anything similar is just the same. You know, a lot
Right.
of these multiplayer games are just the copy and paste
Man.
of. You know, they're not unique or
Who's
enough for me to be
speaking?
interested in them.
Who is speaking
Okay.
right now? Him or her?
Okay, another one for you.
All
so
right.
now you've lived here in Washington for 6 years? Well, I guess almost. We're almost at the 6-year mark now. When you moved here, did you experience any culture shock moments, any stark differences
Bro,
in the people or cuisines or climate
okay.
or anything from where you
I
came
moved from
that
the U.S. to the U.S. It was very culturally shocking to me.
you were like, whoa, that's way different.
Well,
Whoa.
yeah, I mean, first of all,
She's not going
the
to like a
West
farm,
Coast
bro.
is way different from the East Coast. I mean,
She's not Amish
there's no
now.
Italian food here.
Yep.
There's no authentic Italian food.
Yo,
here.
shut
There's a lot of authentic Asian food here, which is good.
Yep.
But there's no Italian food, which you get on the East Coast all the time.
Oh my
Like I said, the weather is better
God.
because you don't get the giant snowstorms.
She's just him. She is just him.
I'm him. I'm him.
That's Cat. Can we get a Cat version of that? Can someone AI Cat's voice?
I'm him. I'm him.
She's him.
Really, thank you.
Thank you.
Stop for a second. Imagine you and your best friend on a stream together. I'd about you, but my BSF and I would be having fun first, chatting to stream second. It's obvious they're roommates and not even friends. Every interaction is so forced.
Yeah, Tom Francisco, exactly.
You don't get
There's no chemistry between them. They don't even know anything about each other.
Freezing
Thank you
temperature.
for the 200 Argentinian.
Moderate weather.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of rain, but I don't really care about that. I'd rather have rain than snow.
Right.
Yes, the people here are way different.
Are they hipsters?
Here are
If she says hipsters, I'm dead. I'm dead, bro.
extremely different. Very, like, I don't even know how to describe it without, you know, being offensive or whatever.
Well,
you know.
I mean, let's be honest.
What?
We live on the West Coast, and the West Coast, especially Washington State, is one of the most liberal states in the entire country.
Yeah.
Okay? Everyone here is heavy left-leaning, okay? And it's hard when you're not 100% in agreement with that lifestyle. Even me, and I'm middle of the road politically. I've told you guys. Now, we're not going to talk politics tonight.
He's gonna say a hateful slur, guys. What the
Don't
fuck?
worry about that. But unless you're like hyper in line with the people, a lot of the times you're like, what the heck? Like the way the people act and stuff. It's just so different. You know, out here, pot is fully legalized. You can just go to a store, a dispensary, and just buy weed. And you see people, you literally see people walking around smoking. You can smell it in the air all everywhere. It's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Like, why is this so common here?
Why is the thing that's legal here like so like, you know, like common?
You know, it's in other places it's like completely forbidden in the United States.
Well,
it's weird,
it's a
right?
combination of many things because you have crime that is not under control, and then you have the legalization of marijuana
I'm done.
top of that, and then you have, you know, all
I'm
these
done.
other things. Just it makes a bad situation.
And that's coming from, you know, a situation that wasn't like that. You know? And you move out here and it's like, and the other thing is it's changed. Like,
he cloned himself.
Even since I've lived here, when I started here 10 years ago, it was different, and I've just seen it progressively get more that direction over and over every year, to the point where now it's like when you first moved here, we went to Seattle.
Yeah.
Right? And we always thought we're gonna go back, right? We haven't gone back. We have no desire to go back because of how it's changed and how the people are out here. It's like,
well, it's not safe to go back. I mean, when we first went there, it was nice, and there's still
wait. When did you first go? Can you explain to us when you first went? Was it during the time that you guys said you didn't have money? Was it when you were secretly bringing her across the country? I don't know. Please say the year you guys first went, please.
like sketchy stuff there.
Yeah.
You know? But now it's like if you
it's actually dangerous. It's legitimately dangerous.
Yeah.
There's crime everywhere out there. It's like businesses have moved out of Seattle.
Tons of them.
So, yeah, it's very different from where we come from.
Man, he cloned himself. This poor lady.
Now, here's the thing. Now, this is for both of us. I don't know if you're going to have an opinion on this. And honestly, I don't even know if this is the place for me to answer this question. Okay?
Yeah. Man.
Let's see if you have an opinion on it. If not, it's okay. We can skip it.
Okay.
What are your opinions on recent influx of large content creators now stepping back and retiring? For example, Tom Scott, Matt Pat from Game Theory, Meat Canyon, Captain Sparkles, Germa, among many others. From a viewer's perspective and from a content creator's perspective. Do you even know any of those people?
Why wouldn't she have an opinion? That's very interesting that he prefaced that whole thing by like fucking questioning her intelligence. She watches YouTube videos. You say that you guys watch people. She can connect the dots and think that one of her favorite YouTubers, what if he retired? You can just, whatever.
Yeah,
We're
so
done.
I have seen videos pop up on my feed about them. Not that I watch any of those people. I don't, because I have no interest in them.
There you go.
But
look at this. Look at this brainwash.
about them. Not that I watch any of those people. I don't, because I have no interest in them.
She's afraid. Like, bro.
But
that's
I have
disgusting.
seen them randomly pop up being like, oh, I'm going away or something. And,
Disgusting.
You know, I just look at those things as like, it's not like a big deal to me. It's all everything's a trend now. So it's like if one creator does something, a million other people have to do it. So it's like, okay, so this one guy is like not making content anymore. Why would I care? You know, I don't even watch these people, but all I know is that there's always some stupid trend going on where one content creator does something, then a million others have to follow suit. And there's no reason for it. It's
but
just,
you don't actively watch any of those people,
No.
so to you it's not a big deal.
I don't care. I don't. I'm
I
not
love the trend of retiring. Now he's going to give his opinion.
interested in
I don't
that.
actively watch any of them either. Now, from a content creator's perspective, it's completely different. But the thing is, I don't think this is the venue for me to talk. Like, this is something I would talk about on my own podcast. Or,
Why?
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go into massive detail about this. All I'll say is this. Every name you mention is someone who's probably a million sub person.
I'm done. I'm checking out.
Young out.
My brain, I'm going to let him play. I'm
All
done.
I'll say is this. Every name you mention is someone who's probably a million sub person, probably has been making money, insane amounts of money for an extended period of time, to the point where they're in a position where they don't have to work anymore for the rest of their life. So they have the ability to say, I just want to go away and live out my life basically in peripheral retirement forever.
Right.
Is that a bad thing? What about your parents, bro? What about your parents? Are they not allowed to retire? Like, what? I don't get it.
Because I made so much money, all I got to do is invest my money and I'm rich forever, right? That's something that's I'll never be. I'm considered, what do they
why would you say this in front of your wife, bro?
call, like a blue collar YouTuber almost.
What? Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's something that's I'll never be. I'm considered, what do they call, like a blue collar YouTuber almost, right? Where I have to work every day. I have to put in hours. I'm not rich. I'm not famous. I'm not, you know what I mean? I will never be in that position. Then again, the thing is, I love what I do to the point where I like being on stream. I like hanging out with my audience. Do I want more time with my family? Yes, I do. I don't want to work 6 days a week full time. I would like to get to the point where I don't have to do that. But at the same time, these are people at such a different level from everyone else out there who's a working class content creator. You understand? They're just ginormous YouTubers who don't need to work anymore, so why would they? But does that say something about their passion? Maybe it does and maybe it doesn't. If you really had passion for what you were doing, would you ever want to step away from it? Or would you always want to have at least limited involvement? Some of these guys outright said, I'm just handing everything over to someone else and selling it off. It's like, so
I thought you didn't watch any of these videos. How do you know that?
did you ever really have passion, or were you just doing it for a paycheck, right? I don't know. Then again, I don't know any of these people. You know, I don't know them. I don't watch their content.
Right.
We see,
but I know they're going to just leave and not have any involvement.
I think we've seen a couple Meat Canyon animations during the course of this last year on the React Show, and I haven't seen anyone else that you even mentioned. I've never seen a single piece of their content. So I would like to more fully answer that at a better time. This is not the time. This is supposed to be us answering questions together, not me from my perspective.
And then he says, he hits us with this. He hits us with this? The audacity of this bitch right here.
At a better time. This is not the time. This is supposed to be us answering questions together, not me from my perspective. All right. So, the only last couple questions here. We already talked about horror movies. You don't really particularly like horror movies, so you don't really have a favorite old horror
right,
movie
honey?
or anything
You don't like
that,
them, right?
The
right.
And did you ever watch any of my old Cooking with the King videos back in the day, the old ones?
Like one. Maybe.
Oh, yeah. So you weren't a fan. You didn't watch them all or anything like that.
It was trash, honey.
I think some people had this weird mentality that you used to like watch all of my old content.
What?
Maybe. Oh, yeah. So you weren't a fan. You didn't watch them all or anything like that. Okay. Because I think some people had this weird mentality that you used to like watch all of my old content.
No.
Oh, that she used to watch it. I thought he meant some people have a weird mentality that they have to watch my old content.
Okay, so that's not the case.
Never mind.
All right. So we've answered all those questions, and now what we're gonna do? It's gonna go 100 miles a minute here.
We're gonna
jump back. We're gonna get back to shout outs. Guys, we've got less than a half an hour left on the stream, just so you know. We're going to go till around 9 p.m. tonight, just so everybody knows.
Okay.
So let's do some more shout-outs on the tip side, then we'll get to the YouTube side, and then we'll get caught up with chat that's going a mile a minute to catch up here because we weren't looking at it. Okay. Let's take a look here.
All right.
I'm just going to ignore this stupid question about drama. I ignore all drama questions, so let's get rid of that.
Who was it?
Let's see here. Oh, I don't think so, but someone did an anonymous $5 tip saying, do you have an accent? Do you have a slight accent, and what would you consider that it is if you think you have one?
If I did, I don't know, because...
I don't know.
I don't know my own
Right. You wouldn't notice your own accent, right? Personally, I don't think she has one. But maybe you do. Maybe you think she does. I don't think she has an accent, but then again, I'm from Connecticut, so you guys tell me sometimes that you think I have an accent.
Everybody...
Right? So
I'm not even going to bother.
Thank you for that.
I'm not bothering. Fuck it.
Let's see here. August with another $5 tip. He's feeling Kat. I hope you've had a good night tonight. I hope that to be here before. I'm definitely will be here next week. I'm going for a vacation across the country with my girlfriends to be safe. Well, I don't know if we're doing this again next week or not. You know, this is not something that we've committed to doing every week.
Look at her. She looked at him. Look at this. Look at this.
Well, I don't know if we're doing this again next week or not. You know, this is not something that we've committed to doing every week. We may or may not. Again, this is more, you know, how you feel. If you like doing this, if you want to do it once a week, we don't have to do it once a week. Perhaps the next time would actually be when Like a Dragon comes out and we do that island mode. But the thing is, we don't know the extent of, like, how do you unlock it? How do you get the content in it? How early in the game do you get to it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
We don't know that. So maybe it's not till like you're 15, 20 hours in, you know.
He's so controlling. He smothers her. He overpowers her. She's not a person. She can't have opinions. She can't say anything. When he says, honey, it's up to you, it's not. It's not up to her. It's really not.
I mean, I don't know. I guess we have to find that out when the game comes out and go from there. But we'll see, you know, what happens. We may or may not do another one next week. Okay, I got a tip here. Let's see.
Man, ridiculous.
Okay, so from Neutron, $1.17 tip says, particularly in your lifetime, would you consider yourself a healthy eater, or did you actually...
Bro, I can't handle it. I can't handle this shit no more.
Says,
I can't fucking take it. How...
particularly in your lifetime, would you consider yourself a healthy eater, or did you actually start to eat more healthy once you guys kind of got together and started making meals together? Were you always like health conscious about the meals that you make, or did you become more health conscious?
No, I mean,
why the fuck? Why would he ask that? Actually, no memes, nothing. Why the fuck would he ask that? This dude is like not here. He's not human.
Grew up that way, eating healthy. So I think my whole life has been at least trying to, you know.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, honestly, the meals you make are way...
Really, thank you.
Can't believe
She
it.
doesn't look happy at all.
Thank you for the 5 Australian Turtles Game Kingdom. Yeah, especially with this question. Look at his fucking eyes, man.
Healthier than the stuff that I was eating before.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
really, the stuff we eat is way better.
And then he talks about himself.
Way healthier than the stuff that I was eating before.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
really, the stuff we eat is way better than pasta, you know, heavy cheese and shit that I was used to eating. And, you know, our diet in general is just a lot better. By the way, almost no red meat, right?
Well,
which is a huge thing.
Yeah, we try to pick like chicken and turkey instead of like, you know, beef.
I'm in shock, bro.
Very low fat meats
that
are better for you overall, which is great, right?
I'm speechless.
So
what
it looks like
is this dude's fucking problem?
Give Me Balance had done a super chat. £5. Thank you, Give Me Balance. With the next Fallout and Elder Scrolls games, do you think they're going to be as disappointing as Starfield was? Wow. What do you think? Do you have any faith left in Bethesda at this point?
I don't even know if I should say anything on that.
Is that bad, huh?
Well, I mean, there's a tiny shred of like hope in me that it could be good, but I'm not even gonna get it. As much as I'm excited,
like, does he like, no memes? I'm not even memeing right now. Does he enjoy making her uncomfortable? Like, actually, no fucking joke. ACK, actually. Because he asked her the ghost question too. The ghost question, ghost possession, whatever the fuck he said.
For
like, what the fuck is this dude's problem?
I don't want to get hyped up like I did for Starfield. Even though I know Starfield was a new IP and all that stuff, but it's just Starfield was so bad that, I mean, it's not even that it was just okay or it was a little bit bad. It was terrible.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to have faith in them at this point.
In my opinion, the problem with Starfield was Bethesda.
And like the fact that he doesn't even realize what he read and doesn't even realize like how that can be weird and awkward. It's mind-boggling.
This chance to show.
And then he talks about Starfield. Like, what the
that they could rebound from bad projects. Bro. Fallout 4 wasn't bad, but it also was not as well received as Fallout 3 or New Vegas. So people were like, "Oh man, you know, did they lose their way?" Their next project immediately out of the gates is Fallout 76, and that's a flop, right? That's a huge failure at launch. It took them years and years for it to even become functional and to build a community. So after 2 mistakes,
you guys think he knows?
The next thing immediately after that is
Agent
let's
Proper,
do something to knock it out of the park.
Agent Proper, we just saw him talking about,
Kat, do you eat healthy now, or do you eat like less healthy?
and man,
right? And just boom, make it so amazing. And what did they come out with? A game that I think the best way to describe it is mid-milk toast, right? There's nothing special about it. It's boring. It's the same paint by numbers. We really dialed it in this time, guys. We used the same formula. We didn't even do anything new. And when we tried something new, it didn't work or was so extra that you didn't need it in the game.
DSP throwback?
It's just a huge disappointment. So when this next one comes out, do I have faith that it's going to be good? No. Honestly, the next game Bethesda comes out with, I'm going to be more skeptical. I'm going to be analyzing that.
The next channel this dude releases, I'm going to be skeptical.
For things that are good, that stand out, that they're going to do right rather than fail. And that with Starfield, I was more optimistic, and now I just don't feel that optimism anymore. They kind of blew it, right? Okay. All right, guys, we are winding up. We got about maybe 20 minutes left on the stream, so I would say this is your last chance if you'd like to get some questions in. Please tag us in the chat. We're going back now to the open questions in the chat room for the finale here tonight, okay? Andy, we already answered that question about visiting foreign countries tonight. We already said maybe Japan #1 and then maybe Europe in the future.
Maybe he just showed up.
We have no idea if we'll ever be able to do that. Vietnamese Comrade says, do you play Call of Duty, and how do you feel about the franchise in general?
I do not. I don't play it.
You don't play it. Do you like it? Do you have any feelings about it?
Nope.
No, none at all.
Nope.
Okay.
It's an overhyped generic shooter, so.
There you go. Spidey 5000 says, Kat, who is your favorite character in Lord of the Rings? His is Samwise.
Oh, Samwise. I like Samwise.
Samwise Gamgee?
Your favorite character. Or do you have a group of favorites?
Are we going to get an opinion or not?
Come on. Aragorn, dude. Come on. Strider, dude. Come on.
Because I like so many of them.
So just who are some of your favorites? Just
we get a
name
fence
you
it.
like. You don't have to be the favorite, like, overall. Just who are some of the characters you really like?
I like all of them.
In the franchise.
Phil, I like all of them, Phil.
Gandalf.
Why do you like Gandalf?
I don't know. I like them all. It's hard to...
All right.
This is like on the spectrum dating right here, man.
Things about them in the franchise, right?
So strange.
Gandalf.
Why do you like Gandalf?
I don't know. I like them all. It's hard to...
All right. We'll forget it then. We don't have to. I'm just saying.
I mean, they're all good. Like, every single character is good in their own way. Like, they're all good in their own way.
All right.
But, okay, how about this?
Thanks for the DSP
I think one of the
answer.
things that's great about Lord of the Rings is that even though you have such a cast of characters, and even though you even have 4 hobbits, every one of them stands out individually, right? Like, you can think about each one. You can think about Merry, Pippin, Frodo, Sam, Gandalf, Legolas, Gimli, Aragorn. And they all have iconic things about each one of them, because they each have an involved backstory, cool cultural stuff about each one. None of them are boring. None of them are copies of each other, right?
I like Legolas.
You like the elf Legolas?
Yes, because that's the build I would play in like a fantasy, like Skyrim.
A ranger style, or not ranger, like a archer, agile style.
Yeah.
Agile style.
Perfect shot kind of stuff.
I would say he's one of my top because of that.
There you go.
It's pretty weird. Like, she had to wait for him to go deeper into it so that she could answer it. Isn't that fucking strange? That is really weird. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I don't want to fucking analyze.
Someone had said it scrolled off the screen. I
bro.
just caught it at the tip of my eye there. What do you, in general, how do you feel about the Persona series? Do you like the Persona game franchise?
I played 4 and 5. I liked them both, but I liked the story of 4 better than 5 because it's a murder mystery.
Would you play a future Persona game if it came out? Would you be interested in playing it?
I would try it.
Did you? Oh, what about that new one that the makers of Persona are making, but it's fantasy, not modern? Did you see that?
I mean,
I forgot what the name of it is.
I know, I forgot it too. See, I don't really like weeb style games that much. But I did.
Ain't no way, bruh. Ain't no way. This lady, when she came here the first time, she said she collected swords, bro. And she loved BTS and she loved anime. Get the fuck out of here. What you mean, lady?
Like I said, I did like...
That's how much he twisted her.
Persona 4 because of the story. And I would try that new game that they...
Yeah.
Whatever it's called. But I'm not crazy. Like, I don't like anime. I don't like the anime style games. the weeb stuff.
Yo.
But the funniest part is when you played some of those, you liked them.
Yeah.
It's not that you're prejudiced against them. You just don't have an affinity for them.
Right. There's so many of them too. It's just like.
Here's the thing.
She had her Twitter location set to Japan. That's how much she loved Japanese shit. She loves sushi. It's her favorite food. How the hell did you change that much?
Similar, but I'm similar.
Was it this guy?
In the realm of fighting games, okay? It's not that I don't like Guilty Gear or Blaze Blue. I just don't have an affinity for that art style or that cultural style. So if you ask me, would you rather play Tekken, Street Fighter, or Guilty Gear? I'm going to say I'll play Street Fighter, Tekken, Guilty Gear in that order.
Yeah, years of, oh my god, you're watching this? Yeah, exactly. Dead Bears, you hit it on the fucking head of the nail, dude.
Right? Like, that's my affinity. So, it's not that we don't like the games because they're bad games. It's that there's just things you don't have a real affinity for. Right. And I just, that art style to me is like, nah, I've seen it a million times. I've seen a million games, a million shows, a million movies. They all look the same, right?
It becomes very generic.
It doesn't stand out anymore.
Right.
Right? There you go. Okay, let's see here.
Got a Bohem close. They both don't like weeb shit. They called it weeb shit.
Got another tip. So, Anso Kamaru to the $1.50 says, similarly to Kat, I am a self-taught cook. I actually specialize in Chinese and Asian cuisine. My girlfriend is actually Chinese. Is there a particular person that you base your recipes on, or do you just go like random Google searches? Personally, I get most of my recipes from Instagram.
China they say.
Instagram's a good, it's got a lot of recipes on there. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, so I pick up things from there. I mean, I don't always actively search for recipes, but I like to watch, like different chefs,
Chicky.
react. Like, I like those chefs react and stuff like that.
Thank you. Really,
and,
thank you.
So why the love would you go to Japan if you hate all those things?
Yeah, I don't know. Turtles Game Kingdom. It's like the old her is crawling out. There's parts of her that still are lingering, but most of it has been toxified. Thank you, Turtles Game, for the 5, dude. Thank you so much.
I learn a lot about like cooking from that.
Okay.
So
cool. If you guys are wondering why it looks like I just grew a foot, it's because I'm trying to stretch my back out. This stool is about to decompose under my ass here. Not meant for this long of sitting. We definitely got to get something better, hopefully tomorrow. All right, another tip came in here. A $2 tip from August. I want to give a thank you to the mods. You are appreciated tonight. Take pride in yourselves for what you did. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's an incredible amount of trolls. Personally, I caught some of them myself, but the mod team here did a good job tonight of trying to catch that too, and I appreciate any mods that were here helping out tonight. As usual, you know, they're gonna the trolls will always come out in force for certain particular nights. Let's see here. We already answered that. Walmart walnuts. We already said her favorite recipes are her baked chicken recipe and also her Japanese curry, so we don't need to reiterate that. Andy is wondering, are you into superheroes at all? I know the answer, but they might want to hear the answer from you. Are you into superheroes or anything like that? No.
Not anymore.
Is there a reason, like,
They don't talk. They don't talk. They don't talk. If you know, you know.
No.
Not anymore.
Is there a reason, like, is there a reason why you don't like superhero stuff?
Extremely oversaturation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's not the
obvious.
reason. That's not the reason, Kat. Come
movies, on. You know, it's too much. It just makes you
Come
not
on,
want
Kat.
to like it anymore.
Right.
Even if you did, even like, I was never like really into superheroes before it became like, you know, took over everything.
Yeah.
But now that it has,
It became so prominent.
yeah, it's just like too many, and it's just like it's the movies are boring now. They're incredibly. I mean, I guess I understand. There's some people who really like them, and that's fine.
Yeah,
but,
who's the person?
You know.
Yeah, but you know what? Not even as much anymore, because look at the box office results from the last 2 years. The Marvel movies are not doing that good anymore.
Well,
they're failing.
Depending,
you know?
I mean, yeah.
Most of them have not done well. There's very few. Maybe the Spider-Man movie did good, and the Guardians of the Galaxy did good, but the other 5 Marvel movies all tanked, you know, in a row too. So I think there's something to be said there. There's just way oversaturation. They overflooded the market. They thought there would be way more demand, you know, than there really is at this point, you know.
Yep.
I think when you know that you've overflooded the market, when you're asking yourself, which version of the Suicide Squad is your favorite? What?
Yeah, I know.
Why are there multiple versions of the Suicide Squad to begin with? What the fuck are you talking about,
There's
right?
two.
You're out of your mind.
There's
two.
There's
Okay.
literally 2. That's it.
No, see again, Eva Cowboy fan asking, do you have any kind of a favorite TV show? Did you ever think about watching Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul and stuff like that?
Oh, I love Saul.
We haven't really been into like a big narrative-based show, right?
Beg narrative show.
And stuff like that. We haven't really been into like a big narrative-based show, right? Like very rarely have we watched a show that's a narrative-based and we watch consistently.
Damn, you're missing out, bro.
So, I mean, I don't even know like if you ever had a favorite show over time or anything, right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay, don't let her talk. Just talk for her.
here.
Talk over her and talk for her. Big ups.
Boom Kit, I don't know what you mean. Any games you guys disagree on quality-wise, what does that mean? Do you mean that we disagree on the like our opinion on the game? I don't understand what you're saying with that. if you can elaborate. Excuse me.
There's no more tips coming in. I'm surprised he's still here.
I've already talked about our days off, and we don't have like date nights per se because we don't have time. Our day off is just us running around doing a lot of errands and stuff, right? And so because of that, do we do stuff together that we like to do, like, you know, watch a show, have a drink, order in or go out to dinner? Yes, we do that, but we don't have scheduled date nights or dates like that because we kind of have to squeeze it in between everything else that we do on our day off. You know what I mean? So,
man,
okay.
How do you think that makes her feel?
All right. At this point, I would say we are definitely winding down with the questions. I see a lot of repeat questions.
No money. That's the key.
At this point.
There's no money.
And I think people are just kind of harping on the same stuff. I don't want to sit here and repeat. So unless we get a few more original questions in the next few minutes, we're probably going to wrap it up and call it a night. No. Tub is saying, are you going to check out the new Pokemon-inspired game, Pal World? It looks fun on Game Pass. Did you even hear about that? I don't even know what he's talking about.
Yo, Pal World looks so dumb. I'm going to play
is.
it. I love that. It looks so dumb. I want to play it.
Do you have a particular game that you thought was incredibly funny and made you laugh out loud the most?
Dead Space
Ghost
2.
Simulator 3.
Oh my god, yeah,
No.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That game had a ton of funny stuff in it.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole game is our joke, right? Like, it's not a serious game at all. The whole setup of the game and every little mini game you're doing in it is meant to be a funny reference to something or something, right? So, okay.
Right.
Yeah, married roommates. And they were roommates.
Seeing ridiculous stuff. No, we're not gonna. We have no plans to play Mario Party. Tubs is saying it's Pokemon with guns.
I think the ridiculous stuff he's referring to is wish I could know what Cat's lipstick is. Is that the ridiculous thing?
Play Pokemon with guns shooting things. Okay. Michael is wondering, how do you feel about the direction God of War is going? Do you think this is a good direction, the way that the series
definitely.
is
I mean, the original ones were stupid. Like, it was a lot. Oh, well, the narrative was stupid. Like, the immature stuff. Like, in the original
Your
ones.
mouth
It's
drooling
much more
fucking
serious
retard.
now.
I shouldn't have said that.
I shouldn't have said that. Anyways, I won't say anything.
You know, with Kratos and Atreus and their stories, and
Fuck outta here.
much better, in my opinion.
No, and that's funny because that's exactly what the point was. The original trilogy was supposed to be how Kratos became a god and was completely unchecked, right? He had no maturity, no intelligent thought, just rage. Everything he does is rage and gore and just no control at all. And look what happens. He kills all the gods and everything gets messed up.
Right.
These last two games were about him becoming older, becoming more self-aware, becoming more mature.
This is the Elliest take I've ever heard.
Being a father, changing who he is, but then also having to live down the sins of his past, of his previous life. So I agree. I think that the modern games are much, much, much better than the old games. Your mouth drooling fucking retard. I shouldn't have said that.
Alright, bro. To each
Have
their
you ever
own,
been
I
outside
guess.
of America at all?
No.
And I liked the new one. Not the new one. The one before the new one. I liked it, but like, come on. To say the old ones are shit, like, what?
Only
Get the fuck out of here.
the contiguous United States. That's
I don't feel bad for you no more, Cat. Shut up.
it. Okay. Sarah thinks that Kratos' story arc reminds her of my story, of how I've grown
suppose
and
so.
changed.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's commonality there.
I just didn't kill anyone. That's the thing. I didn't murder anyone along the way. All right, Derek, you have a good night. All right, guys, last few minutes here, last few questions. Please tag us. Last chance to get something answered tonight.
What about T? Yo. What about T, Phil?
Brawl Bomber, we already answered that
sorry.
question about our
Rest in
favorite Yakuza
peace.
game. We're not going to
I'm
answer
sorry
it again.
I'm sorry for laughing at that.
Sorry. Did we watch
Oh,
you did not
man.
watch Invincible. I only saw part of season 1 of Invincible and never saw season 2, and I'm not really interested in it at this point.
At this point. Yeah, he so wants to leave.
Do you even remember the characters from Persona 4?
I don't. It was so long
It was
ago.
ages ago, like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah,
I think,
I don't know.
right?
I remember their names or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like Indian food?
Yeah, I love Indian food.
Nobody
What's your-
asked
okay,
about
since
romance.
this would
Sigmoid tried to
be
ask,
a follow-
but of course he didn't answer it.
follow-up question. I'm sure someone will ask. What's some of your favorite things in Indian food?
Chicken tikka masala. Like any kind of curry that has chicken or lamb. I tried the goat, but I don't really like the goat that much.
It has a unique flavor to it, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The goat. That's
Okay.
why he's
But,
the
yeah.
goat.
Cool.
The goat.
Let's see here. No, we have no plans to get Jasper a cat
Bleh.
buddy. We've already talked about it. He's the kind of cat that wants to be the center of attention at all times.
Like you.
If there was another cat in the house to draw attention away,
Yeah,
he
like this lady right next to you.
would literally be upset, and it would cause him to act out in a destructive manner.
Whoa, isn't it ironic, guys? He just described himself with this lady right next to him.
So we don't want to put him in that position. He's
Right.
literally not that kind of... He wants to be the pet. So that's how we treat him.
Right.
Okay.
Zit.
Do you prefer Xbox, Nintendo, or PlayStation, or does it not matter?
Doesn't matter.
Ah,
I don't take sides.
there you go. You're not an Xbox, a
Well-
Sony pony, or a Nintendork? I don't even know what they're called. I don't know.
Only thing she
Yeah,
takes
okay.
is plates
I mean,
of food.
right now, the Series S is what I've been playing on the most.
For the last year.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's amazing. It's a great console.
There you
But-
go. Okay. It's a Nintendrone. I thought it was Nintendork. I apologize. It's Nintendrone. It's equally insulting, just in a different way. Okay. Whoa. I guess this will be a bunch of tips came in.
Yeah, it doesn't matter unless it's PC.
Nowhere
apparently.
altogether. So I guess this will probably be our last few questions. We'll answer of
Whoa,
the night.
bunch of tips.
A $10
honey, look.
tip just came in.
Look, honey, I got a bunch of money. Thanks for getting me this money,
What
honey.
on earth? So Rick Perez did a $10 tip. He says, YouTube's algorithm is now favoring longer videos and compilations. Would you consider making a full playthrough video for DSP Throwback, like one of your shorter games from the... So what you're saying is an entire game in one video?
Yeah, you should do that.
I'm not so sure about that. At one point, that was true. And that was many years ago where they changed the algorithm.
What?
That the longer your video, it literally would push it to the top. Now I think it's based on overall engagement. And if you have a 5-hour video, what are the chances that someone's going to watch the entire video? Probably slim. So in reality, I think that would create
prefer
low
longer
engagement,
videos.
and that would hurt the video. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think there's evidence of what you're saying. Like at one point, I think that was the case, but I don't think that's
I mean, you would have to test it to gather the evidence, right?
the case anymore.
Like, that's what you would actually have to do.
So
You can't just say there's no evidence, and then there you go. You can't do that. You gotta see. You gotta see for yourself, right?
thank you for the tip. You got a $2 tip here from Slie. Do we see any mountains when we're out in Washington? I visited Colorado. The Rockies are beautiful.
Why so
yes,
much
there is
makeup?
the Mount Rainier
Hey,
out
Naquan.
here. And when we drive certain places, you can actually see Mount Rainier right there on the horizon. Beautiful. On a clear day, you can see it with the snow cap and everything. And it's really, really gorgeous. But it's only from certain directions and certain ways that you go. So you can't always actively see it. It's beautiful, though. And we got a $2 tip
Man, she wanted to
from
be
Little
here, he
Jimmy.
said.
Did you ever watch anything from PBS? Do you remember shows like Barney or Sesame Street or any of
course.
those shows growing up?
Yes.
And did you watch them?
Uh-huh.
Which one? I know you said you would
Both.
watch Sesame Street, right? Oh, you did watch Barney?
Yeah.
See, for me, I'm trying to remember. I think it was Sesame Street.
didn't
'Cause
ask
Sesame
you.
Street's been around forever, like since like the 1970s, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, there's probably like 4 or 5 generations of people who've seen Sesame Street as a kid.
Barney was like the 90s, I think.
Probably the 90s, right? Yeah. See, I know I watched Sesame Street, and I know I watched some other weird stuff, like Romper Room and Zoobledy Zoo and like weird shit. that used to be on TV.
Did you watch Lamb Chop?
I saw Lamb Chop, but it wasn't what I would watch. You know what I mean? Like, I knew of it.
Yeah.
But that was like right after I would have watched that style of show. Like, I was getting into more like my younger youth years, where I was like X-Men and, you know, violent stuff. So I'm not watching Lamb Chop anymore, right?
Yeah.
But I knew it existed.
This is the weirdest conversation.
What's up, Dark Maggot? Good evening. Good to have you here. And as we're wrapping up, because now, yeah, guys, we are down to the last 5 minutes, FYI. Last few questions of the night. Thank you all. You've been a great audience. You've been respectful for the most part. And thank you to the mod team who kept stuff under control tonight. We really appreciate that. And we'll get back to you about in the next week when we think we're going to do something like this again. I don't know when the next one would be. Hopefully when we do, we will have a better stool, because my ass is killing me right now. Yes, Vietnamese comrade, we do like Vietnamese food. Like banh mi and pho. I've had a banh mi sandwich, but I got the wrong one. I got two.
All right, really?
It was a bad protein to have in the sandwich. I should have got like pork or something. Yeah. I blame myself.
Really, thank you.
She looks like Sans.
Will be with the the two. You know what? Maybe. I won't even disagree.
But we both had pho soup, and we like the pho. We think it's delicious. So.
It does depend what meat you get in it, though, in the pho.
That's true, because you can get tons. You can get meatballs, you can get
voice.
spare ribs, you can get a whole shank of meat. You could get steak, you can get chicken. You get a million proteins in there, and it makes it taste completely different, right? Okay.
All right, Phil. If this is
Dark
like...
Maggot, we're at the end. This is it, man. We're about to sign off. He says, "Dang it, I missed it." Hey, you can rewind it though, right? And we're gonna upload too. We're gonna upload the 2 parts.
Oh boy, Sigmoid with the 10 bomb. He's almost done here, dude. That's crazy. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Sigmoid. Enjoy, guys.
Right after we're done here. So
got some cool member stuff coming up soon.
Did you ever play a Metal Gear Solid game at all? Ever?
Played 5.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know that. You played Metal Gear Solid 5. What did you think of 5?
Well, it was the first one I played, so it's a challenging game for sure. But it was different from most other games I've played.
You've never really been into a heavy stealth game at that point.
Right.
Okay.
And that was like forever ago. What year did that come out? I don't even remember.
A long time ago. I would say like, what, 2016? Something like that. 2015, 2016. It's old at this point.
Yeah.
It's pretty old. So. Let's see here. We already said she's not into horror movies. You can stop asking about The Exorcist. I just so people just don't listen. And
oh
just stay
my
on the same.
god. Again.
Really, thank you.
Again.
Google search Casey Tatum. That's Kat.
Casey Tatum, actually, with the 199. Casey Tatum, this dude? I mean, I don't know about that one. Nah, big ups, thank you, actually, for the 2.
Questions over and over. Yeah, you know, Tub Tub's one thing we've never had is Korean barbecue. There are 1 or 2 Korean barbecue places out here, but they're really catered towards, like, group eating together, because what you do is you cook your meal there together, right? It's like a social aspect. You get like 5-6 people together all cooking on the it's not really something like 2 people would go do.
Why not?
Nor, I mean, I think we've agreed here, when we go out to eat, typically we don't want to have to cook our own food.
It's got to be easy to eat.
We're out, we've done a million errands. We just want to sit down and relax and eat. It's hard to do that when you have to sit there and cook your food there. So it's not something we've ever really tried. I've heard it's delicious though. So.
I reckon y'all can eat for 4, bro.
Okay.
Jeez Louise, man.
All right. Guys, I think that's it. I mean, it's about to be 9 o'clock. I think that's a good time to stop at this point. Again, want to say thank you. You guys are amazing. The support tonight.
She seemed really, like, uninterested in being here. Like, she really didn't want to be here.
Outstanding. Really awesome of you to come out and hang out with us for this family night, and we hope that you enjoyed the Q&A. Again,
how about you think, Kat?
Don't know when we'll do it again. Could we do it next week? We could, but we're not going to say yes or no. We'll talk about it over the week. We will absolutely be doing nights where we're going to play Like a Dragon together coming up once it comes out in a little over a week. We have to see how that mode is implemented in the game to figure that out.
Okay.
We don't know yet, right? So once we figure that out, we'll let you know. Hey, we'll come maybe once a week, maybe twice a week. It depends, too, on scheduling, too.
Wait, what?
That out, we'll let you know. Hey, we'll come maybe once a week, maybe twice a week. It depends, too, on scheduling, too, of how we can do it. But
he's going to make her come on once or twice a week when they play the Yakuza game.
You know, we definitely want to do that. We want to do that mode with you guys and have like this virtual island. That's our family event that we kind of do. I think that
we want to do that.
All right, everybody. All right. Any last thoughts or last words for anyone before we adjourn for the night? Anything you want to say, or you think you?
Yeah, I got a
tonight?
restraining order against my ex.
Yeah.
Could you imagine she said that?
Overall, it was good. Mm-hmm. All right. And again, thank you to the mods. We know the mods have been here kind of silent, helping. The trolls always come out for this crap, and they did a really good job. Definitely, I mean, one thing now, we've done this twice in a row, 2 weeks in a row. You see the difference now before how it was with Twitch, right? You see how it's way different. It's more controllable on YouTube. On Twitch, these people would come in with constant accounts and shit, and you couldn't stop it. Yeah. Now it's way more controllable, thankfully. So, you know,
so it's no longer Tevin's fault. It's Twitch's fault. Okay? We got the same retcon yet again.
This is going to work out long term to have nights like this, but also gameplay nights where we're able to keep it under wraps. So, all right, everyone. Thank you all. Great show. And I'll keep you in the loop over the next week or so about when you can expect to see us on here again next. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good night, and peace out. Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome, you're welcome.
All right, so
what?
That's it, guys. I stopped recording, but I just want to say thank you all for the live audience that's here particularly. You guys were great. And again, thank you to everyone who supported the stream tonight. We're going to wrap up. I'm doing my usual. I'm going to do the daily wrap. I'm going to upload, get everything set up for Friday. Remember, I'm not here tomorrow. It's my day off. We're going to be very busy running around doing a million things.
All right.
When we come back Friday, one thing we're going to do together tomorrow, we're going to watch that Xbox showcase event. Yeah. It's supposed to be like 50 minutes long. We're going to watch that tomorrow night together, and then on Friday's podcast, I will cover that for you and talk about the games that are covered and my thoughts on all of that.
How exciting.
Plus, of course, talk about our day off on the podcast. And then Baldur's Gate 3, daytime stream, and Friday Night Fights, Zangief and Street Fighter 6, Friday night. Okay? Guys, thank you all. This was a great evening stream. We really had a good time. And please have a safe and fun Thursday. Won't see you. I'll see you Friday morning. All right, everyone. Peace, thanks, and good night.
Okay, so my least favorite part has gotta be the relationship between these two weirdos. Like, I actually feel kind of bad for her a little bit, especially the part when he asked her about the ghost. Have you ever had a ghost experience? And then right after that he said something else, and then right after that he said,
"Now, Kat, do you eat healthier since you're here?"
What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? And the way he would control her, he just smothers her. She can't say anything. She looks to him for approval for whatever she says. And then he talks for her, he talks over her, he interrupts her. And then it's like he thinks so lowly. Is that the right word? I don't know. He thinks so lowly of her intelligence. Like, he doesn't think she can do anything. About YouTubers retiring, he's like, "Honey, I don't know if you can answer this one." And then about the games industry, he's like, "I don't know if you can answer this one." Like, why not? Why do you think she's stupid? Like, maybe she is, right? But it's like I said, you're supposed to be her husband. You're supposed to be in her corner. It's a team. You guys gotta be together. And it's like, you're just, I don't know. It's so disrespectful. She's right there, dude. She's right next to you. And you're on camera in front of like thousands of people combined with all the restreamers and shit. It's just insane. And I think it's really interesting seeing a glimpse into their relationship. Just seeing how it works. I would love to have like a body language analysis background or something. Just like watching them interact. They lean away when they talk to each other. And it's like she constantly looks at him for approval.
Thank you.
And it's really fucking weird.
Really,
it's super strange.
Aside from your opinion on my Google Translate style Spanish, I appreciate you and your audience. I still hope to take Phil out to Argentina style football game someday. My English has really improved the past few days too.
Thank you, ex-hooligan. I assume you're Tom Francisco, I assume? Big ups, dude. Thank you for appreciating me. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you.
I'm him.
Yeah, I don't know. The window into their relationship is really the part that I don't like. And I'm sitting here shaking my head for most of it. And like the things he says to her without thinking. Like, why would you ask her certain things? And then it's like, "Oh, honey, you could answer this one." Like, well, thanks. I'm glad I have your permission. Like, why does she need your permission? Why don't you rotate who asks the questions? And then why do you always feel the need to butt in and answer for her or talk over her or interrupt her and give your take? Like, this is supposed to be her stream. All of these questions were for her, but then when they asked the question to her, you're like, honey, I don't know if you can answer this one. Like, why do you think she's so stupid, man? She's your wife. I don't know. It's a loveless marriage. They don't talk. That ghost moment just shows me they don't fucking talk. He doesn't know or care to remember what happened to her. And that's just disgusting. Honestly. Really disgusting. And I really didn't like it. Genuinely. No memes, no jokes. I think it's really weird, the relationship that they have, especially when you consider that he pays everything. He buys the food, he buys the groceries, he pays for the cat, he pays for the house, and all she does is buy the video games that she plays. It seems like. At least that's what it seems like. So that dynamic there is a weird one, and I don't like it, and I don't think it's healthy. But I mean, what do I know? I'm just this is just my opinion, obviously. Yeah, very strange. And my conclusion, in conclusion, I don't like it. But we got a lot of good moments in this one.
First of all, we both love Like a Dragon, so we would play that regardless, right? But
right.
Persona 3, the remake, is on Game Pass.
Wow.
And it comes out the week after frickin' Like a Dragon.
Oh.
Now, if you weren't playing Like a Dragon, you probably would have checked that out, right? Because it's free.
Right. Let's see. Can we catch a gold dust in here? Let's see. Come on, Phil.
Jasper Kitty.
No, he's got to be up here to hear it.
All right, meow meow.
I don't know what that means.
I don't even know either, so I'm just going to get rid of it. I don't even know what it means. Thanks for nothing, stupid, you know? All right.
What?
We waste time reading that nonsense.
What? What happened
You guys
here?
would think that you're somehow going to read it. They could have just bought a Subway sandwich with it instead. They could have did anything with it, you know?
Oh, trolls.
They think we were dumb or something. Like, why on earth would we waste time reading?
And then there was that weird moment, too, where she, like, pointed at the monitor, and then he, like, looked at her and, like, snapped at her. That was really weird as well. Like, that was, I don't even know where that was. I'll timestamp it, though, when I do this. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Can we get a meow? Meow! There you go. We. There's no we. There's only you. Yep. Called her baby. Did he really? In conclusion, I'd still smash. Hey, to each their own. Am I right? What was the Disney Fox IP thing? Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what the hell that was. I'm not deep in the lore. I have no idea. Yeah, so is this some sort of like fucking... Oh, this part was good too.
No, I mean, no.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know,
this part was good too.
Being stupid.
This UFO part.
That's fine.
I'm going to watch this
back. Don't have to. You don't have to. No pressure. Okay.
But.
All right, we'll continue on. I got a $3 tip here from Super Stoke Carl Turbo HD Remix. Curious why trolls will tip you guys but think that you're somehow going to read it. They could have just bought a Subway sandwich.
Oh, never mind. Where's the UFO part? Anyways. Okay, whatever. I don't like it. In conclusion, it's weird and gross and I don't like it. He's going to do this again. He's going to keep asking her throughout the week until she finally wears down enough and says, yes, I want to go on. And then he's going to say, look, she agreed to come on. It's her choice. Even though we see the dynamic between them, he kind of just overpowers her until she's forced to say something. That's why I wanted to bring up the UFO thing. Because the UFO thing, he was shitting on UFOs and how stupid UFOs are. And then he turns to her and he's like, honey, do you believe in UFOs? And then she laughs and looks nervous and says, no. And he's like, right? That's what I thought. It's like, what? You toxify the thing enough that she can't even give her own opinion because then you're going to call her stupid. Or at least she's going to think you think she's stupid. Because you toxify it. You basically say UFOs are stupid, and then you turn to your wife and say, well, honey, do you believe in them? What is she going to say? What do you think she's going to say? Like, no shit. She's gonna agree with you, and that's why the classic quote.
And by the way, Kat agrees with me.
It hits different. Honestly, it hits different after having seen 2 of these now, and I just don't like it. I don't like this relationship. It's very strange. Very strange. No social skills. Yep. It's very much a first date vibe style. Like they don't speak whatsoever. They don't know anything about each other. They just kind of exist in the same house. And they watch stuff and they hang out. Like, what do they talk about? And that's the other thing, too, that I'm always wondering. Like, all they talk about and consume is video games and movies. And it's like they don't even know each other's favorite games or favorite movies or favorite ice cream or favorite food. They don't even know that. But that's all they talk about. How do they not even know that? I don't know. Did he gain any subs? Members? No, I don't think so. Maybe. No, because he didn't update the number, did he?
Boom
No,
here.
no, he didn't.
And
He didn't get any new members. Oh, he did get an Argentinian super chat, and then he banned it straight up, and he said it's a troll. So shout outs to Argentina. I guess it's still a troll. The whole country is banned. Hey, Brandu, tell DSP to stop worrying about what? Money? Sure. It's also weird that he's basically interviewing her, and he's awful at that too. Yeah, like he doesn't even turn to her to ask her a question, because he just asks the question and then says, you don't have to answer this. And then usually he's the one to answer it. And then he toxifies it and then turns to her, and then it's like, well, what is she gonna say? She's gonna agree with you, of course, because you just gave your opinion. She's not allowed to have any. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't like it. I keep saying that. I'm sorry. In conclusion, it's fucked. We're fucked out, Chia. And
Look at this guy. He looks so depressed. Oh my god, I hate my job so much.
the whole stream was basically this.
That makes me cringe. Ugh.
Their dynamic makes me cringe. And it's very strange. Anyways, I think we're done here. I don't really have anything else to add to this. I think those are my final thoughts. And if he does another one of these, I'll probably watch one more. Just to see. And I'll try to bring Dudette back. My girlfriend. My wife? My mom? I mean, my girlfriend? I mean...
My wife.
I don't know. What is she? My mom? What? Anyways. I'm joking. She's my girlfriend. And I'll try to see. Let's get her take on it. A female's take. What's up with this relationship? It's very strange. And yeah. I guess that's it. Hey guys, thank you for watching. Let me play you out. It's so quiet. I'm sorry. Let me get some music. Let's get some Squeeze Banana. Anything you guys want to chat about before we head off? Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for the likes. If you liked the stream, like it. If you didn't, dislike it, please. It gives me feedback. Genuine feedback, unlike DSP's feedback. GG on the stream, my dude. Hey, thank you, Determined, for the 2. How long till she doesn't want to do this? Now, that's an interesting question. Because it already seemed like she didn't want to be here, even though he was adamant about her wanting to be here. He was saying it was her decision. This stream is happening because of her. Then why was she like potato mode? She was like leaning in the chair. Like, you compare that to the first one, right? Before we adjourn here, let's go look at the first one. I just want to check this out real quick. Right here.
So Trigger.
I guess she's lower
Thank
here.
you. Really, thank you.
Here, let's go.
GG on stream, my dude. Blue heart, purple heart, green heart.
Aw, thank you. Blue, green, and purple. Wow, thank you, dude. Big ups. Hey, Nugs. Thank you, dude. Everyone, I hope you have a good night, or morning, or evening, wherever you are. I don't know. Yeah, I guess here she's also down, but I feel like she was more present here compared to here. Like here, she was leaning. She had her head on her shoulder. Like look at her lean. Look at how long she's leaning away from him. Like actually just leaning away from him, not even moving, just away. And here too. Whoa. I guess here it's not as bad. I don't know. She was like resting her head on her shoulder, and she looked bored. She looked like she didn't want to be there compared to the first one. I don't know. Maybe once or twice more. Do some gameplay. I don't know. Do something different. Keep it exciting. Thoughts on recent Dragon's Dogma 2 gameplay and character customization? It was good. I hope it's good. I mean, you know, it's hard to judge it. I don't really know. I just hope it's good. I'm really looking forward to it. I love the first game. It's one of my favorites. Anyways, I guess that's it then. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the likes. Like I said, Super Chats members, all you guys, legends. I gotta wake up early tomorrow, so I'm gonna head out. Big ups, guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you. I'll see you later.
I just want the bust.
Bye.
I'm him.
Oh man. Bust.
Huh?
Give me the monster. Bust. Wow,
see you later, guys.
Big. Bust.
I'm really him.
Oh my god, look how big he is. Oh my god.
Young out.
Young out. That thing is
see you later.
Monster. I just want the bust.
Stream isn't starting. Hello? What the fuck? I'm so disorganized. It's late, guys. Okay, there we go. Alright, see you guys.
Wow, it's big. Bust. I just want the young out. I just want the give me the monster. I just want the
Vibrant and robust.
I just want the bust. Young out. I just want the young out. Give me the monster. I just want the young out. Wow, it's big.
Where did the load go?
I just want the bust. Young out. Oh man. Bust. Give me the monster. Bust. Wow, it's big. Bust.
What was that noise?
I just want the bust. Young out. I just want the bust. Young out.